with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight our sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. It's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're from bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over it and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end.
Anyway, he always does.
What is up, everyone? Hello and welcome.
Hey guys, King Jad here. Welcome to DSP Bingo. Today is the 7th of July, Friday 7th of July, 2023. I hope you're all doing well. I'm looking forward to the start of the weekend. And yeah, today I'm joined by a fellow Scot and the true King of Suffering, WardogLeader. And yeah, thank you, WardogLeader, for joining me for today's bingo.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
And yeah, as you can see, Phil's lost some more members. This was at 444, but the autistic Nathan Smith, that's not me being mean, he is autistic, he's proud of it, and he says it himself all the time, so I'm respecting that. He gifted 20 memberships to DSP Gaming, as you can see here. So fucking Phil was a whole lot happier all of a sudden because somebody gifted him 20 fucking members. Good fucking luck making sure those don't fucking expire this time next month, Philly boy. But here we go. So yeah, Phil's in a strange mood today, he says, you know what I mean? He's fucking, and he started the fucking stream by telling everyone he's excited for playing as Blanca today, but he's also stressed out for unrelated reasons, so I'm hoping to just get in Street Fighter 6 and not think about it. And we have no real idea or notion yet what those unrelated reasons could be that's causing him stress. Apparently his day off yesterday was not one that had him even going out. I think the original plan for his day off was to fucking stay home, essentially, and relax and chill and all that shit, because they done all the running around the previous week. So it's funny to think what could have caused him such stress on his stay home day off.
I mean, it's DSP, so, you know, can't not doing his dinner correctly.
And of course, there are theories out there that are going around that it could be related to another unexpected, you know, bill breakage of sorts around the house. What's cat broke now? Who knows? Maybe Phil will actually elaborate in the stream itself, but who knows? Anyway, we just have to wait and see if Phil will actually tell or not. But until then, let's just spin the wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria. And it's going to land on him standing up. Maybe tough.
I don't know. I think he might do it because if he gets, you know, like enough money straight away, he'll have to stand up to go put a vest on. So I think it can be.
It's possible, yeah, very possible.
The fact that he's been crying on Twitter, he's been crying in the chat, saying, "Oh, my day off wasn't really that great." You know, it's. I mean, he's going to be at least minimum 30 because of, you know.
Yeah, and speaking of Twitter as well, I can't actually see any more tweets on Twitter. I use Twitter to see Phil's tweeting on Twitter because I'm blocked. So, but I only have one tweet available to see here, and it's in the schedule update that they gave. He is now going to be streaming Final Fantasy on Saturday, and DSP versus Internet on Sunday. So,
if you're blocked on Twitter, you can actually open up incognito mode, and you can still see tweets without being blocked.
But I always get those fucking dumb pop-ups, so I fucking ask you to fucking log in anyway, and I try and scroll. It goes a bit weird for me sometimes when I do that. So yeah, but yeah, Phil, let's tweet anyway. As Phil swapping his schedule for weekend, and honestly, I might actually do bingo tomorrow and then skip Sunday.
I don't know why he's doing it on Sunday. Like why is he doing the internet? Like, surely doing the DSP Bingo internet on a Saturday would be better because more people are around. Not many people are around on a Sunday.
It's not the reason he gives here is, he's got some stuff going down this weekend that will likely lead to interruptions in his stream. So it's something that's happening at his home, I imagine.
What? Like, he's not hinted at anything at all. And I mean, he's not. I mean, let's be honest. He's not doing any barbecues and like that because who the fuck's he going to do it for?
Maybe he's finally paid somebody to fix the fucking bathroom. Of course not.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry, I just had to make a joke. There we go. Anyway, let's so that the fact of the matter is that's happening. So I need a number. I need a number between 1 and 200. So give a number.
Let's see. We'll go for 117.
117. The 117th bingo card, which has Phil standing up.
We'll go for the old Master Chief number. See what we get today.
There we go. So that's why it's 117. Cool. So the left-hand side card is a card we have for today's bingo antics. We've got Phil to say necessarily. Wow. Him giving a thumbs up to the camera. Him touching his eye. And him touching his ear. Then you got Phil saying reality. Hate to say it. Excited. Him doing the creepy whisper. And him doing siege mode, which is where he crosses his arms, holds his arms, where he talks to the camera. Virgil is Phil saying new games, honest, him snorting, him saying that being said, and him touching his face. So quite a few touches of like eyes, ear and face. Those are guarantees pretty much, those fucking things anyway. The fourth row is Phil saying dude, him being toxic, him making a weird noise, him saying addition and engagement. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying what I mean by that is idiot, now, him standing up, and finally him giving a good old turbo nose where he goes no. So it's a strong card. I think it's quite a robust card. So looking forward to this card. Hopefully delivering us a full house today as we begin our weekend. Well, I mean, we're beginning our weekend. But some people, I keep forgetting how fucking bizarrely global this all is. We feel like D-Dog's in Australia, and he's very well into his weekend. It's like fucking.
Well, the weekend starts on Friday, so the start of the weekend's on Friday. So no.
Yeah, true. But
it is the weekend.
It is the weekend. Yeah, we're officially in the weekend.
I think we're gonna be pretty decent here because he's gonna talk about new games because he's tired of like, oh, I hope there's new games coming because everyone's getting stale of these ones. I need new games to play. He's gonna be toxic because apparently he's saying about how, he's had a really shitty day off or something like that, so he might be toxic about that. He's probably going to be toxic to his chat if they start going, well, why are you doing this and that? Why are you changing it up? So there's several cards we can get pretty quickly from the get-go.
Yeah, and of course there's a variety of ways. We can also have ways to kind of tip the odds in our favour, and that's by having a variety of ways to get free spaces in the card. So the card you see before you has plenty of ways for us to get free spaces in the card. First of all, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay, that'll be a free space. If Phil gets 100 likes on his stream before he starts recording for gameplay and blows bubbles for his audience, that too will be a free space. He's been gifted more members. He got gifted 20 more members, I just noticed. And he's suddenly starting an intro. Look at this shit. Out of nowhere, he's not even got his fucking pre-intro going. He just went straight into this long-ass intro.
Who gave him the...
Nathan Smith again. Nathan Smith has gifted Phil 40 members, so it's him twice.
Yeah, he's trying to not offset the 30 that you lost.
So there we fucking go. So Phil all of a sudden has 40 fucking members at the fucking blue, and he's updated his fucking... I love how every time Phil gets the fucking members he wants, he fucking updates the goal again and again and again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's pretty scummy, that.
Yeah, so as well, interest still play, not just fucking continue for the free spaces. Remember, if we get 100 likes on this very stream too, not only is that a free space, you guys also get to enjoy a special animation made by Pixar Animations, so there you fucking go. Hopefully we can get a full house to fucking go into the weekend, fingers crossed, and all that jazz. So with all that being said, hopefully we can get a fucking good bingo game today, and as you see, we're about to start right now, because Phil's starting right now, earlier than scheduled, without his fucking normal intro either, so here we fucking go.
What is going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. Welcome to an exciting new week of gameplay streams here on DSP Gaming, and welcome to what will undoubtedly be a very special stream, because, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to hit my one...
Fuck the fuck off. Who the fuck cares what fucking 1,000 wins in fucking Street Fighter?
Yeah, but he's using a broken character. I mean, just look at that face. Isn't that a punchable face?
Oh, it's always a fucking punchable face. Let me just do something very quickly and search something here. Street Fighter. Let me just search Street Fighter 6 1,000 wins. Nobody seems to. Why is Phil treating this like a big fucking deal?
Because he's won 1,000 times, even though we should be really counting maybe 400 of them, maybe 300 at least being casual matches, not actually being ranked matches.
Not one single person seems to fucking care about fucking winning 1,000 times in Street Fighter.
Because it's not a big thing, like, because it's like if you play the game enough, you're gonna win 1,000 times, 1,000 times.
That's a challenge right there.
What?
That's a pretty good challenge. Like, try and win as many games in a row as possible.
That's a good one.
The win streak challenge is streak. So
it's just like
I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. No one fucking Phil is the only one that seems to fucking care enough about this fucking thing. I don't understand why. It is ridiculous.
It's because he's trying to keep like like him. I'm so good. I won 1,000 times. Chat, look. I'm so good. I won 1,000 times.
Hold on. That's also saying 1,000 round wins, not match wins. That can't be true.
No, it's 1,000 wins. Like if you go to his
matches, his actual wins. Yeah, it's not 1,000 round wins. It will be match wins. I think he's on like 950 or some push or 70 orders, and going by his own count. Anyway, I'm not sure if it's accurate to the count, but that's his count.
I would fucking piss myself laughing if he thinks he's gonna win 1,000 matches and he doesn't get it today during the stream. He'll be so pissed.
He'll be annoyed, but things like, we're guaranteed to get it tomorrow then, but that. He'll probably get it today.
I mean, he's been hyping up today's stream, like even in his tweets saying, come here to watch my 1,000 win.
I mean, yeah, right now, even when I cut him off with that fucking dumb face he had, this is what he's fucking saying.
Stream because, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to hit my 1,000th win in Street Fighter 6 on this very session of gameplay. I'm very excited. I hope that you guys are too. Today is Friday, the 7th of July, 2023. I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to Street Fighter Friday. That's right, for the last several Fridays, I've been playing Street Fighter all day long. That particular day with 2 separate sessions of gameplay. Sometimes I've split it up between a new character and a character that I've already used. Sometimes I've played with a new character all day long, and this week we're mixing it up again. This week I am not picking a new character today. Today I want to focus solely on fighters that I've used before and trying to level up and do better with them. And we'll talk about that a little bit in a moment.
Let everyone use a broken character.
Yeah, but I thought they were. I thought they were patching him to like, fucking fix him how broken he was.
I don't know. It's like I'm gonna do this, chat. It's like, yeah, but everyone knows Blanca's broken right now, so.
Which is why I cheese him as much as possible before I fucking nerf him.
This is why I'm hoping he doesn't get it, because he's sitting in Diamond, and like Diamond's where all the big players sit. So.
Trainers saying they'll patch him after Evo, most likely. That makes sense, I guess.
I think they should have patched it before Evo, because then you just know you're gonna have a lot of Blanca players, and then, but yeah.
Well, yeah, people who are good enough can get. If they're all playing Blanca, though, it's a case of who's the best Blanca. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yesterday was my day off, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We have a major schedule change to this weekend that I needed to discuss and let you guys know what's happening with that, simply because there are, a large group of people who are interested in a particular show that I do every week, and it has to change its date for reasons of fairness. All right, we'll talk all about that.
Fairness?
Reason of fairness. That was a word I was going to say, but I can't say it on this. It's just reason of fairness. Who cares?
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to swear filter. Say whatever the fuck you want.
No. It's not swear filter. It's a derogatory term. I'd rather not say it. But no, it's just like, in fairness, I'm sorry, but DSP, I hate telling you, mate, but some people can't watch every stream, and guess what? You upload it, so they'll just watch it later.
Exactly. So what's the big fucking deal?
Who cares? It's because I guarantee it. It's because the person he gets money from, and during that stream, they always then can't make it on that day, so he's moving it.
Possibly, but he doesn't actually do that well usually. Anyway, it doesn't. Lately, it's not been that doing. I mean, check your stats, right? Check the tracker. The day stream. So DSP reacts $65 for the last one. One before that, $61. You know what I mean? So the last couple have not been doing very well for him.
But like, who was the top tip, or sorry, what was the top tip?
$30 and
no.
$30.
Yeah, so it's possible the person that does the $30 can't make it. So he's like, I need that $30 because I know for the fact these streams have been doing worse. So I'm gonna hold off to go and get this person in so I can make sure I can get that $30.
It's possible, it's
Otherwise-
possible. Yeah, it's a possibility, of course. But he says he's going to explain later on a bit more, so we'll have to wait and see.
Some
right here
random
on the
shit
show.
bubble.
But in the meantime, I hope that you all are doing well. I certainly hope that you guys enjoyed the day yesterday when I was not live streaming. It was my day off,
was
and
great.
I have some stuff to talk about there. If you watch any content, I hope you enjoyed. And now we come back to a full week of streams again, and this is an epic week because not only will I be making big progress in Street Fighter 6, hitting my 1,000th win and beyond, but we're going to be completing likely 2 of my ongoing playthroughs that we've now been playing for a freaking month, which means finally we will have some new stuff into the rotation for variety. I'm very aware that many people have been upset about the rotation, saying that Street Fighter 6 is one thing. If you like fighting games, you're probably really enjoying my coverage of Street Fighter 6, but not everyone likes fighting games. And for those that don't, I've literally been playing the same 3 RPGs now, in one case for about a month and a half, in another case for about a month, and in another case for about 2 weeks, but I'm barely playing it because I'm balancing with everything else and there's not enough time to really focus on it. So yeah, I hear you. If you're here for variety like you usually would get on DSP Gaming, sadly you weren't really getting it in the last month and a half.
And he's been gifted 10 more memberships. I'm going to go 1.25 speed because he's already boring me.
Is it the same person? Oh,
No,
Lucian.
it's
Yeah.
just like Lithias or some push. So Phil has been gifted memberships. 50 memberships Phil's been gifted today so far. The wheels are out in force. Trying to fucking emphasise and support the YouTube side of things that Phil has been asking for and begging for.
But it's not really doing anything. It's just rebalanced where he was. So he has not do. It's not all it's done is put a band-aid on it.
Yeah, basically it's just fucking wiping out the lost memberships from his day off. He's back to where he was before his day off, almost.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about that. Again, we've talked about this many times over the last 30 days. It's because of the game release timing. They all decided, all these game publishers and studios decided to release their insanely lengthy RPGs within 1 month. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo 4, and Final Fantasy 16 within 1 month is RPG overload, and it's just too effing much. They really should not have done that. They should have looked at the gaming.
I don't get how it's overload. Diablo 4 has been in production for like years. Final Fantasy 16 has been the same, and Legend of Zelda has been about 2 years for production. And guess what? It's called the Summer of Gaming, DSP. This is where the games come out. Like, holy fuck.
How dare...
Are you that fucking retarded?
Yeah, how dare people be fucking spoiled for choice and fucking have the luxury of fucking having things to pick and choose,
And also, he could have been further on in Final Fantasy 16, but let's remember, he patched it one day to play Street Fighter.
Yep.
And I was crying about it, so fucking here. Piss off.
It's his own bloody fault. It really is. He's the master of his own schedule. As much as he wants
Even
to fucking blame his audience.
is confused as to how he's 30 hours in, and he's only in Act 2. Even Asmongold.
Yeah, Kyo was saying Diablo 4 is no more than 15 hours on tier 1 difficulty. Tears of the Kingdom should have been completed, so yeah, big time, for sure.
Diablo 4 is at least 20 hours if you haven't really played it that much for the story mode. Fuck knows what he's doing to take it this long, but he's having to do everything, he's having to explain everything, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for Black Matrix Super Chat. It says, big ups Jad getting the King of Suffering as the guest. Yeah, the true King of Suffering as bestowed upon him by Phil himself.
Who's actually now the King of Suffering.
Yeah. He's fucking the Undertale back after his many fucking whining and ramblings and rantings. Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking at Phil's chat. He just got a $10 Super Chat. And it's just basically, it's a $10 and it's just talking about Diablo. I'm excited. This person likes Diablo. So you got a Diablo fan's giving him $10 and Phil doesn't care about the game. Look at that shit. What are your thoughts on new seasonal content in Diablo? You're personally excited for the Cage Heart system. I decided what character you'll play. I'm thinking about playing a Necro, smiley face. Phil, I guarantee, doesn't give a shit about Diablo and is just fucking wanting to drop it as fucking fast as possible and then run away. He will not want to go back to it whatsoever.
He also doesn't care about the story because he just skips dialogue.
Oh, big time, for sure. It bores him, apparently.
is
Yeah.
RPG overload, and it's just too effing much. They really should not have done that. They should have looked at the gaming landscape and said, hey, if we want to release these RPGs and not have them cut into each other and not have them cannibalize each other, then we've got to spread them out. But they didn't do that at all. Within the month of June, that's the other thing that gets me too. June, where typically it's not an exciting gaming month. You've got all these big events to announce all the new games that are coming out or whatever and get all of those release dates set in stone. All of a sudden, they released all their RPGs at the same time. Like, what on earth are they doing? So
This man
you know,
can't
I've been
be
doing,
real, right? He just literally answered his own question. It's a very slow time for gaming, right? So these RPG people dropped it in to the slow month because they realized, hey, it's a slow month. People are going to want to play a lengthy RPG game because that way they have something to play when it's a slow month. We'll drop it in there. Also, these 3 fucking companies who have released their own game are going to go, oh shit, Tears of the Kingdom's coming out 2 days before our game. Ah shit, that means that we can't release our game in this month. We got to put it back a month. No! They're not going to do that. They're all trying to fucking get competition of each other.
Yeah, that's what fucking. Phil doesn't understand. Competition is a necessity. And every single fucking business out there.
Final Fantasy 16 is doing better than Tears of the Kingdom. And I think even Diablo, because Diablo's fallen off a cliff. But everyone still talks about, Final Fantasy 16.
It's just crazy, man. It didn't. For somebody that fucking studied fucking things like business and finance, fucking shit in school, and all shit in college, it doesn't seem to fucking grasp. But business and competition's a healthy fucking thing to have. And it helps fucking generate sales for the both parties usually because it's fucking hype and interest. These are big games. Diablo 4 is a big fucking game. Zelda is also a big massive fucking game as well. Final Fantasy, these are big fucking franchise games. Yeah. And it's healthy for them to fucking have competition with one another to fucking make sure that it's fucking people are talking about these games. People are interested in all these fucking games combined. People like Phil bought them all.
And I was crying about it. But fuck this, dude. They're so retarded. Like.
That's crazy. And I got a few super chats there. First of all, TJ Gamebox, thank you very much to TJ Gamebox. For a super chat says, get ready for $1,000 tip for 1,000 wins. I never even thought about that, but it's very possible. It is very possible. Jack Tracks might come along again and say, hey, Phil, well done, 1,000 wins. Here's $1,000. That is very possible. Wouldn't surprise me, actually, in the least. Thank you very much to Kel Denson as well for super chat. It says, Phil thinks devs work around him. What a narcissist. Well, it's to be fucking expected. The fucking world revolves around Phil, didn't you know? And finally, Logan K, thank you very much for super chat. It says, games that want to compete will come out around the same time. That's how business works, Mr. Mature Adult with a business degree.
Exactly. See, at least your chat fucking gets it and understands it. Like, holy fuck.
I mean, exactly. And most people would get it, but Phil being Phil, it's like, no.
Well, most people, and not in DSP's chat, because, most of his dads don't understand it.
Yeah, true enough. It's just crazy. Yeah. But fucking Phil, it can't fucking revolve around Phil's fucking tiny wee world, in his own little universe. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
The world's bigger than that.
The thing that gets me too. June, where typically it's not an exciting gaming month. You've got all these big events to announce all the new games that are coming out or whatever and get all of those release dates set in stone. All of a sudden, they released all their RPGs at the same time. Like, what on earth are they doing? So, I've been doing my best, and as you know as well, when Zelda was coming out, I posed the question, what should I play and what shouldn't I? Well, everyone absolutely demanded that I play Zelda. Like, Zelda is a must-play. If you don't play it, you're really missing out on a Game of the Year contender. Okay, I'll play it then. So I do. But then Street Fighter 6 is coming out, which I told you guys I absolutely was going to play. And then Diablo's coming out. And I said to all of you, maybe Diablo's a skip. Maybe this is a game that doesn't make sense right now. There wouldn't be enough time to really focus on it, especially because Diablo is known to be a game that once you beat the main story, there's so much post-game content, and that's really where it's at. Maybe we should say, no, you must play Diablo at launch. You must cash in on the hype. You must this. Okay. All right. And then when that happens, of course, Final Fantasy 16 comes out again. No, you must play it. And I'm just like, you're at the point where you get so much demand for everything, but then you shoot yourself in the foot, which is what's happened. When it's literally either I'm playing a fighting game or I'm playing an insanely lengthy RPG, the variety is missed. And the funny part is, even if you look at the RPGs, they're very different. Zelda is completely different from a game like Diablo, which is completely different from a game like Final Fantasy 16. But sadly, there are people who just don't like the RPG stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's an Americanized RPG, like, say, Fallout or Elder Scrolls, they don't really have interest in these other RPGs. I guess you could call them more Japanese-centric RPGs, correct? Although, Blizzard is not, with Diablo. But you see the point I'm making, is that without enough variety...
No, I'm struggling to see this point.
What?
So I think Phil's trying to make his fucking point here. It's not his fault. It's everyone else's fault.
Chat.
Yeah. It's the audience's fault for asking to play these games. It's a game
And is it
developer's
the
fault.
Asians?
Yeah. Game developer's fault for playing it as well. Yes, I'm saying. So the game developer's fault as well for releasing these games at the same time. It's the audience's fault for asking them to play these fucking games. It's the Asians' fault for fucking having a JRPG market.
I mean, what?
But it's not Phil's fault.
It never is his fault, let's
Exactly.
be honest
There's
here.
nothing he could have done. It's never his fault. It never will be his fault. It's not as if Phil could have just fucking said no and just said to his audience, hey, by the way, I don't want to fucking play too many RPGs at once here. He kowtowed to his audience.
Or here's a shocking idea. He could have not been playing a fighting game for so much that isn't going to go anywhere. You know, and the hype.
He loves fighting games. Look at his t-shirt. He's a Street Fighter person. This is his biggest fucking game of the year.
Yeah, but the hype's going to have died down for like Final Fantasy and stuff like that because people have already watched other streamers complete it. They're not going to watch him anymore. It's like, I've seen this now.
I mean, you say the hype's died down, but I don't know. I mean, in terms of his audience...
No, sorry. Yeah, I mean, the hype has died down because, you know, other streamers' chats are going to come to him to watch it now because they've already seen it from their own streamer, and
yeah,
you know, they're not going to go and search for someone playing Final Fantasy 16 when they just watch their streamer do it.
Yeah, true.
And then also everyone else has kind of finished and moved on. So they go, okay, we're going to see something else now. So, you know,
that's a good point. Yes, a very good point.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money. Oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much for Chris Spy Crawford for a super chat. It says, I think he keeps harping on in the variety streamer line because he knows he just wants to play Street Fighter 6, but his brand is to play all different kind of games. It's a good point, exactly. Phil was desperate to try and push forward this fucking narrative that he's a variety content creator, which to an extent he is, but it feels more forced these days, doesn't it? It feels like a very much forced. Like, it's not as if anyone's demanding he does it himself, but he's trying to fucking convince everyone that he is that, rather than him choosing to want to be that.
I would argue that the whole term variety streamer is no longer a thing anymore. It's just you're a streamer.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of streamers out there just focused on one particular game. They might be fucking known for it. Like, there's several people out there that are fucking known for maybe playing a couple of games, regularly. It might be in a main game, but they will play a variety of other games as well, just, to mix up a wee bit. Because, it's for their own sake and maybe also for the audience's sake as well, to, just try something different. So,
yeah.
But for Phil though, he's like, I'm not like other, he wants to try and be different. He wants to try and contrary. He needs to stand out from the fucking crowd. And his way of doing that is to fucking promote himself as some sort of non-shill, variety style, content style, streamer style. So, there you go. It's bizarre, but it's like, who's he trying to fucking convince here? The only game he cares about right now in his fucking rotation is Street Fighter.
Yeah, 100%. I still think it. Yeah.
He did not fucking sacrifice the podcast for any other fucking games ever, because apparently the podcast as a crowd has its own style of crowd, has its own audience that people look forward to every single fucking day. What did he do the other day? He cut the fucking podcast short by 20 minutes to start playing Street Fighter.
Which in itself is weird.
Exactly. So it's fucking nonsense. He would never do it for any other game, but Street Fighter, he fucking cuts the podcast short.
Even when his own fans and chat have going, look, Phil, can we cut the podcast? Just take too long to restart the gameplay. He's berated them over it. So...
Prophet has updated stats on his community page. I may actually check it out now, actually. Before Phil fucking starts blathering about fucking Street Fighter. It might be a good idea to try and debunk. So, give me a second here to pull up Prophet's community page so I can see. Here we go. Community... Here we go. I found it. Here we go. From Prophet's page. Philly, please explain to everyone how you keep counting this. Counting wins, matches, sets, rounds. Again, remember the old track of in game, and no, don't give the excuse the game tallies it wrong, because it doesn't. The first image is of everything casual plus ranked, which he's been counting all along to make himself feel better, but as you can see, it's a very mediocre 55.98% win rate. He surpassed 1,000 matches sets a while ago, and if you want to count rounds, well then just double the total. Under ranked plays a different story with a win rate of 54.23%, meaning he performs worse than ranked than he does under casual due to the fact that there are no noob scrub players he can dump on and claim how awesome he is. Ranked play is 166 wins. He's 166 wins away from 1,000 in ranked play.
Yeah.
Phil thinks he's at fucking like 974 or something. I should look at that. Here's the image here. Well, can we see the image? I thought if I clicked on the image I would have been able to see it, but
Yeah, you can
cropped
so click the
yeah.
ad.
It's kind of cropped image, yeah. I forgot how many pages do that.
There you go, that's the...
There's the stats right there though. Phil altogether has 974 wins, but that's including casual matches. And there it is for ranked matches only. 834.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's got a win rate of 54%, so he's like not really that great if you think about it. You know.
It's like 50-50. It's actually pretty competitive, you could argue. It's actually quite competitive for him. He wins some, he loses some.
Yeah, but if he keeps going on the fact that he's like, oh, I'm so competitive, I should be better than this person, that person, then he should be at least up in the 60%, 70%, where like, you know, other professional people of his, as he says, his caliber should be. But he's like winning, you know, it's like it's literally a fucking, you know, flip a coin to see if he wins the match.
Yeah. So
at this point, so
it's fucking crazy, yeah. Robert's not feeling well. Hope you feel better soon, pal.
Blizzard is not, you know, with Diablo. But you see the point I'm making is that
Nathan has getting enough. So Nathan Smith has getting Phil another 10 memberships. Everyone's getting Phil memberships right now. So Nathan Smith himself has getting 50 memberships to DSP so far today. And another person called like fucking, what was that fucker's name? How old was it?
Wishes or some fucking thing.
Lithias or something but shy. He got on 10.
So he's at 60 plus members.
Yep. Today Phil has gained 60 members so far. 50 of them from Nathan Smith.
And he says his chat, or like his members aren't, you know, inflated. Yeah, okay.
No, of course it's all organic. It's absolutely fucking organic, without a doubt. Fuck off.
without enough variety, things will stagnate. And here's the thing, in the last month, things have gone well on DSP Gaming in regards to Street Fighter 6, okay? Overall, my attendance on Street Fighter streams is high, my support on Street Fighter streams is usually high. But everything else is waned. We've lost a ridiculous amount of members on the channel. Before this month started, we were 800 members. We're now at 480, and that's only because this morning I should give a huge shout out. As I was booting the stream up, Nathan Smith gifted 40 memberships to the channel this morning. 40. And that helps a ton. Thank you so much, Nathan, for supporting DSP Gaming. I really appreciate that. And if you're someone who got a gifted membership this morning from Nathan, be sure to thank him for his generosity. It is always awesome when someone comes in and supports the community in a big way. So the point I'm making here is, in this last month, I've gotten more complaints than anything else from people who just like the variety and don't feel like they've gotten it. And I'm like, well, that's because I did what I was told by my viewing audience. You know, I could have easily said, forget Diablo or forget, you know, Final Fantasy, and we'll do something different instead. And likely then I also would have gotten the criticism. This is what happens with a variety creator like me. You're kind of at the mercy of game release dates, and there's always hype around a big new release, and sadly you can't just please everyone when they're all at once. It was insanely bad release timing for these companies releasing their RPGs. If anything, you know, I gave Street Fighter 6 a good amount of time, right? Okay, we can all agree there. Even though it's funny, I have not played Street Fighter 6 as much as the average person who's trying to play this game and make any content about it or anything like that. That's just true. Most people playing Street Fighter 6 have played it all month, almost nonstop. They focused in on one or two characters that they consider their mains, who they tried to get up to Diamond or Master level, and they have constantly just sat there learning and streaming. For me, this is the game that's balanced with everything else. Even though I play Street Fighter 6 a lot, every night stream is usually something different, with the exception of Friday Night Fights, and then every other day stream is something different, right?
Why the fucking need to compare himself to other fucking people playing this game?
Because it makes him feel better, it makes him feel important. Like, oh my god, DSP hasn't, you know, like a DSP like it hasn't put as much time as these other streamers I have. Yeah, but the problem is though, DSP, these other streamers sit for, you know, a lot longer than you fucking do, and make a fuckload more money than you. So I don't know.
They also care about the fucking game. They're passionate about the fucking game. Whether they're fucking pro players or fucking not, or just fucking really like the game. They're playing the game because they want to play the fucking game, and it's up to them to, you know, how long they fucking spend on the game. If they want to fucking play with every single fucking character and master every single character, like some people have, that's up to them to fucking do. And some people only fucking want to do a couple of characters at a time and master them first, and then move on to other characters rather than trying to do it bit by bit like he's doing. That's also up to other people.
Also, I'd like to point out you haven't ticked up Touch's face when he's clearly touching his face right now.
That's a very good point, yeah. Right here at this very point in time is quite conclusive evidence that Phil was touching his face. So out there we fucking go.
Did he give a thumbs up to Nathan's Smith?
Nah, not yet, I don't think so. I mean, I can read it if you want, but I don't think.
I can't remember, I was... Yeah,
if you're got the membership this morning from Nathan, be sure to...
I don't think...
Usually high. But everything else is waned. We've lost a ridiculous amount of members on the channel. Before this month started, we were 800 members. We're now at 480, and that's only because this morning I should give a huge shout out. As I was booting the stream up, Nathan Smith gifted 40 memberships to the channel this morning. 40. And that helps a ton. thank you so much, Nathan,
Oh, it's his
for supporting
finger.
DSP Gaming. I really appreciate that.
His
If you're someone
finger
who got a
pointing.
gifted membership this morning from Nathan, be sure to thank him for his generosity. It is always awesome when someone comes in and supports the community in a big way.
No,
So
no,
the point I'm
no
making here
thumbs
is,
up.
in this last month, I've gotten more complaints than anything else from people who just like the variety and don't feel like they've gotten it. And I'm like, well, that's because I did what I was told by my viewing audience. You know, I could have easily said, forget Diablo or forget, Final Fantasy, and we'll do something different instead. And likely then I also would have gotten the criticism. This is what happens when you're a variety creator like me. You're kind of at the mercy of game release dates, and there's always hype around a big new release, and sadly you can't just please everyone when they're all at once. It was insanely bad release timing for these companies releasing their RPGs. If anything, I gave Street Fighter 6 a good amount of time, right? Okay, we can all agree there. Even though it's funny, I have not played Street Fighter 6 as much as the average person who's trying to play this game and make any content about it or anything like that. That's just true. Most people playing Street Fighter 6 have played it all month, almost nonstop. They focused in on one or two characters that they consider their mains, who they tried to get up to Diamond or Master level, and they have constantly just sat there learning and streaming. For me, this is the game that's balanced with everything else. Even though I play Street Fighter 6 a lot, every night stream is usually something different, with the exception of Friday night fights, and then every other day stream is something different, right? So, for me, even playing as much of Street Fighter 6 as I had, it's been hard to satisfy, The good news is, 2 of these
Holy
lengthy RPGs are about
shit.
to conclude this.
You just read the thing the agent proper said.
Yep.
So, in case you guys aren't aware,
What the fuck?
this little figure here, it's the guy. Not only is it the guy, it's the guy on eBay. And the top bid right now, according to Agent Proper in the chat, it's just a charity. It's a charity thing, okay? Updating the guy figure charity sale. The highest bid right now is for $2,135. That's enough for 17 Hogans. Apparently, according to Agent Proper's maths. There you go. I'm at $2,000 already for the top bid so far. That's
And
incredible.
it's been sold by the very good YouTuber
It's a Gundam. Yeah, it's a Gundam.
He
Yeah.
made it and stuff. Who is a very good content creator. You're just going to check him out. He's a great laugh.
Yeah, it's definitely a good laugh, yeah, for sure. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is going to a good cause. It's for charity, so there we go. It's a charity auction. Over $2,000 so far, and potentially climbing. It's crazy that.
For that $2,000 though. Holy fuck.
Big ups to everyone who's involved in that.
This week. So, with 2 concluding, we now have options to determine what is it that we would like to put into the rotation for variety purposes and break things up so it's not the same games anymore. And I am hoping, admittedly, that this will bring back some attention to the channel. This will bring some people back who maybe were not around in the month of June because they didn't care about fighting games and RPGs were too boring to them. And hopefully we'll get some more support back as well in the realm of channel side support. Because I'll tell you, the daily streams have been
there
good,
is.
and tips and everything have been great. But this month, I saw a big decline in things like super chats and memberships. And that's not good. But there's not much I can do about it when I'm doing as much as I possibly can to juggle and play all the new releases. But they're all just more of the same game, you see? So... let's see how it goes, but I'm excited for this week for sure, okay? So welcome back, everyone. By the way, thank you to Luthace, who just gifted 10 memberships to the channel. That's another 10-member bomb. Excuse me, because my allergies today are acting up. I'm just going to be honest with everyone, all right? I'm really looking forward to today's stream, and I hope it goes well, because I'm kind of stressed out right now, and I'm going to explain a little bit about that, but not everything right now, but I'm kind of stressed out about certain things going on in my personal life, and I'm hoping that today's stream can be a productive one, where we hit our 1,000th win, where I level up Blanca, where I pull off some impressive stuff, and by the way, I'm not saying that I'm gonna win nonstop. I don't think so. When you're in diamond ranking, right? Like, oh, by the way, this one tuft of hair is uncontrollable. No matter what I do, this one tuft of hair just does whatever it wants. You notice that? But anyway, no, like, I know it's gonna be hard. Like, people are saying once you get to diamond level in Street Fighter 6, you got the sweats. Like, people who literally have played so much nonstop to try to level up and maintain their ranks, that every little moment is a freaking try hard moment. And every moment is a crazy, watch this moment. And there's not much you can do about that. I'm going to do my best to still hang with Blanca. Today's my best character is Blanca in the game for sure, by far. I haven't played with him now seriously in over 2 weeks. I did use him in casual play about a week ago. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really hoping that today's stream will be entertaining, be fun, that we can be celebrating a 1,000th win right now, just so you know, because we're going to go over this in a minute. But we're less than 20 wins away from getting my 1,000th win. I need 19 more wins, and I've got...
Lies.
Wait, hold on. He just said he's 20 more wins away, right? From reaching 1,000, right? And in the same fucking breath, he then goes, we're 19 wins. What? You just said it was 20. Like, a tenth of a second ago. How could it go from 20 to 19?
I don't know. Even with casual numbers, he's like 26 away from the 1,000 mark.
I fully am now believing that he has someone in the wings. 100%. He's just fucked the numbers up.
Well,
There's no way.
Game Tricker's been giving him his stats every time.
Yeah.
He's
There's no
making
way.
a big spreadsheet, not shit saying, "Oh, you've won this many rounds, you've won this many matches, you got this percentage." Game Kicker, for whatever reason, is using some interesting figures which don't seem to be completely accurate, which Phil is choosing to believe over in what the game actually records.
Which is what it was in. And if he's using the he's counting casual matches profit, but the problem is, so if you count the casual matches in with the ranked ones, He's still not near 1,000. He's not 19 wins away.
He's counting training mode.
He has to be doing something. There's no. He's.
Let's see
the
him
game
explain
checker's
it. Let's
bullshitting
let's see him explain it. You know, maybe he's going to explain why it's only 19.
1,000 wins in Street Fighter 6. That is so exciting, right? And I can't wait to hit it and have that milestone with all of you today on stream. It's going to be a great time. All right, where do we even begin? Where should we begin? Let's start with my day off. Let's get the day off segment out of the way. Then we'll talk about what's going to go down today and stuff like that. We'll talk about the weekend schedule, which changed now. All right, and I'll talk a little bit about that. I have a couple news stories to cover today as well. If we end the podcast on the earlier side, so be it. So we can get more gameplay with Blanca. I'd be down for that. I guess we'll see.
You motherfucker.
Another one. He's ending early. He really. There's something coming, chat. I think he has someone in the wings with a nice bit of money for him.
It's who knows.
If he's trying to get the wins earlier.
He's desperate to get into it and just, yeah, it's possible. Thank you very much to Prophet for the super chat. It says, Game Clicker doesn't even have the game. That's right. Game Clicker has been giving him all these hints and tips without even owning the goddamn game or playing the game himself.
The game checker must be doing what DSP does and watch fucking videos and stuff.
I assume so. But it's mental that Game Clicker's not even fucking got a game himself and yet thinks he's an authority on giving Phil all his help and advice based on the expertise of other fucking people. So I know his own fucking expertise he's fucking sharing with fucking Phil.
I mean, even that person that helped did the thing for DSP, like, he doesn't take any of the information because he's still not doing any of it. So.
That's a good point. You know, Game Clicker fucking spends all his fucking money to give Phil this advice via tips. Phil very rarely takes that information on board. He doesn't absorb information that's given to him, all these fucking hints and tips of how to fucking capitalize in situations.
And like, even the streamer that watched his gameplay to then write him down, like, okay, here's how we break it down like any other client, he still hasn't taken any of that in. It was like a guy with a D. Chat, do you know his name? Because I've drawn a blank.
The diaphone?
Yeah, Diaphone. That, he's not taking any of it. I mean, he's still doing the drive rush cancel. He's still burning him out so fucking much. So he's taking literally none of it on board. So.
It's not just that. It's like he's now blaming his controller. He's now starting to fucking indicate his controller might be to blame for him not being able to fucking get his inputs.
That's what happens when you slam it so much.
Who knows?
If we end the podcast on the earlier side, so be it. So we can get more gameplay with Blanca. I'd be down for that. I guess we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. So let's talk. So let's see here.
That's a creepy whisper.
whisper.
Yeah, that's a fucking creepy bastard. There you fucking go. That's picked off. We're doing quite well in the card so far. I know it's only right across the middle of the board, but we have 13 snorts already. So we're well on our way to a free space based on the snorts.
What's his likes at?
His likes are at 43. He's got 43 likes currently, which is actually not bad for him.
Yesterday was my day off from streaming, and during that day, all right, weather was incredibly warm. Like, I had stuff that I need to do, and it was so hot outside.
Hold on, he actually went outside. Phil said recently before his day off it was planned to stay in because he already did everything he needed to do. There was no. I'm pretty sure he indicated to his audience before that he weren't planned to actually go anywhere. And all of a sudden, Phil actually went outside. Okay, let's see what he fucking went then, I guess.
Yeah, this has to do with his, it's stressful.
We can only hope.
Weather was incredibly warm. Like, I had stuff that I need to do, and it was so hot outside that I actually limited what I was doing because it was in the mid-90s. You know, when it gets that hot, it's not really feasible to be out all day. You know, I'm not like it's Florida weather or whatever, but out here we're not used to that kind of heat. So basically, I limited the amount of stuff that I wanted to do during my day off because of the heat. And so all day we had the air conditioners blasting in the house, and I went out and ran my errands, which included grocery shopping, pet supplies, and the like. Did all the usuals. Nothing too particularly crazy or anything like that. But I will say this, Jasper, he's been a terror these last couple of days because it's been so hot. I think his behavior changes, right? This happens with cats, is when things distinctly change in the environment, then they change their behaviors as well. And what we've noticed is two things. Number one, he wakes up early, like way earlier than when we need to get up. And he's waking us up like, Jasper, we're not getting up now. Like, why are you doing this? We're not getting up.
It's fucking 9 a.m. and
bullshit.
Fucking cat's like, hey, the cat's
It's
like,
bullshit. Chad, I have a cat right next to right now. My cat. And I hate to tell you. Well, not hate to tell you, but see what's really hot? Guess what cats do when it's really hot?
They sleep a lot.
Yep.
I know this.
Him saying that his cats they get more no, they really don't. They sleep a fuck ton more because they're exhausted.
Cats love fucking sleeping in the sun and just basking in the heat. They love it.
And also the fact is, remember, we might be able to, you know, change into our clothes, take our tops off or whatever, just, you know, wear shorts. Cats kind of are stuck with their fur, so they overheat. So he's fucking full of shit.
So Jasper's been waking up earlier than normal, which is why he's fucking grumpy. Okay.
Up right now. You know, that's number one. And number two, he's been acting up and really, really demanding a lot of attention. Like every waking moment, he wants attention from us. And if we don't give it to him, then he starts to try to misbehave because he knows if he misbehaves and does things he's not supposed to do, he'll get our attention. You know what I mean? So it's tough. And, you know, without going into massive detail about it, because I don't need to know the ins and outs of what our cat does. But basically, he has been kind of getting us on our wits' end. It's funny because when he's with us and we're relaxing, you know, he's purring and wants pets or whatever. That's cute. But then it's like, okay, Jasper, no, we got to do something now. We're in the middle of doing something. You know, we can't be with you every moment. Oh, but that's it. He's dancing all over everything, right in front of us where he's not supposed to be. He jumps on things and goes places and tries to eat things he knows he's not supposed to eat, but he's doing it on purpose. You know,
Let me go back here for a second. Was that an eye
Then
touch?
you yell at them.
Hey, Jasper, no, we got to do something now. We're in the middle of doing something. You know, we can't.
It's close to his eye, but it's still his face technically.
It's like you yell at the cat, you tell it off. You know.
Nah, it's not an eye touch. I can't count that as an eye touch. It's very close,
I'm
but it's not the eye.
close, though.
Very, very close. He's gotten closer. Put it that way.
Moment.
Yeah,
Oh, that's it. He's dancing all over everything, right in front of us where he's not supposed to be. He jumps on things and goes places and tries to eat things he knows he's not supposed to eat, but he's doing it on purpose. You know, he wants that attention, that love. And that's why I tell you guys, we're not.
Basically, he's not getting fucking enough love between the two of you, and he feels fucking neglected, and so he's acting out. And you're blaming the cat for not giving it enough love. Is that what you're telling us, Phil? You terrible fucking. You don't deserve cats, so you don't deserve pets. You don't deserve their fucking unconditional love, Phil. You really don't.
Planning on getting another pet while we have Jasper. Reason being, he 100% is the kind of pet that is ultra demanding of all attention. He wants to be the center of attention in the house. This is a personality type for certain cats where they absolutely need to be 100% the focus of everything. And
Remind you of anyone?
I mean, he's full of shit because cats don't do that.
I mean,
they don't need that.
Some pets are a wee bit fucking dramatic, you know, in that way. But yeah, Phil, maybe the whole fucking notion of pets taking after their owners, maybe it's true here. Phil's fucking noticing this trait in the cat, and it's like, where do you think the fucking cat got it from?
if they're not, they're very upset. They're known to act out. They're known to do naughty things if they're not. So can you imagine if right now he's the only pet in the house, right? And we're giving him a lot of attention constantly. And the moments we don't, he's already acting up. Can you imagine if we got another cat or if we got a dog, you know what I'm saying? And we got another pet that's now taking attention away from him. Those moments, he would go crazy. He'd probably try to destroy the house, right? He'd probably be pooping and peeing all over the place. He'd probably be, purposefully trying to eat things or vomiting, making himself vomit to get attention. And that's not good, obviously. That's bad. That's why you kind of, you don't know what you sign up for when you get a pet.
Money, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Money, oh, money, money.
Apparently it's bad for cats to be sick.
Money.
It's not. He's saying the cat would force itself to be sick, like it's doing it on purpose.
I'm going to rewind that just to fucking play again, just to be sure we heard the fucking right thing. But thank you, first of all, to Robert for Super Chat, who says, "Oh, cat's home, Jasper, get the fuck out of there." Jesus Christ, I mean, it's one of those things that Phil. It's strange how fucking much of a 180 happens with fucking Jasper whenever cat's home. Like, if Cat's away fucking out and getting, fucking plugged by Tyrone or whatever, or at work or whatever, push, it's like all of a sudden it's like Phil's like, "Please come in, Jasper, so I can fucking monetize you and fucking hold you up to the camera and may force you to fucking meow from a fucking audience." As soon as Cat's home, doors slammed closed, get the fuck away from my fucking shit, Jasper. You fucking just make sure you fucking get attention from that fucking other person downstairs because I'm too busy for you all of a sudden. The cat is clearly feeling neglected based by what Phil's telling us, based purely on Phil's own story here. The cat needs more attention, is not getting enough attention from Dumb and Dumber in that fucking house. But let's just confirm what Phil said there.
Need to be 100% the focus of everything. And if they're not, they're very upset. They're known to act out. They're known to do naughty things if they're not. So can you imagine if right now he's the only pet in the house, right? And we're giving him a lot of attention constantly. And the moments we don't, he's already acting up. Can you imagine if we got another cat or if we got a dog, you know what I'm saying? And we got another pet that's now taking attention away from him. Those moments, he would go crazy. He'd probably try to destroy the house, right? He'd probably be pooping and peeing all over the place. He'd probably be, purposefully trying to eat things or vomiting, making himself vomit to get attention. And that's not good, obviously. That's bad. That's why you don't know what you sign up for when you get a pet. And by the way, I'm not complaining. He's an amazing cat and an awesome pet. But yeah.
Not complaining.
I'm not complaining. But I'm complaining about what he does.
I'm gonna fucking bitch and whine and moan about it for fucking several minutes. But I'm not complaining. We love this fucking. What the fuck? Thank you for disclosing for everyone, Phil, how badly you really treat that cat and how much fucking neglect it really seems to go through to act up like this.
Times like this, especially when you get a situation where, you know, you think things should be nice and calm. It's summertime. We're going to relax. It's the opposite. He's got us on our wits' end, you know, causing problems and just in general, constantly kind of trying misbehavior. Wake up in the early in the morning. No, we're not getting up now, Jasper. It's supposed to be our day off. Why are you waking us up so early in the morning? You know? So then on top of that, and here's the thing, this is going to lead into our schedule for the weekend. I made an announcement yesterday during the day that the schedule for the weekend is changing. It is. Normally, as you guys know, every Saturday, I do a show called DSP versus the Internet. This is my weekly Clips React show on my sister channel, DSP Reacts, where the channel members on that channel nominate clips, and we watch them live, and that's the premise of the show, is me live reacting to content once a week. It's a great show. I enjoy it for variety purposes. And the thing is, the really only reason the show works is because of the buy-in of the members, you know, people becoming a member on the channel and then nominating the clips. So this week's no exception. You know, people nominated a bunch of clips. I haven't made the playlist yet. Typically, I would do it Friday night, and then Saturday, the daytime stream is our show. Well, here's what happened, and without giving you details, I've learned from experience something very important, okay? Here's what I've learned. Do not publicly speak about a situation until that situation is resolved, or at least you have the vast majority of information about it finished, so that way you can definitively talk about something with an outcome, rather than have it being an open-ended thing, right? And without explaining too much, basically the way I see it is the less information I give you right now, the better, until the situation is resolved, and then I can tell you the whole story. Because then it's a better story, because you know what happened with it, you see? So that's what I'm doing. Essentially, let me just put it this way. Yesterday, something happened during my day off. Now,
money, yeah, money,
This.
money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Bart Wells. Super Chat says, if owning a cat has you at your wit's end, then maybe you aren't a mature adult. It's a good fucking point. I don't think Phil deserves to own a fucking cat. I don't think Phil should be in charge of any fucking other creature, considering how much fucking damage he's clearly done to himself, looking after himself. Thank fuck he's not got a kid. Bit random, I know, but thank fuck they don't have a child. But I'm kind of curious what this fucking random thing is that happened on his day off, which has caused some stress. Will it involve money?
I mean, it's DSP. Is that like a fucking, you know, asking, is the Pope Catholic?
Yeah, true, yeah. So he's not going to give details, he's going to wait until it's all fully resolved, and I guess that's where the audience steps in and helps to resolve it in the way of contributions. Let's find out, shall we?
right now, the better, until the situation is resolved, and then I can tell you the whole story. Because then it's a better story, because you know what happened with it, you see? So that's what I'm doing. Essentially, let me just put it this way. Yesterday, something happened during my day off. Now I am going to be interrupted, no matter what, during tomorrow afternoon. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. There's no way around it. I can't change it. I can't reschedule it. I have to be interrupted tomorrow afternoon. Okay? So
Do we think... On you go, you first.
I like, what the fuck is that? Like, interrupted? Doing, like, for what? Like...
They can't reschedule it, they can't move it, it absolutely has to happen tomorrow, it's against his fucking control. Is it possible someone's come out to fucking value the house, or some sort of house inspection? Yeah, Barrett Wells is guessing HOA inspection. And D-Dog fucking sums up, who fucking cares?
So that being said, if I'm going to be interrupted, it makes more sense to me.
Hey, that being said was said, that's the first bingo of the fucking game, hooray. One down, several more to fucking go, but that being said was fucking said, hooray.
I have to be interrupted tomorrow afternoon. Okay? So that being said, if I'm going to be interrupted, it makes more sense to be interrupted during a gameplay stream, where there is no time constraints on how much gameplay or whatever we're doing, versus a stream that I only do once a week that's tied to support on a channel, and if I have time away from that stream, people are disappointed because we watched less clips. You understand?
You also
is supposed to be a guaranteed
skip
3-hour show. So if I get interrupted during that show, that's not fair to those who paid to be a part of that show. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so because of that, that's why I have to change the schedule around for the weekend. If I'm going to be interrupted during gameplay, big deal. We can easily play more of the game at any time in the future. But once a week, these people are contributing and waiting to have their clips watched. And if I don't watch them because, you know, I get interrupted, that's messed up. So that's why we juggled it around. Here's how it goes. Normally tomorrow would be DSP versus the internet and then a late night stream. But instead, tomorrow's going to be gameplay. We're going to do Final Fantasy 16, which absolutely is going to get interrupted at some point. And then we're going to do the conclusion of Diablo 4 tomorrow night, which we'll talk about in a second, because I'm sure we're beating the game, and I'm going to tell you why. Then, on Sunday, Sunday will be DSP versus the internet on DSP Reacts. So I'm trying to get the word out. I already updated the schedules everywhere, and I posted up on DSP Reacts as well, so people would know. But I'm trying to get the word out. I don't want people to show up on Saturday and be like, oh no, where's the React show? I can't attend on Sunday. So this.
I think I'm going to do bingo tomorrow then, okay? I think I'm doing bingo. It's strange me doing a Saturday, I know, but because Phil's changing up his... I'll change up my schedule as well. I will do bingo on the Saturday instead, and I'll take Sunday off. There you go, that's what I'll do.
Sucks because this is my once a week to get my clip watch, and now I can't watch it, right? So I hope that's not the case, but you know, it is what it is. It happened yesterday, so I couldn't have changed the schedule or given any more advance notice than I did. As soon as this happened, I ran and posted up so you guys knew. So that's the deal, all right? So
I just fucking love
You
that.
were.
I love the mental image of Phil running to his fucking phone and letting people know immediately. Just fucking legging it towards his fucking phone, galloping towards it. Guys, update, change, tomorrow, switch. He's just fucking desperate, trying to fucking get the words out in a fucking panic. Anthony is saying, is Phil talking about his cat toxic? I don't know, Phil's... It wasn't being toxic.
I mean, no, not really. He was bitching about it.
He's whining
It's
and
not-
ranting, but it wasn't him being toxic, it was just him being ignorant about it. You know? We're all feeling sorry for Jasper, but Phil's not being toxic towards him, they're just being fucking close. And
It was just him being a cunt,
yeah,
as they say.
it was just Phil being a complete bastard, yeah.
we'll go through the schedule in a moment to explain exactly what the schedule is for the weekend, but we're flipping the days. Now, here's the thing. Maybe, do you guys think that maybe the React show works better on Sunday anyway? Because
There it is, I knew it, I fucking knew it. Phil's fucking just, basically gearing up for us, He wants it to be fucking on a Sunday anyway, he wants it moved away from Saturdays. Knew it was going to happen. So here we go, Phil's going to try and fucking keep us stuck in Sundays now.
my day off is going to be Thursdays, for now anyway. If I come back and all day Friday is Street Fighter, but then Saturday is the React show, essentially it means all other games are on hold for like several days. Maybe it makes more sense to have the React show on Sunday anyway. That way I get 2 days of gameplay in before I take any kind of a break away to do the React content. However, that will change things for marathons because my marathons that I've been doing have always been on Sundays, but they would have to flip to Saturdays. Okay? So, all I would say is think about it. I don't know if we should flip permanently or not. All right? It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna check
from
with
there.
your whales.
All right, I don't know. Let's think about it. But anyway, it has to flip for this weekend, okay, because of this reason. But then everything is back to normal Monday, and we have 3 full days of streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? So not only do we have Jasper kind of driving us nuts here these last few days, but then I got other things going on, and now my schedule's thrown into disarray and everything, and it's just like stress on stress on stress, and it's annoying. It is. I'm happy to be jumping back into gameplay today. Hopefully everything today goes well. We have a good session of Street Fighter. Getting my 1000th win should be special, and in addition to that, hopefully leveling up Blanca, maybe getting better with him. I have watched some videos for some tech. Essentially, I've seen some of the best things you could do with Blanca and some of his best normals that you should use, whether it's a drive rush or, quarter mix-ups with the Blanca-chan. I've seen some interesting things, and also I'm going to try to implement a few other things into my gameplay. For example, the aerial Blanca ball. A lot of people fall for it because it's fast and no one really uses it that much. So if you jump back and the enemy's in your face, you can do aerial Blanca ball. If it hits, great. If it doesn't, you kind of have frame advantage to do either hit string or you can even do like drive impact. So I've got some strategies I want to implement in today's gameplay based on some video footage I've seen of the top of Blancas out there, and I'm hoping that I can implement it. We'll see, okay? So without further ado, I think now's a good time to do it. Let's do the schedule for the week so you guys know what to expect, all right? So here we go. Today, the first stream, first of all, Street Fighter Friday, which means Street Fighter all day long. My first stream is the Blanca Bonanza event. All this first stream, I'll be playing with Blanca, only ranked matches. So 100% trying to level up my Blanca, improve his standing in the Diamond ranks. Right now, he's only Diamond 1 star, but if we do well today, maybe we can even get him up to Diamond 2 star. That would be pretty sweet. I don't know if we will, but we'll try. Okay, by the way, Nathan just gifted 10 more memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, Nathan. You have been very, very generous and supportive this morning to DSP Gaming, and I really appreciate that. Because now we've gotten ourselves back over to 505 memberships, or excuse me, to over 500 memberships, which is great progress because we were under 500 for about a week there, and now we're back above, and I really appreciate that. Again, guys, if you were gifted a membership by Nathan, be sure to thank him for his generosity. Thank you so much, Nathan, for supporting the community. This is a great way to start today, let me tell you.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
There's a profit for a super chat who says putting Jasper down as appointment for tomorrow. Don't fucking do that. That's a dark joke, Prophet. The cat's not. Nah, the cat's just being. The cat just needs more love. That's just nah. Getting Jasper a new home should be an appointment for fucking tomorrow. Never mind that. Nah, don't. Mind you, Phil would be too cheap. Phil strikes me as the type of person that's too cheap to go to a fucking vet and get a fucking animal put down. Phil strikes me as the kind of person that would just fucking make cat put the poor animal to his misery with an unfortunate seating accident. Cat never
Just
looked.
fucking eat the cat.
Cat never looked where she was going to sit down. Rest in peace. Cat turns into a pancake. That is what it is. But yeah, I can imagine Phil trying to sort that out that way in order to try and avoid paying a vet bill for everything fucking euthanizing a pet.
Be sure to thank him for his generosity. Thank you so much, Nathan, for supporting the community. This is a great way to start today, let me tell you, because, like I said, things have been down around here for about a week or a couple of weeks, with everything just being RPG, or Street Fighter. So, okay.
And
so the first
today
stream
we're
is the
playing
Blanca
Street
Bonanza, but in
Fighter.
addition, yes, during this stream, unless I literally go on a non-stop losing streak, which hopefully doesn't happen, I'm going to get my 1000th win. I need 19
No, you're not.
more. So, That's going to be epic to see what was my 1,000th win and celebrate with all of you. I'm sure it's going to be a glorious feeling, and then we can move on and say, what's the next milestone? Is it 2,000, right? We can go for that. And see.
I think it's quite fucking sad he's counting casual matches. It's kind of sad. It's kind of cringe anyway he's counting in the fucking first place. But the fact that he's counting casual matches, and not only that, he's counting them wrong. It's more than 19.
He's counting them because that's what Game Tracker's telling him.
It's so sad though, it really is.
If Game Tracker's saying, oh, you're 19 away, Phil, he'll go, okay, thanks.
I
Give me money.
guarantee as well, as soon as he thinks he's at 1,000, his head will swivel around faster than the speed of light towards his chat and wait and wait and wait and wait for that contribution to celebrate the 1,000th win.
And Jinx will show up out of nowhere who hasn't been here for quite
And then Jackson as well, fucking back-to-back 1k fucking contributions that will all flood in.
Well, like, Game Cracker's already given 30. That's like a given, so he's already up 30. So.
That's fucking crazy.
See how long it takes.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
We have to Cal Denson for a super chat. It says,
Need his cat to his wife for the next meal. I think he just said the word feed.
Thank you for reading that, because he could feed his cat to his ex as a meal. Jesus Christ. Well, Leanna always wanted a cat. Remember that, Laura? Yeah, like, she was desperate for an animal. A pet.
And Leanna looked after those little... She left, they died.
The gerbils.
So what does that say?
Exactly, yeah.
What does that say about DSP?
He couldn't even look after himself. He couldn't even fucking make himself a goddamn sandwich, as you know very well.
I mean, fuck, he's literally said... Remember we said, oh, like, maybe I'll wear these button-up shirts and maybe I'll brush my hair more. Like, maybe
I'll shower more.
Like, he literally implying that he dresses like a bum on stream and he knows it.
Oh, another member bomb by Lithias. Another 10 member bomb, so they've gifted now 20, I think, so far.
That's 70 members he's got. I think it's the same person. I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
Nathan Smith is a notorious autistic British-style supporter to live in England somewhere. And,
that's why he's English, you see.
And that's not me doxing him, by the way. That was what Nathan Smith shared on stream with everyone. So they share that information in public. It's public information. And so yeah, it could be. I don't know if Nathan Smith... It never struck me as the type of person to have sock accounts. Like, they're not ashamed to support Phil. Why not just fucking stay on your normal account? If you're really gifted 50, why not just stay on your normal account and gift 20 more?
I mean, why does OIC hide behind sock accounts? Even though everyone knows it's him.
He has a fucking system, man. He's like fucking got multiple fucking dozens, and it's crazy.
Everyone knows it's him, so why hide? It's like, you know.
Fuck it, because no one else. Maybe it's fun for him to fucking chuck at dent heads. I don't know.
But even the dent heads know it's him. Like, some of them even call him out, like, oh, it's OIC.
I don't know. Some people are just fucking weird, I guess.
It's going to be a glorious feeling, and then we can move on and say, what's the next milestone? Is it 2,000, right? We can go for that and see how long it takes me to hit that, okay? So that's today. Now, the late stream tonight is more Street Fighter 6, but what do? Well, in my opinion, I think tonight I should either do a stream with Lily or Marisa. I haven't played with either character seriously in a while. Lily longer. Marisa has been a little bit, but I could go back and learn a little more. I'm definitely thinking either one would work well for a late night 2-hour stream of Friday Night Fights, but we'll think about it. Maybe you guys give me your opinions today. Would you rather see Lily, who I haven't played in a while, or Marisa, who we haven't played in a while, right? And go from there. Let me know what you think for the late stream. Tomorrow, since the schedule is now different, listen up. On Saturday, the first stream will be the Level 1 podcast, followed by Final Fantasy 16. However, during the afternoon, we are absolutely going to be interrupted. There is nothing can be done about it. I don't know exactly the time yet, but once it happens, and we're going to have to take a break. And I will tell you, obviously, when the break is over and we're coming back for more gameplay. You know, unless it happens at the very tail end of the stream, in which case we'll probably just adjourn the stream early. Wouldn't make sense to try to cram in, you know, just a little bit of gameplay at the end of the stream. We'll see. So it is going to be a shorter first stream tomorrow of Final Fantasy 16, but I'll do my best to make some progress in the game and hopefully have developments and stuff while we stream. Tomorrow night's late stream is the conclusion of Diablo 4. And I can absolutely guarantee you tomorrow night is the conclusion, and here's why. Because my wife beat the game yesterday. And she beat it when I was out running errands. We actually timed it this way. So she was playing it, and she got up to the point where I basically stopped playing the other night, where I fought that giant boss, the Pestilence or whatever it was. And basically when I finished that, I said, I'm going, you know, that's a checkpoint. When we play again, this is where we'll resume. Well, my wife kept playing past that point. I left, so I wasn't spoiled. And when I came back from my, you know, errands out, a few hours errands, she's like, yep, I beat it while you were gone. It took about an hour and a half, and you should definitely beat it next time you play. She didn't spoil the ending. In fact, she's actually excited to talk to me about the ending of the game when I beat it tomorrow night. So, kind of holding off on our talking and discussing about the game until we actually beat it on Saturday night. But that will be it now. Already people say, well, you do post-game. Do you really want to see me do post-game dungeon grinding in this game when I played it for a month to beat it? And all people did was complain. Right? But the way I see it is, will I eventually maybe go back to it? We'll leave it as a maybe. For now, I feel good that I'm going to finish the story. let's definitely finish it for now. And then I believe what people are saying is I guess there's going to be seasonal content in the game. I think it starts on like the 20th of this month or something like that. So maybe when that happens, we'll go back, we'll reassess and see what's going on with it and see if we want to do it or not. But for now, I think getting a little break from it is going to be a good thing so we can focus on other things, okay? So the conclusion of Diablo 4's story mode is tomorrow night, and then we can give the game a little bit of a rest, all right? Now, as I've already explained, since we're swapping the streams around, that means Sunday, there's going to be a Level 1 podcast followed by DSP versus the Internet on DSP React. There is no late stream on Sunday. So Sunday is essentially just the React show, and that's it. Now, I will say this. It would be great if we can get some support for the React show. And what I mean by that is that show primarily is supported by memberships on the channel of DSP React. Typically, when I stream that, I get almost no support on that live stream. It's usually dead for support. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2 tips, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 super chats, but typically it's like super slow and dead, which is fine. The support for that channel, again, is coming from the memberships. But it would be great to get some support because that's the only stream I'm even doing.
Well, it's fine, but it's also not fine. I love this fucking strange double fucking that. It's like, he's begging for fucking more support, but then he's fucking saying it's fine that he's getting what he's getting. It makes no sense. It's either not fine or it's fucking fine. I don't know, it's so confusing. We'll just round it. Just this fucking... I'm trying to understand whether it's fucking fine or not fine. I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Primarily is supported by memberships on the channel of DSP React. Typically when I stream that, I get almost no support on that live stream. It's usually dead for support. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2 tips, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 super chats, but typically it's like super slow and dead, which is fine. The support for that channel, again, is coming from the memberships. But it would be great to get some support because that's the only stream I'm even doing tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I have to film private React videos for patrons, and that's going to take up my entire night session. So all we're doing on Sunday is DSP versus the Internet. That's it, okay? But then, I'll come back on Monday, full force, with a full session of Street Fighter 6, paired with a late night session of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom as we attempt to complete the 5th and final dungeon and head into the end game. Will I beat the game on Monday night? Probably not. What people are saying is this dungeon can get quite challenging and you know, it might take me the rest of the stream to just beat the final dungeon. And then we got the final fight, which is actually quite the trek to get, I guess, to Ganondorf and then fight him. So likely 2 more streams to beat Zelda, I'm thinking. We'll see, but we'll see what happens Monday night. Okay? Tuesday's daytime stream will be an uninterrupted stream of Final Fantasy 16. Tuesday night will be something new because if we beat Diablo on Saturday night, this frees up a night stream. Now, being that there's only going to be one of these streams during the week, maybe we shouldn't go too crazy. And I'm thinking maybe, for variety's sake, that night we can actually do a stream of Street Fighter 6's like World Tour mode, which we have not played now in a month. So maybe do 2 hours of chill late night gaming in World Tour mode, try to level up my avatar, learn some abilities, gain some experience, and just kind of chill on that late stream because that stream should be very chill, okay? And then final stream, or streaming day of the week, Wednesday, will be Street Fighter 6 on the day stream, and the night stream will be the conclusion of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which means next week we will have all of the night streams open to do whatever. We could do the Return of Elden Ring. We could start Amnesia the Bunker. We could play more of the Street Fighter.
I just love... I'm playing way too many RPGs lately. I'm playing way too many of them. And it's like the first game he fucking announces that he could fucking play once one's done. We can go back to another RPG, Elden Ring. Like, what a moron. Fucking moron.
We could do the Return of Elden Ring. We could start Amnesia the Bunker. We could play more of the Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode. I am open to suggestions of something from you guys, all right? Whatever you know, I want suggestions of what you would like me to see me do over the month of July, now that we're going to have these slots freed up, okay? So let's go from there, let's see what happens.
When he literally is going
the only thing that I will say is this, all right?
Sorry, on your side.
I was like, you know, he's asking for suggestions, but then he's going to cry about it. He's like, oh, it's the chat's fault for telling me to play this and that.
That's what I'm saying, like, if Phil decides himself, who's going to blame?
Yeah, but he won't though because he wants a fucking scapegoat because he's a cunt.
Precisely, which is why he's asking his audience. You can't have Phil deciding these things by himself because he's got no data fucking thrown under the bus. Should it not fucking get support he thinks it deserves? Therefore, it's up to the audience to not only fucking suggest things for him to do, but also be the scapegoats for him when it fucking fails, inevitably. So, yeah, of course he's going to fucking, you know, throw his audience under the bus. Should it not get support he thinks it deserves. But if it does get support that he thinks it deserves, then what a fucking great decision that was by Phil Burnell to fucking do that.
Also, listen, maybe that's a thumbnail. That pause you did.
Oh, I've already got one prepared. Okay, I will probably be streaming tomorrow. But I'll take Sunday off.
So let's go from there and let's see what happens. The only thing that I will say is this, all right? I am very curious about your feedback regarding Final Fantasy 16, and here's what I mean. The game started off very interesting and strong, and since then it's kind of fizzled out. And like I told you guys, it seems like every time I play Final Fantasy 16, half of the stream is boring as dirt, and everyone is bored to tears, the viewers and me. And then the other half seems interesting. Do we really want to play a lengthy RPG where 50% of our time is bored to tears? But sadly, it seems like that's the game they made. I don't know what they were fucking thinking, but that's kind of the game they made. It's really weird.
Yeah, he's been hinting about it for a wee while. He has definitely been given big hints about dropping the game.
Because it seems like the opinions on Final Fantasy 16 on the internet are completely opposite. There's one group of people who think this is like the best Final Fantasy they've ever played. They're madly in love with the game and think it's the game of the year. And the other half are like, this game is fucking shitty. I don't know what they did. They ruined Final Fantasy because they made it so much based on the narrative, and the narrative is boring half the time, and we don't know what they were thinking with these fucking cutscenes, and the game sucks. And it's so weird to see that split. You know what I'm saying? It's very odd. But I bought it. I spent $70 on this damn game, and I've already committed 15 plus hours to it. If you remember the last time we...
So you spent $70 on the game, okay? This is what Phil's argument is. I've spent $70 on this fucking game. So how much money have you made via tips alone for Final Fantasy? $51 and $170 and $6 to $8 and $123 there. Any night streams of Final Fantasy or all been just those? There's one there as well. I'll put it all day there. Phil has made $443 in tips alone playing Final Fantasy. So, even though I spent 70 goddamn bucks on it, he has made plenty back via tips alone. Never mind super chats, never mind memberships and all that shit for playing the same game on those streams. And tips alone, Phil has made $443 already. So, I don't know why he's complaining about spending $70 on a game, which he's already fucking made a lot more money on. He's fucking got his fucking money back from playing the game and then some. So, fuck knows why he's fucking stressing that point. Is, you know, I've already spent $70 in this game when he's made that much money back in it already.
Played it, there was a time lapse, and essentially now we're entering Act 2, which is really where the game begins. So the way I would say it is, listen, we're definitely going to continue to play the game this week. Let's judge based off of the 2 streams I'm doing this week, whether or not this is something you want to see me continue. If it really is so boring by the end of the week that we're just burnt out on it, we don't have to continue. We could do something else, all right? And I'm okay with that. But I want to be sure we're all on the same page here, because there seem to be some people that every time I play it, oh, don't worry, the better part's coming. All right, well, we're 15 hours in. When's the better part, right? Maybe it's now, because we just hit Act 2, so maybe now is when the better part comes, right? I guess we'll see. But to me, like I said, it's not that I'm not enjoying. There are parts I very much enjoy, but I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. I'm an entertainer. I'm supposed to be doing stuff that entertains, not forcing myself to play a game.
You just realized that you
yourself
has to be entertaining too, right?
What was that?
Like that. Like he does realize that he himself has to be entertaining, right?
No, it's not up to him to be entertaining. It's up to the game.
Oh,
No, keep in mind, it's up to the game to fucking be entertaining for his audience. He's just the one playing the game, whatever, but it's up to the game itself to be the entertaining factor for his audience. You know, if the game's not entertaining, then that's not Phil's fault, that's the game's fault.
That was a hell of a freeze for him, by the way.
I know, it's a crack. I might just fucking do it just for the, you know, for the sake of it, you know. But I do have a thumbnail in mind already. Like, I found an old face from... It is mental. I'll show stream in a second what I mean. Let me just get this face as well sorted first, hold on. Jesus Christ, man, what a fucking face. Hold on.
It's the I'm special faith.
So this is there you go. Perfect little crop there, you know. There we go. But let me show you. Hold on. Where did I send this picture before? I sent it somewhere, I think. I know where I sent it. Hold on. I traumatized this person. Okay, cool. There you go.
You covered someone both.
So I got this picture from Phil from one of his older videos. So this fucking... He's got some sort of fucking, like, headlight thing on his head. It's a bizarre fucking thing. Is this some like a video from like 2015 or something? Or 2014? So I managed to crop it out and it looked like this.
And that may be when his power had gone out or some fucking thing he was streaming from his phone or some shit.
No, it's normal DSP tries it and he fucking turned the camera around on himself. Just to show off the camera thing, but no, he had a normal camera. I think it was one of his loot boxes. You know, and this is one of the things in the loot box where he's like this kind of fucking ridiculous thing in his head. You know, and it's just, yeah, I thought this is an incredible fucking random freeze frame. Jesus Christ. People calling it discount Naruto.
Discount Naruto.
Yeah. But there you go. So this is going to be a face for a future bingo for sure. But this one's also decent, to be fair. This one's also got potential for sure. Anyway, back to bingo.
And the entire stream feels the same way as me. I don't know what they were thinking, but I don't think they've heard of pacing before. I don't think they understand the concept of pacing. Whoever made this game really fucked it up, because they easily could have cut out a bunch of this nonsense and made the game way more interesting, and they really took way too long to get to the meat of the game, and really have had issues with their story being drawn out in an entertaining fashion. They could have done a lot better. I think it's kind of sad that the writing is the problem, right? Like the writing and the elaboration of the story is the problem. If the story had been more streamlined and more, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not giving up on it this week, okay? I want to keep playing it for this week and determine by the end of the week, do we want to continue with this game or not? So let's work on that together. Let's actually, you know, definitively explore this game together
one more
this week
stream
and
then.
see if it gets to a point where we want to continue. I'm hoping because we hit Act 2, now it will be more interesting. I guess we'll see, okay? This really baffles me. High's Darkness just said, I think maybe the game isn't for you. Out of all the people I've watched play it, they love the world building and pacing. Okay, question. Honestly, what do they do for the 2 hours where they're doing bullshit? If they'll say they play 4-hour streams, 2 hours of their stream, they're talking to townspeople that have nothing to fucking do with anything. They have nothing to do with the plot. They're bullshitting, they're wasting time, running around doing fetch quests, they're getting combs, you know what I mean? How do you find entertainment in that? No, really, I mean it now, you know? Maybe they just are
they're
like,
immersed
and they have like infinite time. You know, I'm 41 years old.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, this is incredible, man. It's like, what?
You're a cunt
Yeah,
of
man.
the highest regard.
I love how fellas
They're
fucking...
immersed.
Yeah, I mean, fucking people... Some people enjoy this little break from the fucking main story to do this little side content stuff.
Hey, it's trying to show that it's not all about main story. You know, like, you know, Clive is got to do these other
Yeah, it gives the world
things.
character. It gives the world some fucking depth. It's not just some fucking... Oh, it's just focused on this one fucking thing, and the fucking environment has no fucking real depth to it whatsoever. The side quests sometimes really fucking make a game so worthwhile.
Exactly. There's some side quests in fucking Mass Effect that's kind of go and grab this that doesn't really turn out to be anything in the story in the story, but it's still fucking good to do.
I think a good example of side quests in games could be. I've been very on the fence with where I should get it again for, you know, and have it for PC. Red Dead Redemption 2. Think of some of the side quests in that game that are fucking incredible.
Oh yeah. I played that game. It was pretty good.
I mean, I'm saying also you got your main fucking story thing, which is also fair enough. You know, what I mean, everyone kind of knows how it ends, but the amount of things you can do without having to do it, but you can choose to do it, and it's something that can really. There's so many fucking cool things and very meaningful. I mean, I'm not using that word. I'm not just fucking trying to sound like DSP, but some of these side quests really do pull your heartstrings sometimes. Like fucking, there's a few side quests involving like fucking helping out a nun. And you're a fucking badass cowboy, not shit, and you fucking kill people, not shit. And you don't have to, but you're choosing to fucking help out a fucking nun. And it's you get a couple of these kind of emotional wee moments and scenes when you fucking finish up those side quests, not shit. And there's other things as well. So there's plenty of these kind of wee side quests littered throughout the game, which fucking really do add a lot of depth to the character. And kind of makes you fucking feel for the character. And it's just one of those things. It's not just revolving around these dumbass cowboys roaming through the fucking land or whatever. There's a whole world around them that fucking has its own thing, it's living and all that shit, you know. But Phil can't relate to that. He's fucking one-track minded. He's on a rail. He's just fucking thinking, alright, I'm playing this game. I want to get to the end of the game as fast as possible. Not too fast, but I want to fucking get there. But he just cannot disassociate himself from the fact that the game's trying to fucking make him enjoy it. The game's trying to fucking help him enjoy the world around it, and he's like, he doesn't want to.
He's also gonna hate when the romance picks up more.
Oh Christ, man, he's gonna be so awkward with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's a full fucking scene of it. I watched Cold Carnage play it, and yeah, it gets pretty.
He's probably gonna fucking mute it or something, or turn the screen off or something.
He'll just fucking he'll do his whole hand in head or some pish, and then he'll
Oh my
wait
god,
to get,
I can't watch
and then like
this.
pause the game and go, what has this got to do with Final Fantasy? Like, what the fuck? Why is this even in the game?
Yeah, big time.
I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to be wasting time on your menial shit, you know? Every game cannot be, oh, this is now the game you play for 2 months straight. It's an insane time investment of your life, and God forbid you're looking for something fun to do. You're just invested, and you should enjoy every moment of every little menial thing we put into the game. No. Game developers should be looking to entertain first, not fill time. Too many game developers are looking to fill time and put a stamp on their game saying 100 hours of gameplay, when half of that gameplay is not meaningful. It just drives me crazy, right? It's just fucking nuts, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. So let's see. Again, let's see. I don't want to give up on the game. It's becoming too difficult for me to entertain an audience for a game that's full of boredom and bloat. That's what it is.
Oh my god, it's fucking difficult for you to fucking entertain an audience anyway because of who you are.
Yeah.
And your personality.
And you're a streamer that's supposed to be entertaining. If the streamer is not entertaining, guess what? People leave.
It is up to the streamer to fucking entertain the audience because of who they are. It's not a game's responsibility to entertain the audience. It's the streamer's responsibility.
Exactly. So I don't know what he's fucking on about.
It's so unbelievably fucking insane for him to fucking put the onus of a responsibility for him entertaining his audience in the fucking game. No, Phil, why don't you fucking try and entertain your audience? What is
Then
Phil
in
doing to
private,
entertain him?
his chat not helping him out or not being engaging and stuff like that. They're talking to each other. Well, isn't that what you want in a chat where they talk to each other?
As also, if they're not paying attention to him and talking to him, they're talking amongst themselves with their own topics, and no, fucking not allowed. Heaven forbid you fucking talk about yourselves with your own. You're not talking about the game, you're not talking about Phil. Get the fuck out of there.
This is bloat. It's bloated content, not needed. They just say cut the fat. Get the fat off of there and just give me the lean, delicious stuff. I don't need to know about the fucking farmer who lives down the street who grows a bunch of plums and he has problems watering his plums.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
defeat the freaking random.
put a thing in here. This is pretty fucking toxic.
You
I'm
think
not
it's
gonna lie,
toxic?
this is hugely toxic. He's bitching and moaning about game companies should make their game not, be fun. What the fuck are they doing with this? What they doing with that? That's toxic.
Oh,
That's toxic.
I'll take toxic.
I mean, like you can go and ask the rest chat and the other mods, and then if that's toxic, but that is toxic.
people
like you're
agree
telling
people agree with me.
yeah. So like he's telling the game companies, you should know that these are going to suck. You should do this. You should do that.
Well,
It's you who has to make a game entertaining, not the streamer, not the people playing it.
Yeah, he's
What?
calling him dumb as fuck as well, not sure, so definitely toxic, yeah. That's a bingo, of course.
Enemies in the field that are blocking the stream that waters plums, and it takes 20 minutes to do this quest. It's fucking boring. It's dumb, it's boring, it's stupid, it's not fun. Sorry, it adds nothing. Here's really what you have to ask yourself, right? So I'm playing Final Fantasy 16. Last stream, for the first time the game opened up, and they let you travel to any part of the map, and all these side quests opened up, right? And I said to my audience, should I do these side quests, right? Because here's the thing, if this game's like Witcher 3, and if these side quests are meaningful and have interesting plots to them, and there's world building, and they're critical, and they'll give you some good rewards in these cases, I will do them, right? Here's what I was told by my audience. No, you can literally skip every side quest up to this point. They're all boring, they're all trivial, they're all meaningless. They're just meant to kind of give side additional lore that really doesn't matter to the main plot of the game at all, and you get no rewards for them of any, it's just a waste of time. So I just said, fuck it then, and I continued with the story. Next thing you know, there's a time lapse. We're 5 years later. And I realized they were correct. I could have spent 4 hours in an open world doing every little trivial, meaningless piece of side content, and there still would have been the time lapse, and all those people would have been erased from existence, and none of it mattered. Like, wow.
I mean, it's giving
know, man.
side context, side lore
See, here's
to
the
the
thing. I'm
characters.
gonna direct.
It's just one of those things where, like, he can't be, he's always got to fucking be contrary, he's always got to find a reason to bitch about something, Fill the contrarian. You can't just fucking enjoy something for the sake of fucking enjoying it. Nah, he's got to fucking find some reason to bitch and whine and moan about it. In this case, it's taking up too much of his precious time. It's another RPG which is going to take so long for him to fucking finish because of, in his opinion, bloated side content.
I mean, it's the same thing again. Mass Effect. I played Mass Effect so fucking much, and I love that fucking game. There are side quests in the game that literally have nothing to do with the main story, right? Literally nothing. And it's like you go and you get like a kind of a medical kind of item or like upgrade, and you take it back to the Citadel, who for a patient, for a doctor saying, oh, you're gonna be able to walk or something like that, right? And you do that, and the person is, then everything. So and they thank Shepard for doing it, right? They didn't know that was out there. That person doesn't come back at all. Like they're not in the other, the Mass Effect 3, or they're not in the next one, or whatever. They're just gone. But you feel that you've done something important because it's world building. You've helped someone in the game, and it's just stuff like that. They give like little bits of lore, a little bit of sights if you find more about the characters. Like if you don't go and save Kelly from Mass Effect 2. She shows up Mass Effect 3, but if there's a side quest to go and do stuff with her, you find out through the grapevine of listening to the fucking radio, or the space extranet radio, that she was part of this thing and she's done this and that. But you would never have known that because you didn't go and do this little bit of side quest that had no, there was no impact on the main story.
Yeah, so what it tells me, I mean, Phil clearly, in this case anyway, Final Fantasy, Phil has no... Is it emotional investment in the characters, whatever? He doesn't feel any sort of investment in the characters into wanting to learn more about their personality. He doesn't care about trying to fucking, explore the character more. He just wants to get through it. His mentality seems to be, why bother to try and fucking get to know a character better, get to learn her traits better, get to fucking learn some more of her fucking backstory and lore, and fucking, you know, you just want to fucking get through the goddamn game, ignore all the fucking potential side quests which could fucking further elaborate and flesh out a character's, you know, a fucking personality and all that shit, you know what I mean, and backstory and all that shit. He doesn't care. He lacks the empathy and emotion to really be sold on the characters in this game.
Exactly, which is kind of why it's like, when he's, you know, rolling his eyes about, oh, there's this and that going on with Clive and Jill, was like, yeah, but guess what, DSP, this is because it's you know, side stuff. That this is, you know, it's fleshing out their character with the side quests. It shows that, you know, people will in turn respect Clive more, and it shows him growing as a person. But he doesn't care about that because he's not interested in the characters.
Exactly.
So he doesn't care. Just why he just wants to move
I don't know,
on.
man. See, here's the thing. I'm going to directly respond to this. Anso Kamaru says, it adds plenty. People want to enjoy a game and immerse themselves in the lore. None of the side quests are boring. There are plenty of side quests that tie directly to the story.
That's an interesting comment. How is Phil going to fucking potentially shit all over this point?
Oh, very easily. Wait for it.
The few side quests we've done were insanely boring. We haven't done a single side quest that's been meaningful, and I did a few of them, and every one of them was just a time waster with literally nothing added to the lore of the game. It's just boring. We've done a few. Everyone was boring. Hand gruel to the guy who's hungry on a bench. It's fucking boring. Alright, it's a waste. Now, kill these generic enemies.
Giving food to the fucking hungry is a fucking boring, meaningless side quest.
Yeah,
Imagine feeding
that's
some
funny.
poor homeless guy that's desperate for a fucking meal. You can tell it's the kind of person Phil is outside in the fucking real world as well. Somebody's fucking begging in the fucking street. Phil fucking avoids him. Phil would cross a fucking road to avoid fucking him to see or shake his head no, and a poor little pauper that's starving for a fucking meal.
That's hilarious.
An item out in the field, traded in. Boring. Save this guy who's lost in the field surrounded by enemies. Boring. Doesn't add anything. It's a side story for the
How
sake
is
of having a
that
side story.
boring? You're saving someone. Like, holy fuck.
It's just, I really don't understand what Phil's. I have no idea how his fucking strange tiny mind works. It's fucking so strange. Maybe it was boring for him because I didn't get much contributions while doing those things, and so he thinks I'm meaningless.
Now you say, world building and immersion. Okay, here's what I consider being immersed. Playing any
Oh, here we
game
go.
for 30 to 40 hours is immersive to me, because that's an experience that takes such an amount of time that I feel familiar and a part of the world. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm just about to hit the 50-hour mark. I feel like I've been a part of this world for a month and a half. I feel immersed in it. I do. Now you can say, but Phil, actually Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has 100 hours of content and you skipped 50 hours. Who cares? I played the game for 50 hours. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've enjoyed the main dungeons. I've enjoyed the lore. I enjoyed the exploration aspect of getting all the Tears of the Dragon, right? That was fun. All the, what they call geoglyphs, and, you know, getting all the towers and all that. It was fun. It really was. Genuinely, I enjoyed it. Some of the sky temples and things was fun. Now, I skipped 40 hours of side content. Does it matter? I was immersed. I had a great time. And when I beat this game, I have just as much of a legitimate reason to review it as anyone else. Just because there's 40 more hours of content doesn't make it more immersive. It makes it more time consuming if you want to immerse yourself in that and consume more of your time. But when you're someone who's trying to enjoy a variety of games in a set time frame, that doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But that's you, Phil. You are very unique in that situation where you have no choice but to fucking have a set amount of time. Most fucking gamers in the fucking world have a fairly infinite amount of time in the grand scheme of things. Not obviously not, you know what I mean, not fucking forever. But people have their normal free time in their lives to fucking play the game as much as they want. Do you have all weekend to fucking play a game sometimes? If you work Monday to Fridays but you got a weekend to yourself, enjoy playing the game all weekend then. Well, you know, if you've been at work all day and you fucking come home, whatever, you got a couple of hours at night, play for a couple of hours at night during the week. Things like that. Gamers make up their own schedule. They don't have a fucking set schedule every day to entertain an audience. Most gamers are playing for themselves and the sake of enjoying the game that they got for themselves to enjoy and what they want to get out of the game. You're the only fucking exception to that because you're a fucking content creator. You know, so you're the one that's fucking stuck with this set schedule and you're fucking trapped with it. And this is why I'm bitching and whining and moaning. You're fucking trying to make this a fucking problem for everyone to relate to, but the thing is, though, Phil, only 1% of gamers can really relate to that problem because, you know, most people are just gamers, and there's a very small minority of gamers that are actually content creators. And even then, those content creators are fucking doing a better job of managing their time than you are.
Oh, 100%.
Final Fantasy 16 attempts to immerse you in the world, and that's great, but don't immerse me with a bunch of boring, menial shit. Immerse me with things that mean something. Actual world building, not the guy has to take a shit and I have to find a way to clean the outhouse for him. That's boring. No one cares about that in 2023. That shit
Always
they used to do back
scat
in
with
the
this
day.
fucker.
Early days of RPGs. Why did they do that? Because back then, games were limited. You could only store a certain amount of data on a cartridge or a disc. So what they did is they would put in menial quests to pad the length of their games because they couldn't program in enough original assets to have original content but make the game longer. Those old fetch quests, those old kill a certain amount of monster quests existed to add world building when they couldn't fit more assets into the game to world build properly. We don't have that excuse anymore, but game developers are following the same tropes because they're not original, because they don't have enough creativity. They just follow the same shit they've always been doing. It's boring. Sorry, it's 2023. Wasting half my time on your menial grindy shit is fucking boring. It doesn't actually make my game experience better. It just wastes my time. And I'm done with it at this point. I will criticize when it's valid. Yes, Tears of the Kingdom is a great game and also has a bunch of bloated, boring, unspecific, time-wasting content that just annoys you if you're trying to actually get progress in the game. Final Fantasy 16 seems to be exactly the same. Stop wasting my fucking time. My time is valuable. I don't have time to waste. I'm getting older. Give me fun experiences, not waste of my fucking life.
DSP, you're a cunt, and I fucking hope you do drop dead at some point.
Not only is he a fucking cunt, he's a boring cunt. Listen, he's fucking got the audacity to call other fucking people in other games boring.
It's just fucking ridiculous at this point.
That's why so boring.
I'm 40 years old. Yeah, we know you're 40 years old because you're a fucking loser.
Congratulations,
you call them
Phil.
losers?
You're not dead yet. Congratulations, Phil. Fucking a round of applause for not fucking dying already. Fucking due to fucking gout-ridden disease or some pish.
Rob's got to call in. And I'm sorry, right? I'm 34. I quit my... Hold on. I quit my job, right? So here's my fucking life right now, right? I went to what I thought was a standard fucking meeting with my manager at the bar, right? I had to quit my job. Because literally when I walked in, there was a fucking ambush. Because I get told, I'm not this, I'm not that. And it's like, I was left in fucking tears. I'm 34 in 4 fucking days. I was left in tears. Sitting there in tears. Because I fucking thought I was doing good at that job. I worked my ass off in there for 2 fucking years. And I was the only one left of the original people who fucking signed on when I, you're like, when I was hired. Only fucker there. And I've been told by every fucking one up there, apparently I'm not good enough. I was apparently complained between 15 to 20 members, which is a load of shit. Because that should have been brought to me after the fucking second or third one. So I came home, talked to my mum and dad about this shit, and they were like that. Can you go back to work the next, when I was, because I went on my day off, this is nothing, I went on my day off. Can I go back to my work knowing what I know? And I was like, you know what? I can't. So I took a sick line because I was mentally fucking stressed out about it for a week. And then I had phoned the doctor. He said, he's going to help me. I'm going to take via the NHS guideline, I have to take a self-cert first. I then phoned back for my self-cert run out, got 2-week extension like fucking that because it's mental health. And then it was just, so I basically took them for all the money. I'm still waiting on the 2-week sick line that I had taken, and also the 4 weeks holiday pay that I never took because I never got around to it. And it's just, I'm 34, do I need to do that bullshit? This fucker's sitting here with calling everyone losers, calling everyone no life. He's sitting here playing fucking games, complaining about being stressed out when he had every opportunity in his fucking fat, lazy fucking life to fix it. And he pissed it all away. He pissed all his fucking friends away. He's pissed his fucking, arguably one of the better girlfriends he had away.
His family.
He's pissed his family away for fucking what? For a fat bitch who sits down the stairs, who literally is fucking crazy, who we never see because, she got upset because of some comic reading when she couldn't stay away from the fucking thing.
Devin made a try.
And, apparently, we're not putting that fucking shit on anyone because that could be these would be a cunt. And, he's complaining about everyone else's fault. Everyone else's fault doing this. Everyone's fault doing that. Everyone's fault doing this. Fuck this shit. When is this fucker going to literally be held accountable?
I mean,
he's never been accountable his whole fucking life.
That's a one big golden question for sure.
Given a fucking bankruptcy somehow because his fucking state is stupid and somehow gave him it. He's been bailed out by his dent heads who are literally dented several fucking times. They're doing it right fucking now with the member. And he sits there and he has the audacity to criticize people who literally work day in, day out at a company who put in way more fucking hours than him, way more stressful jobs to get games out on time.
and he thinks, oh, they should put this in, they should put this in. How fucking dare you, DSP? You haven't done a job that has put stress. You literally wake up and are in your fucking pajamas. You waddle into your fucking room, turn on your console, and play a video game for 4 hours, and you piss off for 2. And you complain about how, oh, I don't understand how these people have a life. Here's the thing, Dr. Lupo is on stream right fucking now, playing a game. He has his own fucking room down the stairs. Man is fucking loaded. He has a son and a wife. And yet he has perfect time to make to make time for them. He has friends, other streamers. He plays on them fucking daily. Daily. And he's played Fortnite, he's played Apex, he's played Diablo 4, he's played Final Fantasy, he's played Escape from Tarkov just recently. He's played fucking Warhammer last night on Tabletop Simulator. Because he's trying to help see how it's going to set up for a bigger games. And it's like, Dr. Lupo is not even in his 40s. And he's on fucking YouTube. Thousands of viewers constantly. The same people come in and out. And he's still funny.
Yeah.
Cracks everyone up.
It's just funny.
Isn't he... Sorry
for the rant, but sorry for the rant, but fucking hell.
First of all, welcome, Prophet. Is Dashi here as well? I think Dashi asked to come on as well. So I'm not sure if he's on the call yet as well, but welcome, Prophet.
Dash here. Sorry for the rant.
I'm here.
Okay.
I've had enough.
I put the autos on to try and calm Wardog down, but I don't think it works.
We're
Autos
Scottish.
have no effect on Wardog.
No, because we're Scottish. You know us Scottish can't calm down yet.
I mean, no. It also me sometimes.
I like to correct. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Who's first? So roll it all of a sudden. Who's first? Somebody go.
Minor correction. It is the British who cannot calm down.
You shut your freedom mouth up.
Yeah, English. Fuck.
Fucking. Remember. If you are English, remember we fucking beat you over a wall when you had us outnumbered 3-1. Shut the fuck up.
Piss off, you wee fannies.
All right. Yeah, remove from call. Oh, again. Prophet, what's up, pal?
Okay, so I want to like with Dr. Lupo, like you have him, Dr. Disrespect, Tim the Tapman. They're all playing that game up, right? Is that what it's called? Up?
Yeah. All the way is up. Yeah, all the way is up.
Yeah. That game is boring as shit, but it is funny and entertaining to watch those three play it and laugh at each other.
I'm pretty sure Tim quit. Like Tim couldn't do it.
I don't know. Tim sits there and he watches Doc and then laughs at him when he falls.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about it. So we're talking about pre-streams, right? Here's the fucking thing. Tim the Tapman, right? We'll open up a stream, right? Have his little intro, and then he'll sit talking movie chat for a good maybe 30, 40 minutes, an hour. If Tim is eating, right, what he'll do is he'll spectate people in COD, just watch their gameplay, and the dude's funny as fuck. You know, he's got a little mascot called Kevin that everyone loves, and it's just
the little penguin that's just next to him.
Yeah, his name's Kevin.
Yeah,
and he's funny as hell. I loved him. You know,
but they don't discuss games. Like he'll discuss like football, basketball, baseball, hockey. Yeah. They'll talk about everything. As soon as you mention something like that in Phil's chat, get the fuck out of here. We're playing this game. You should be talking about the game or talking about me.
I mean. So let's think. Tim the Tapman and Nick Merckx had this thing with the NFL, right? The American Football League, where they were able to stream and commentate on a Thursday night football game for a year. That shit was brilliant.
They even stream COD from the Dallas Cowboys. They stream from the stadium, and they set the fireworks off in the back for them and everything.
It's fucking nuts. But again, and Tim's also got a kid, a wife, and he's got fucking dogs. He's got a life, and he can fucking stream.
Dr. Disrespect, same thing.
Exactly.
He's got a kid, he's got a wife.
Doc had his fucking house shot. I remember that one time Doc had a fucking drive-by in his house years ago.
Yeah, somebody shot his house twice. It happened twice.
Doc literally came on the stream because he did something stupid at a fucking TwitchCon and nearly lost his fucking wife. He owned up to that shit. He came on as his own person in tears. Yeah. He left for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And has come back.
Work on his marriage. And then came back.
He get kicked off of Twitch. Don't know why. It's on YouTube. And he's never looked back. You know, it's just, and he has the goal. You know, to DSP thinks that these people don't fucking do shit. He doesn't know what they're doing. You know, like Alupo's manager is literally fucking who sets up stuff for him. He talks with his other mods who are always working out stuff. Cool Carnage has a team of mods that tell him, you know, they try and work things out to get sponsorships, do this and that. Like, I think Lupo was playing in a fucking Apex AT&T tournament last fucking yesterday or something, you know. And it's just DSP sits here thinks that, you know, games should be made at 10, and it's not a bit. As everyone always said, it's not the game, it's the content creator that makes a boring game interesting.
Yes, that's 100% true. Like, it comes down to the content creator. If they're going to entertain their audience, or if they're just going to sit there and go, well, what do I do? Right? Like, he's going to quit Diablo. He's finished the game. No, you haven't. You haven't even finished one capstone dungeon yet. You're so far fucking away from finishing the game. Well, Kat finished it. So she finished the story. Okay, what about the capstone dungeons? That's where the game opens up. Fuck that. He's not going to do that.
No.
He's just doing World Tier 1 easy mode, beat the game. Okay, guys, all done.
I mean, Lippo was literally in World Tier 4, and has a level 100 character, and he's still grinding out, and he's going to be doing like I think he's doing a hardcore more with what's his name? Goliathan, I think it is. He's doing hardcore mode. That. So, and again, hardcore mode for anyone who's never played a Diablo game. If you die, your character is deleted. Like, you have one life.
Yeah, you lose. Well, you don't lose what's in your stash. What's ever in your stash, you keep. But that character, all the progress you made on him is gone.
So, I've watched Asmongold watch some like hardcore videos where people have died at level 99.
Yeah.
On Diablo 4 in hardcore mode.
Oh, the guy that the first player to reach 100 in hardcore died like 10 minutes after he reached hardcore.
Yeah, because he DC'd.
Yeah, he DC'd in the middle of a fight or whatever and came back and it was over.
Yeah, so...
Like, ouch, right?
Yeah.
But you like you look at Phil, right? Phil's stating that he has a right to review a game, but he hasn't done even 50% of the content in the game.
No.
Is that right? And that's why I'm calling him, because that set me off. When he said that, I was just like, fuck that.
No, because again, he's not, you know... I have just recently done like maybe 4 raids in Destiny 2, right? I hadn't done much because I didn't have anyone to play with to do them. I just done them. I can now say, okay, I can now comment on the full game because I have done all the raids, so I can now comment on how the raids are. But I couldn't before because I never did them all, so I couldn't say which was the best one because I hadn't done like fucking 4 of them. So he hasn't got it right. He just thinks he does because he's a gamer, you know. And
but he's not a gamer, and everybody knows this. Phil is not a gamer. He's just an e-bum that wants money.
He's a friendless
how can you review a game like Diablo? I'm going to hamper on Diablo because I've been playing a lot of it lately. He's barely done any dungeons. He just got the horse. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, he's had the horse since 2019, but that's another story. And he's going to review the game, and it's like, dude, you've barely done dungeons, you haven't done any Hell Tides, you haven't done any of the tree quests, you haven't done any of the world bosses, you haven't done any of the PvP, you haven't done the capstones, you're not grinding for your best in slot gear, he doesn't even have his Paragon board yet. And he's going to review the game because he's going to
the Paragon board is a fucking nothing entirely. Like, that shit's fucking wild.
That shit's wild. Like, I had to look up on Max Roll to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with my barb? I want to do a whirlwind build. And I'm just like, holy fuck. This thing's nuts. Phil hasn't even reached that point yet.
Yeah.
And 37 World Tier 1. Like, holy shit.
And I remember when Asmongold kind of reviewed the video of DSP, he was like, he's like 30 hours in and he's only in Act 2. The fuck's he doing? So it's true. And it's like, what is he doing? You know?
All right.
It's just complete time waste. No, we've derailed too much. I got it now.
I was letting you quick on along. You need to get your system, and I'll let it get your system, but we're going to take it.
The thing is, right, is it like right now?
I gotta come on Bingo. One of these days.
You're welcome to, pal. You know that. You're welcome
when
to.
When my head's not fucked up. Okay.
Get better first, mate.
So it's like, the thing is, well, like, I told Jad before we started this, I'm literally in the last wish raid doing a grind session for catalysts on my
Destiny,
sort of weapons.
Yeah.
On Destiny 2 because it's a really good grind spot. I've been doing that, but I've been talking with other people while I'm doing it. I chat with them because it's entertaining to keep me entertained, and makes it less boring when I'm just sat here doing it myself for fucking hours and hours, and my brain's not getting melted.
It's just general.
And that's what it is.
Games are more fun with other people, especially people you have common interests, and it's simple. Yes, it makes sense. It's more fun, more worthwhile.
And even if it's someone that doesn't play Destiny 2, if we want to sit and chat about random, I would talk to some people about, the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen, or a manga we've been reading online. It's like, if you just talk about that, then it's content, it's entertaining, because I'm having a discussion about other things. But DSP can't do that because he doesn't trust anyone.
Exactly, yeah.
He has no one to do that with.
The times he has played with multiple people before, like he's played with fans, whatever. He will get jealous sometimes of sometimes those fans. Some of them, I can't mind the name of the guy, but he's done it before.
Brian.
And he's gotten jealous of how popular they were.
Yeah, Brian was.
Brian, yeah, it was Brian. I remember that. Brian.
Yeah. Brian was the one that everyone liked. Again, what happened? Disappeared.
Yeah, Phil got jealous. This person's getting all the fucking like and attention. People just want Brian. They don't want fucking me. Guess I'm never meeting him again.
Very much like John Rambo.
Pretty much, aye. Eventually, aye. But anyway, we have a good length of detail. We built up so much speed up just there. So let's crack on with the bingo. Apparently, Phil had an amazing rant a few minutes ago. I said a few minutes ago, but I think the podcast is still going. Let me find out.
Demand more as a gamer. Sorry, I deserve it.
I'm going to leave my raising rant for another day then.
I thought you already had your rants, pal.
No, he hadn't.
Oh, no, I answered the bloody thing.
You came in and you fucking insulted us for being Scottish or whatever.
He did. And then profit.
That's just me being nice.
Right, go on, Dash. Get off your something. Get off your chest. Go on, cook.
And you mentioned basically Phil being friendless and all that. I was part of a team for 7 years, playing like 3 different games. I didn't care that most of us did not care that we did absolutely shite in our first time. It was the fact that, okay, we're improving, we're having fun, even though we're getting our fucking asses kicked in tournaments and league matches. And it's just, it's like, it is the friendships along the way, you stupid fucking twat. It is what you build with them that makes it enjoyable. Yes, you might be having a crap time in a game, but you're having it with friends.
Okay, I forgot to shout this out at the time because there's a whole lot of ranting happening. Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for the super chat, who says he piggybacks off a product more talented people cooperate to make and shouts on those accomplishments because he's pathetic, not talented, and hopeless to be the master of his own destiny. It kind of sums up Phil quite well, I think.
Yeah, it pretty much does, yeah.
It's all I fucking can do. He's like, when's the last time Phil ever put a hard work into anything? You fucking claim his fucking channel, but most of the fucking hard work is fucking from other people. The artwork behind this channel, for example, is through the efforts of other fucking people. Any intros getting made is through other fucking people. Any animations is from other fucking people. The LEDs behind them from other fucking people. The webcam given to him by someone else, a fan. The fucking most of the fucking effort into his channel is from the hard work and efforts of other fucking people. So it's not really him. It's like, Phil thinks of effort as him just fucking sitting, playing a game, recording said game, hitting stop record, coming up with a title, uploading the video, and then he thinks, okay, that's my hard work done for the day. Which is not really hard work at all. It's like easy. Anyone can fucking do that.
Pretty much.
It's just crazy. It really is fucking crazy.
Time playing your boring shit. Seriously, I boot up fucking Final Fantasy 16. There better be something on every stream that entertains me. If not, the
There's
game
a video
developer
out
failed.
there
Not me.
of me and the team that was in the Darkstar Alliance. Basically, we were getting our asses kicked, but the most fun part about it is that there was a bunch of us all basically just throwing in crap French accents and just laughing our asses off at each other's attempts.
It's exactly. Sometimes the entertainment comes from the fucking personalities involved in the fucking video. It's nothing to do with what they're fucking playing. Like I used to watch fucking it's like Uber Hacks on Over back in the fucking day years ago. He would play some of the most random. He played fucking modern games, modern AAA games sometimes. You know what I mean? But he'd also play his random fucking wee games with his pals. like fucking random 2D fucking like not even they're not even real fucking games, but it's the fucking personalities bouncing off one another, which is fucking what the entertainment aspect is. I'll say, I mean, it's like I don't know if I can pay much attention to the content these days, if they're even still making content. But fucking years ago, anyway, it's kind of amusing for me. It was like it's like it's not the game that's entertaining here. It's the fucking it's the personalities. A good content creator, their personalities will shine, and you'll fucking gravitate towards the personality rather than the game they're fucking playing. We're not watching the content strictly for the fucking game. Sometimes I can attract new people because the game's being played will attract new people to the fucking stream. But the content and the personality of the content creator will keep them there. I don't think Phil understands that.
I don't think he can.
It's been 15 years of content creation. He should understand it by now.
Yesterday, someone left a comment on my video that drove me nuts. Here's what they said, all right? So let me get this straight, Phil. You went to the Great Fairy, and you don't have, in 50 hours of gameplay, enough Moblin horns to do a basic armor upgrade. Wow. To which I responded to the comment, yeah, wow. How is that a shortcoming of me? I played the game for 50 hours, and Nintendo didn't make it so that the item drops. Nintendo made the game, not me. You're right. In 50 hours of gameplay, you should have just gotten the items to do basic armor upgrades. It shouldn't have been more of a time investment of 50 fucking hours of your life to do a basic upgrade. Your comment completely proves my point about these games. You did it. You hit it on the head. Nintendo should have made it more valuable time. No, you kill 1 million enemies and rarely do you get an item you actually need for anything constructive. Well then fuck it, you failed. I should be getting the items. I didn't avoid combat the whole game. I beat every dungeon. I fought all the mobs along the way. Why the fuck don't I have upgrade items? Because Nintendo failed, not me. Don't blame the gamer for not wanting to waste more of their life in the game. They already invested enough time. We gotta be reasonable at this point and stop fucking kissing the ass of the game developers because you're fanboys of the fucking genre. Stop it. Really, fucking stop it. It's nuts that we keep defending this. We should demand better for our time. Not, oh, everyone gets a fucking pass. No, demand better and we'll get better games. Imagine if Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was 100 hours and all 100 hours was interesting narrative and extrapolation and fun and not just wander in circles wondering if you'll ever get the item you need to upgrade. Or gee, did I stumble upon a stable that starts a critical quest line that's important to the fucking upgrade tree? No, just fucking make the game 100 hours of meaningful content. Cut out your 40 hours of fat bullshit. But instead, people just continue to kiss the ass. You kiss the ass, you'll get more bloat, you'll get more boredom, and you'll sit here on a stream, wow, we're so excited for Final Fantasy 16. And we start to play like, the fuck's going on? Why are we still in a cutscene? Why are we talking to the townspeople again? Just fucking do something. You're putting me to sleep. I paid $70 for this.
Oh, so people didn't think that the toxic was enough last time? That right there.
Extremely fucking toxic, yeah. David Anderson says if you replace the devs in game with Phil and his business in this rant, it will make sense. That's a good fucking point, actually. You just swap those things around, it makes perfect fucking sense. Nah, Phil, you keep fucking bringing up $70 fucking dollars. You have made way more than $70 fucking dollars playing this game, so you've not fucking lost out playing the game. Financially, from a business perspective, Phil, the game has seen you in a net positive position. You have fucking made money playing Final Fantasy. So you keep fucking bringing up $70 as if you fucking lost money. You've not. You've really not.
No, he's made bank playing
Okay.
Final Fantasy.
Anyway,
$440 at least in tips alone. Never mind super chats, never mind memberships, never mind super thanks, all that crap. In tips alone, he made immediate financial fucking gratification hit $440 from Final Fantasy alone.
obviously I've gone on a rant, but the rant is warranted. If anything, this last month has proven the fact that these RPGs today aren't streamlined enough to be entertaining to any kind of an audience because they waste too much time. Even being interactive with you guys, because, you know, we're getting bored with these games. Of course I'm talking with you and we're having a good time interacting, but still, cut the bloat. Fuck, man. And that's the other thing, too, that's hilarious about Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo justified Tears of the Kingdom being $70 by saying it's $70 because it's 100 hours long. Your game is not 100 hours long. It's not. Your game is around...
Bullshit. Barrett Welsh just said, I'm glad I'm getting the value for my dollar with Tears of the Kingdom. I'm 300 hours in. Barrett Welsh says 300 hours in and can finish the game, but I'm happy exploring. That's what I'm saying, though. It's really up to the fucking... It is up to the fucking gamer how long they want to take in a fucking game. If they want to fucking explore more and fucking enjoy it more, enjoy the environments, the surroundings, and they just fucking look around and just take in your world. Look for what's available. But Phil, that's what I'm saying, though. Phil is just such a fucking linear content creator. He really is. He's a linear content creator when you think about it. He's like on the rails from start to finish. No fucking deviating from fucking being on the rails from start to finish.
Yeah, because once you get it out, like I did last time, what he's done before, play every game, get it out, make money, move on.
It's
But
fucking
you can't do it
mental.
anymore.
It's
You
crazy.
can't do it anymore.
Bad Luck says it's weird that he pretends to be a voice of gaming culture, but is simultaneously so completely out of touch with it. He really is. He has no fucking concept of what most gamers want these days. It's all about what he wants and what fits his fucking schedule, his narrative, his own fucking dumbass schedule.
50 hours long. You put in 50 hours of bullshit and then you charge more money for it. Then don't give me 50 hours of bullshit. I'll pay the normal price for the streamlined game that's fun. And that way I don't have to put up with your excuse for why I had to charge you more money. Because that's the other catch there too, right?
But Phil, you charge $50 for fucking glasses. You're not worth $50 for glasses. Who cares about fucking giving you $50 for glasses? That's also a waste of fucking money. Never mind $100 to fucking see a dumbass hat, or $150 to see you put on a dumbass vest.
Unbelievable. And here's the other funny part of people being stupid too. Phil just wants a game that's on rails. Couldn't be further from the truth. What was the most fun part that I had in Final Fantasy 16 so far? The first time we went to a map and the game let you explore instead of just being.
But you didn't know. The game let you explore, and instead of fucking exploring all the side quests, you fucking ignored it all and just fucking went and stuck on the rails and kept on playing for the story mode shit. So you stayed on the rails. As soon as you had a chance to explore, Phil, you stuck to the rails.
On rails, there was optional areas to go and fight enemies, little mini bosses and stuff. That was the most fun part because it felt like Final Fantasy for the first time in the whole game. But that felt meaningful. It did. Like, I can choose to explore if I so choose. I can go off, I can look for optional items, I can do all this stuff. Now, admittedly, to find out all the optional items I picked up were worthless because they're just crafting items you don't even use, that pissed me off. But it was still fun to be able to have that freedom to explore, right? There's a difference between, oh, there's optional content that's fun because I choose to do it, or you sat through 20 hours of boring cutscenes that have nothing to do with the story. Big difference. Just, like, holy shit. Can we stop with the nonsense? People are crazy today, man. Everything's a game defense for.
So I think Phil has a very long podcast today because I'm looking ahead. We are an hour behind live DSP, right? We're like an hour behind. But if you look at the wee thumbnail thing down here, right, I'll go full screen so everyone can see in the stream as well.
So he's still
He
there.
only ends a podcast like 9 minutes ago from now. And we are quite late on as it is, so he went like 10 minutes over his normal time. Never mind finishing early to get into fucking Street Fighter, like he was hinting to do. I think a couple of people set him off on rants today. I've seen people in Phil's chat leave comments like, wow, all that for $1. I think some $1 contribution set Phil off in some unhinged rant later on. So we have that to look forward to, I guess. Just letting you guys know. We're in for a long ride. We are far from over. So we're like 50 odd minutes away from the end of the podcast side of things. We're at 1.5 speed. But this might get even fucking crazier. I mean, it's been a bit of a fucking mental one already. The car's doing quite well. But apparently Phil loses his fucking mind at some point.
Force, right? Well, Phil's just a hater. I'm not a hater. I want better experiences for me and you. I want our time to be better invested in meaningful gameplay experiences because this is now the biggest entertainment medium in the world, right? Imagine if you went to see a movie and it's a 2.5-hour movie, and out of that movie, 1 hour and 45 minutes, you are bored to tears, but there's one really good sequence of a half an hour. Would you say it's a good movie? No. Everyone would say that movie sucked. The pacing was bad, the writing was bad, but yet games are exactly that, but we all give them a pass. That's fine. Why do you think people are so bored with Final Fantasy 16 on my streams? Because the game's fun.
The difference between a movie and a fucking video game, for the most part, is that when a movie's fucking playing and you're watching a movie, you have no control whatsoever of what happens in that movie. You are stuck essentially watching a 2-hour cutscene, or whatever it is.
Yep.
In a video game, you can decide to fucking make it where you want to be at times. I mean, if a game is flexible enough, you can fucking make your own fucking, your own fucking, journey of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking play the game. Well, some games do fucking, keep you in a place. That's the one bad thing about Red Dead. I mentioned it earlier on. Red Dead Redemption 2, amazing fucking game, right? Beautiful fucking game, amazingly in-depth kind of story, side plots as well is amazing, but it doesn't allow you to be creative, kinda. You know what I mean? When you try and get a bit creative and going outside of the fucking normal way of doing things, especially for the fucking missions, it will punish you. Which is a bit kind of shit. It's kind of a shame that for such a beautiful game, it's been brilliantly, beautifully crafted game, it won't let you kind of be a bit creative and be a bit imaginative with how you go about doing things. But some games also will let you do that, Some games definitely have that kind of option and kind of freedom to do that. But that's just, yeah. But Phil's like, no, Phil's analogy is obviously fucking broken because he's trying to fucking say video games and movies are the same thing, but in video games you have a lot more control of what happens because you're the one that's fucking dictating what happens. But Clydale says, that's bullshit. Everyone loves Empire Strikes Back, and that whole movie is a build-up to the half-hour ending. Yes, I mean, it's a good movie for sure, yeah, but it's just one of those things where I don't know, it's debatable. Star Wars, any topic with Star Wars is debatable, especially what happened in the last like 10 years in the franchise.
Look, we don't talk about 789, okay?
Yeah.
Fucking boring. There's too much fucking bullshit. It's about boring bullshit. Cut it out. Give me good stuff. You wanna know a game that blew me away, that was streamlined? Mafia 2. Mafia 2 is a game that almost has no side content whatsoever. But every moment you're playing it, there's interesting story developments, there's interesting gameplay, and even though it's a shorter game...
You fucking better hope it's interesting fucking story development for a game with no fucking side content. What else does a game have other than fucking story development if there is no side content? I mean, basically what Phil's saying is I fucking like games that don't have side content.
Game, it's actually under 20 hours long. Every moment you play the game, you're having fun.
I mean, that's subjective, though.
It's a 20-hour game. I think it's a bit of a short fucking game. If I'm fucking... It doesn't seem that fucking... So Phil enjoyed a game that was 20 hours long, which had no side content. Because he got 20 hours of fun out of it. You know, but where's the value for money for gamers? You spent like, what, you spent like $50, $60 on Mafia 2, and you only got 20 hours of gameplay of it. No side content, nothing else. It's just fucking linear as hell. And Phil was saying this was great. Well, let me rewind that one more time to make sure that's what he's fucking saying.
16 on my streams because the game's fucking boring. There's too much fucking bullshit. It's about boring bullshit. Cut it out. Give me good stuff. You wanna know a game that blew me away, that was streamlined? Mafia 2. Mafia 2 is a game that almost has no side content whatsoever. But every moment you're playing it, there's interesting story developments, there's interesting gameplay, and even though it's a shorter game, it's actually under 20 hours long, every moment you play the game, you're having fun. So give me a game like that. Stop wasting my time. Give me a game without the bullshit, without the lore, world building. Ooh, I need to be immersed in this universe of bullshit. It's
Fuck off. Just fuck up and sorry, autos. I need autos right now. Give me a second. This is why I say that Phil Burnell is no longer a gamer.
No, because he uses it as a paycheck. It's not.
Exactly. When it becomes a necessity, when it becomes his own personal fucking purgatory to fucking make money, and games waste his precious fucking valuable time by fucking daring to be longer and giving gamers longer content and more. Fuck off, Phil. It's just it pisses me off. Phil doesn't care about the fucking gamer. Unless he fucking pretend he cares about the fucking gamer and what they fucking get into the fucking games. Nah, he personally wants fucking 20-hour long games with no distractions, just fucking A to B, start to finish story. You know, it only takes like 2 or 3 streams and that's it. And it's just lazy. It's just ignorant, in my opinion. It's just, what the fuck, man? When did Phil stop caring about games? He used to actually genuinely like games. He used to obviously care about fucking games, I'm not denying. Phil Burnell used to actually like get video games and care about fucking video games. When did that stop? What year? Was it in what year? In his 15 years of content creation, when did the fucking point, the value of games stop being meaningful to him? Was it when he started streaming, I wonder? Because he certainly was not this negative about games in the past. He bitched and whined and moaned about games in the past because of how poor he was at them. But he was never this condescending towards these games with such fucking depth to them back in the day.
I think when he stopped drinking, and also with the fact that he had no one to play with, it's just, you know,
True,
because all his friends left.
So when he moved to Seattle, essentially.
Basically, yeah. No, because I'm sorry, like, I have friends, and obviously in other parts of the world, I get some in the US and that kind of stuff, but I still play games with them. You know, even though we're different fucking countries.
Yeah, true.
So, like, him moving had nothing to do with it. It was the way he left, what pissed everyone off.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, that's what caused all the issues.
He clearly did like games in the past, but now it's his job and it's his necessity. It's how he lives, it's how he eats. It's where his next meal comes from. So he stopped loving it.
Because apparently Cat's not paying any money towards any of the fucking...
Oh yeah, Cat's money is her money. That's right. Anything she breaks, oh well, it's a shame, but go on Phil big on stream to fucking repair the thing that Cat broke. Clyde Dale says, I can't say I agree. Like he said, he stopped playing other games to win money playing Street Fighter. He's always only been in it for money and clout. I don't know about that. Maybe as a content creator, perhaps. Yeah, true. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even back in the fucking day, you know what I mean? He was fucking making these fucking videos in 2008 and all that shit. And I don't know, like, he would put more hours into playing the game, but he was mass uploading these fucking videos as well, and obviously he's fucking doing it for For, you know, getting money, not just ad revenue. Spamming people's inboxes, especially when we fucking got signed up on a cinema. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Phil's never fucking enjoyed being a gamer since fucking pre-Street Fighter days when he was a kid.
It's all bullshit. Pull your head out of your ass. It's bullshit. Are you studying how many warts are on the ass of each moblin? That's lore. It's interesting, right? Come on.
What the fuck?
These fucking people, man. Oh my god. Anyway. Exactly. Goldfish says, and that's sad because Mafia 3 was one of the worst examples of bloat.
Mafia 3 was fucking pish, I will say that. It was a free game. I remember playing it on PlayStation 4. It was one of those fucking free games for a month, you know. And I had a strange fucking glitch happen. In fact, maybe I can try and find it. I actually uploaded a video. Mafia 3, very glitchy game, okay? Have you ever played it yourself?
No, I haven't, no.
Let me see if I can find it. Should be too hard to find. That's like annoying. Why can't I find it? I found it. 40-second clip of me playing Mafia 3 on Twitter. So, this was me playing Mafia 3. Now saying it's slightly glitchy. This is why. There's a boat out there. See the boat?
Fuck.
I have no idea why this is happening or what. I'm just... This is a fucking boat doing crazy fucking shit. It's only a 40-second clip, doesn't take too long, but yeah. Very glitchy game. I'm just trying to fucking follow the goddamn boat. Don't get me wrong, it was a fun wee game, especially for a free game. It was worth playing, but it was fucking... I don't know. It definitely had its problems, put it that way. Very glitchy game. It's just, but Mafia 3 wasn't a big, massive, it was kind of predictable, you know what I mean? It's one of those fucking things where, nah, I know Mafia 2 is also, I have good things about Mafia 2 as well, to be fair, but it sounds a bit short, but Phil's like, yeah, I fucking love it and all shit. But nah, Mafia 3 definitely has issues.
Correct. Why is Mafia 2 a better game than Mafia 3? Because in Mafia 3, you had the good, streamlined content that was fun, but then you couldn't do the next story mission until they forced you to do grinding, boring, open-world gameplay of base takeovers, gang takeovers, and it sucked ass. It was like, why are you wasting my time and making me do 20 to 30 hours of boring bullshit to advance your otherwise great plot? Fuck you. Stop wasting my time. Why? They wanted to slap a tag on. This game has 60 hours of content. No, it doesn't. It has 15 hours of content with 40 hours of time wasting. It's not the same.
That doesn't math, by the way.
So anyway. Here's the funny part about it is, we just played an RPG, right? We just played a classic, Final Fantasy V. Remember that one? You remember how that one had a lot of interesting stuff in the story, but also side content that was fun and meaningful? You want to talk about a game? The classics got it right. The classic games did it absolutely correctly with the balance. That if you so choose to do this optional super dungeon or fight this optional super boss, you could do it. You didn't have to. There was enough meaningful content in the main story that was challenging and fun, and the plot was interesting, kept you engaged. The classics did it right with RPGs. And then somehow along the way, they just lost their way. You know what it is? It really was the era when RPGs meshed with MMOs. Because all of a sudden, instead of it being the meaningful stuff in the RPG, they just said, let's throw in a bunch of MMO shit. Let's have you go search for the meaningless item for world-building purposes. Let's go have you kill 400 mobs to get a random item drop. Why did they fuse? MMOs work because they're supposed to be online social experiments with time investment, so you're having fun with a group. I don't need to have MMO elements in my single-player RPG. I never did. It was really when the fusion happened that all of a sudden everything fucked up for RPGs and became a waste of everyone's time. It really was. And it hasn't improved. It's gotten worse. It keeps pushing towards that every game is an MMO. No, they're not. Not every game is game as a service. Not every game is a time waster game. And not every game is an MMO. Just because I'm playing an RPG doesn't mean I want 100 hours. If it's 100 meaningful hours, I'll gladly take it. But I don't need 100 hours where 60 hours are boring time wasters. Give me 40 hours of good content. And tell me where the good content is so I can do it. Not that you give me a 100-hour world, oh, but the good content's hidden over here to the side and you kind of have to stumble upon it yourself. No, just tell me where to fucking go.
That's what's pissed me off about his Zelda content too, is like, he literally was in fucking bitch mode because the game wasn't giving him a fucking direction to go. It's like, it was saying, it was just like, yep, but then he just skips over the dialogue, so he doesn't know what to do.
Exactly.
And then he cries that the game's not telling him what to do. Yeah, the game did tell him.
He doesn't pay attention, exactly. He doesn't pay attention whatsoever, never has done. For years, he's been like the same. He fucking ignores what the game's fucking telling him to fucking do because he gets so fucking impatient. He needs his hand held every single step of the fucking way. He really does. He's such a fucking child.
So, yeah.
On you go.
No, I was just saying, it's just ridiculous. Like, sometimes the game tells you where to go without pointing out to you. because you have to read the dialogue. You know, the dialogue might say, "Oh yeah, you have to go to this thing," and it will highlight the place in like a different color of the text, so that you know, oh, I need to go here. But because he wasn't paying attention, or because he was skipping it and just wanted it done, he missed it completely.
Well, apparently the guy figure auction is now up to $3,000. That's amazing. Well done, that so far. That's incredible news.
It's fucking impressive, to be honest.
All right. I ranted and ranted.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Metro Super Chat. It says, local man who spent over 100k on gacha complains about games as a service. You're the problem, Phil. An excellent fucking point. It's more like 150k now on gacha gaming. It's fucking mental how much he blows on that fucking game on a fucking daily basis. But it is what it is. He's got a problem, he's got an addiction, and yet he will keep... He'll not do anything to fucking resolve that addiction. Instead he'll just fucking keep diving into it and denying he has a problem.
Or denying that it's him. It's not even just denying, he just denies that it's him.
I mean, who the fuck else could it be? It all points to him.
Exactly. But he denies that it's him.
Yeah. And it's fucking dumb. I think the majority of his fans also think it's him, but I think most of them don't care.
No, of course they don't, because if they did care, then they would have stopped giving him money fucking ages ago.
Yeah. Fools not money are easily parted, as evidenced by DSP with WWE Champions and his audience with DSP.
All right. I've ranted and ranted again. I think we're done with the rants here, okay? Let's seriously stop with the ranting, all right? But I think you see my point. Once we finish with Diablo, once we finish with Zelda, we need variety. We need to be doing something completely different. We'll see if I continue with Final Fantasy 16 after this week. Let's see how the game goes, all right? I want your feedback, really. When I'm streaming Final Fantasy 16, come on by, let me know what you think. By the end of this week, I would like to make a determination. Are we continuing with this game, or is it actually so badly designed with this bloat and bad pacing that it's too boring and we don't want to continue? Because I don't want to commit myself... by the way, I have no clue how long Final Fantasy 16 is. I don't want to commit myself to another 80-hour playthrough where we're going to be bored for 2 months. I mean, I've had enough of that.
I'm going to speed up. I'm going up to 1.75.
If I doesn't know how long Final Fantasy is, it's just testament to how he doesn't know about games, because the franchise in itself is long. It's fucking Final Fantasy.
Exactly. It's a fucking fleshy game. There's a lot of it. There's a lot to it, and always has been.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Something that's going to be entertaining to all of us. Not that we're sitting around with our thumbs up our butts, bored to tears, falling asleep. Okay, so let's see what happens in the next week, and then we'll make a determination for ourselves. Okay? Okay. Folks, we've got a couple news stories to cover today. All right, let's talk about said news stories. News story number 1. This game, Sea of Stars, you guys have started to tell me about it, but I don't know what it is. So Sea of Stars is getting a demo coming to Xbox on July 11th. But I don't know what it is, and I some people are asking me to check it out. So here's the thing, this week, if we do wrap up these playthroughs, all right, we will likely be able to try out something like that. But I don't know what the demo is, I don't know what the game is. Does anyone know? If anyone can explain, because a few people have been asking me about this in the last week. Are you going to play the Sea of Stars?
If only Phil could have fucking had a potential to fucking Google something. If only could have fucking done his own due diligence and research into what the fucking game could have fucking possibly been. What a lazy bastard.
He's on Twitter fucking enough.
Jesus Christ, man. Just fucking look up yourself, you fucking lazy dick.
Demo, like, what is Sea of Stars? I don't know what it is. So give me some more data on that. If you're interested or let me know you want to see it, that's definitely something that we could check out. I guess people are saying Sea of Stars is an RPG made by an indie company and it's been completely inspired by Chrono Trigger. Really?
Oh, great. Another RPG.
Hasn't he just been complaining about running RPGs? Oh, here we go.
A game inspired by Chrono Trigger, a game that I've wanted to play for years, but there's no way to play it in a modern setting. Would that be something I'd be interested in? A game inspired by one of my most favorite classic RPGs of all time. And I've been...
But you said you don't want to fucking play more goddamn RPGs.
Yep.
You fucking idiots.
craving to play recently, but haven't had the means to do it. I think perhaps we should check that out, no? Oh shit, the wrong thing. The Sea of Stars demo supposedly comes out the 11th. Okay, on Xbox. I think we should try it. So that definitely should be something we do once I wrap up Diablo and Zelda. Maybe we do it next week on a late stream. Give it a shot. All right, that sounds interesting to me. Cool. Also, the other big story right now that's going on is that Meta, which used to be Facebook, but now they're called Meta because they actually wanted to rebrand their company to be a name to sound...
Oh, is he going to talk about a fucking rival to Twitter?
Yep.
And I wonder if he'll have the fully updated details how, you know, basically you got fucking Elon Musk bitching and whining about how it's basically copy and pasted Twitter. That thread is...
Yeah, I hope he does, though, say that, because that's, like, not even Elon Musk, that's a parody.
Oh, is it a parody? The BBC fucking reported otherwise.
Jack, come on, my man.
The BBC fucking reported otherwise, so the BBC are tricked.
if you go to the fucking account that said that, and I think Poem Future posted it, it literally has it in a bracket parody in the name of the fucking account.
I'm going to the BBC website right now. Give me a second here.
I am 100. No way, fucking Elon Musk himself would have said that. Oh, copy paste this. I'll see you in the cage. Who the fuck? Elon wouldn't say that.
Hang on. I read this earlier on. I know if I can read it earlier on. So
I mean, they might
annoying.
not have got the tweet there. They might just have like the thing in it. But like, if they have the picture, if you go to Poem's Future, I'm almost certain Poems has it on the on his Twitter.
Yeah.
If anyone's got that from Poem's Future,
Hold on. So apparently, Twitter's Elon Musk said competition is fine, cheating is not.
I've never seen that, but that's
That's the article I saw. This is the article I saw earlier on.
okay.
Twitter is considering legal action against Meta over its fast-growing live app Threads. Threads, which has launched in millions on Wednesday, is similar to Twitter. Twitter basically saying competition's fine, cheating's not. But Meta's denying claims in a legal letter that ex-Twitter staff helped create Threads. Basically, Musk is trying to claim that there's a whole bunch of Twitter people that were fired from Musk that now went over to Facebook to create this. And Facebook are saying that there's no former Twitter employees involved in development of it. So,
And even if it is, it's who cares? It's like, you know, is he gonna go and ban fucking, you know, like Blue Sky or something shit like that? Because it's kind of the same fucking thing.
yeah, and we side by side as well, how they fucking compare. This is like Thread. 500 characters, you can do links, you can do photos, you can do 5-minute videos, you can delete. So it's very similar to Twitter, apart from the fact that you can't do hashtags, there's no trending stories, there's no direct messaging either. So it's quite similar in regard.
And also, and the main thing is, there's no limit.
There you go as well, no limits. Compared to Twitter's most recent limits, it's just implemented, where you can only view a certain amount of fucking posts a day.
Yeah, they're temporary apparently, but he still hasn't released.
But yeah, there we go. Anyway, back to bingo.
Like they're more important than they are and more like observant than they are about anything. They're not. They're actually really short-sighted and a terrible company, but they want to sound like they're Meta, so they name themselves Meta, right? So this company has launched their own version of Twitter that's called Strands, is it? Or Threads, or like Loose Strings. I think it's called Loose Strings. That's the name of it, Loose Strings.
What?
How the fuck do you forget that? Oh my god, DSP, you're such a fucking retard.
Thank God I do a fucking daily podcast which covers the fucking relevant gaming news stories and all that shit and entertainment. Oh,
What's it called? Oh, yeah, it's called Loose Threads. Yeah, it's called Loose Threads. Yeah,
he kind of,
Loose
yeah,
Threads.
he got it right the first time, almost. He called it Threads.
Well, no, the first time he called it Strands, and they called it Threads, and then he was like, oh, it's actually, it's called
Let's see the
Loose Threads, Loose Strings. Like, what the fuck?
I think he started off with Threads. Let's see what he did again. Let's just rewind and see.
Really short
pretty sure he did.
company, but they want to sound like they're Meta, so they name themselves Meta, right? So this company has launched their own version of Twitter that's called Strands, is it? Or Threads,
Okay, yeah, Strands and Threads.
or like Loose Strings. I think it's called Loose
Loose
Strings. That's the name of it.
Strands, Threads, Loose Strings. That sounds right. Loose Strings.
It's all over Twitter. How the fuck does he forget the name? It's literally.
Jesus fucking Christ, what a dumbass.
Loose strings. You know how when you have a shirt, there's like a dangling string off of it, and you're like, oh god, it bothers you. Like, oh fuck, I hate having a dangly string. And all you want to do is you want to wrap it around your finger, rip it off your shirt, right? That's what they actually named their company after. You know, it's genius.
Oh,
They also made a logo. Have you seen the logo? Are you ready for this? You're gonna have a good laugh about this. This is the fucking logo. What the fuck is that? Is that an inverted 6 inside of a 6? Is that
It's an
a piece
at
of, is that a piece of
sign,
like
you
hair that got
fucking
stuck in your belly
idiot.
button and you pulled it out? Is that like
Have
a
you
curly
never
pig's
seen
tail? Like, what
an
the fuck is
at
that?
sign?
It's probably the worst logo I've ever seen for anything in my life. Because it's a joke. First of all, can you reproduce that logo? Right now, could you draw that? Right? It's probably one of the hardest, most complicated.
That's on my
Why? It's
keyboard.
easy. It's a very easy fucking thing. Hold the fuck on.
Look, here's the thing. Look in chat. Look at everyone posting the sign. It's literally the at sign.
It's like a variation of the fucking at symbol, and it's very easy.
It is.
It's like you fucking. Oh my fucking god! I can't believe
Dad,
you're
it
fucking
literally
confused.
is the at sign.
What's it?
Sign.
It's
That's
like
what it is.
It's like a backwards one, an upside down one, or something.
No, it's not. It's literally all it is the A isn't the same.
Well, I mean, like
the
look at how it ends. So if you're looking in the chat, right, and look how the button is, right, and look how the
oh yeah,
longer,
because the way the
you get what I mean. It's like inverted kinda.
Yeah, so the way the chat thing is in. But if you literally ask them to draw you in, they're gonna have the tail at the bottom.
I mean, hold on.
It's a,
I have Paint open here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me fucking. I got Paint open for bingo, right? But let me just start a new fucking project and see if I can replicate. I want to save. Yes, I'll come back to this. I don't worry. Bingo still say I saved it. But so if I want to,
that shit.
so if I want to recreate this, right? So let's see. We've got a fucking pen out. Where's my fucking? So here we go. So how hard is this to fucking draw? So he does that, and then it's
Yeah.
that, and then it's that, and then it's that.
And then it rotates back around. Yeah.
Ta-da.
So how I would do it, right? An at sign, right? So if you start from the middle, right, and you do an A like normal, obviously not that way, but the
Yeah.
thingy way, right?
You
Yeah,
got to try.
yeah. I mean, you can do. I mean, do that. That's literally how I would do it. Like a fucking at
In
sign.
terms of at signs, I usually kind of do that, and then do that. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, that's literally what it is. It's an at sign.
Yeah.
Because you're atting people on fucking this. It's a thread. You at people on threads.
Exactly.
Point. Like, come on. Has he never been on a thread? It's literally what you do. You at people on a thread. Like in Discord, when you at people and you talk enough in it, it'll ask you, "Do you want to make a thread?"
Jesus, hold on. Open. I'll get the bingo back.
Oh my god!
I don't want to save. Okay, there we go.
Oh, so he fucking thinks it's loose strategy. For fuck's sake. This guy's. This guy's.
I'm gonna wait for him. His chat will correct him in a second. Hold on, his chat will definitely correct him.
First of all, can you reproduce that logo? Right now, could you draw that?
Yes, I just did.
do you mean?
Give me
What do you
money.
mean,
It's
can you-
easy.
What do you mean? Can you draw this? What the fuck?
I just demonstrated how easy it was to draw.
DSP. It's an at sign.
Fucking
It's just a different way of doing it. How is that hard
Phil,
to
there's
draw?
so many squiggle lines going left, there's squiggle lines going right, they're going in a loop, and it hurts my fucking head.
I think it's pretty clever.
It's not bad. I mean, it's okay.
I mean, I think it's clever in the terms of they had to make it really fast, like kind of quickly. I think it's clever because everyone ats everyone in Twitter, so how better...
Does it stand for anything? Is there is there a symbol in there?
No, it's just an at
Fred. I
symbol.
mean, the company's called Fred, right?
Yeah, and it's part of Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram, you at people.
Oh, right, okay, so that's what I meant by verified for Instagram.
Yeah, so it's made from so it's part of the Instagram.
So
because
it requires Instagram then, does it need it?
Sorry, what was it?
Does it require Instagram?
I mean, I think so. I think all it is. No, I think what it is. So you can link your Instagram to it, which then means that if you're following people on that you want to keep followed, so you can hit the follow button from your Instagram followers, and then it will say, "Oh, you'll be automatically followed once X, this person has made a thread account."
Right on.
And that's it. It's get it.
Jesus, man.
It's just. He thinks he's so. Look at that face.
I
He
know.
thinks he's so fucking clever.
Wait for his
Can you
audience.
do this?
Yeah. Wait for his audience to fucking put him in his place,
He's it's an at symbol. What the fuck are you on about?
Right? It's probably one of the hardest, most complicated logos to do. And when you want a logo, you want something that's easy to recognize and synonymous with your brand. What I see is like
What?
fucked up. It's like I wanted to draw a logo, and then as you were drawing, you're like, oh shit. Well, there's my logo, right? So it's a joke. In addition, within a day of it launching, because so many people are up in arms about Twitter since Musk bought it, Elon Musk. They want another alternative to Twitter. So they all went and downloaded it. There was like 2 million users within a day. And I think within like 2 or 3 days, they've gotten like 8 million users over on this Thread app. All right? But immediately people don't like it because number one, apparently it's really, really bad for trending. Like for example, let's say you follow 20 people. It won't just give you content from those 20 people. It'll continuously throw their own AI-generated suggestions at you, and people are like, yeah, this is terrible. This is not shit that I want. It looks like I don't want this. I wanted the 20 things I follow is what I want content on, and they're not giving it to me. In addition, already people are finding they're getting censored left, right, up, and down. People are trying to talk about politics and things, and all their posts are getting, oh, this is a sensitive topic. It must be censored on the site. So all that stuff's getting fucked with. And then on top of that, they're already getting sued. We're like 2 days in, maybe 3 days into this new app. They're already getting sued by Twitter because guess what? It's been revealed that the people who worked on and launched this app, Threads or whatever it's called, actually are people who he fired. Elon Musk. It's the people he fired from Twitter. They left the company and they gave proprietary data from Twitter, which they're not allowed to do. When you work for a company and you sign a contract, it says any proprietary data about how this website or business operates, you cannot disclose to any rivals or you are legally liable to be sued. Okay.
That has not been confirmed as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, they've not been sued.
I mean, Twitter are threatening legal action. I think that
Yeah,
much
they
is
haven't
catchy.
confirmed it.
But there's no evidence whatsoever right now, as far as I'm aware, that verifies Twitter's theories that there is some of the former staff behind Fred.
So I don't know what he's talking about.
It's just Phil fucking getting carried away with things again. He's probably fucking misread something and think, oh my god, Elon Musk is... Or he's fucking...
Of course he has.
He read the party account.
Oh well, of course I had because he thinks it's called loose threads.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently the people he fired got hired by Meta, and then Mr. Zuckerberg and all of his wisdom says, well, since all we know how to do is copy, we don't innovate, we just copy everyone else. We want to make our own Twitter. So we're going to hire these former employees who got fired, get as much information out of them as possible about how Twitter runs, and we'll launch our own Twitter. So already they've already been sued. Elon Musk has thrown a lawsuit at them saying, no, you can't do this. This is our idea. Everything here is proprietary. You can't just take the ideas from employees who got fired and try to make your own version of what we're already doing. That's proprietary. So we're suing your ass. Anyway, the whole thing's a big mess. It's funny because already people have asked me, am I going to make a Threads account? To which I responded, no, I'm not. All right, here's
Oh, he knows what it's called now, all of a sudden. Is he going to make a Threads account? What about, are you going to make a Loose Strings account, Phil? When's Phil going to make his fucking Loose Strings account? Jesus Christ, man.
There's 2 reasons why I'm not going to make a Threads account. All right. Reason number 1: in all the years where I've had a Twitter account, okay, I have found absolutely, positively 0 positive impact for having that account outside of just having a public place to talk about stuff when things go wrong. So, for example, if my stream went down today, I would post on my Twitter, hey guys, my internet's out or whatever, so I'll get it working, I'll let you know when I'm back or whatever, right? That's really the use of it. But the thing is, in recent years, since I now started posting on the community tab of YouTube and things like that, basically, less and less use has come out of Twitter to the point where I've actually almost completely stopped using Twitter, except for posting up schedules. That's about it, right? Anytime I go viral on Twitter, my viral...
He literally says, oh, I stopped using Twitter. Dude, we've got tweets of you talking with a parody account, like, not a few days ago.
Yeah, Spotting Craig. We can shout to them.
So... and, like, and also you're complaining about this, that, and the next thing on Twitter constantly, so, like, how is you barely using it again? When you're never fucking off it?
Jesus, man.
It's like, come on, man.
Careful what you say, though. Phil's going to get you. He's fucking trying to get. He's trying to get you.
If you can try and lie better, that'd be a good start, but, you know.
Jesus, man.
Tweet about Pro Jared years ago. My viral tweet about the Oscars and all that stuff has benefited my business 0%. I haven't gotten an additional viewer. I haven't gotten an additional dollar. I haven't gotten an additional anything from being viral on Twitter. Twitter is literally a waste.
Hold on, $1. I love how an additional viewer and an immediate additional dollar. How does he know that? Has he tracked that in his fucking analytics and metrics? Because it will tell you where some of your traffic comes from. It will tell you where a lot of your... It will tell you if all these people came from this specific website, like this Twitter website or whatever.
As Baracus has said, what about the beg tweeting? Yeah, he's constantly beg tweeting on his fucking Twitter.
Oh, not much anymore. He has certainly...
No, because what he does is, though, right, is that he's been called out because, Most Critical did that. And what he does is now is he sneaks it into the fucking tweet about his schedule or him about going live for the day. He's there. So he still begs. He just sneaks it in there. So it doesn't look like
there's no more emergency send the tweets. Oh, remember fucking a lot of times, especially halfway through our stream on this chat, we'll just encourage him on send the tweet. Oh shit, just to fucking egg him on. And yeah, you get called out for it, and I'll say, yeah, he's too ashamed to do that now. Apart from recently, he did it recently, when he sent an emergency tweet during the middle of a fucking night stream, I think, where he was asking for support. So it might be coming back. Who knows? Maybe the greatest comeback since fucking Mike Tyson.
Waste of time. It's just a bunch of people dicking around, being stupid and immature, getting at each other's throats for nonsensical purposes. It's bullshit. Unless you're going to focus your entire online experience on Twitter, meaning I'm going to post content on Twitter. It's all about blowing up, and then if you become an online influencer and you have enough of a following on Twitter that you get paid sponsorship, then it benefits you. Outside of that, it's literally nothing whatsoever to benefit anyone like me online. It's always been a waste of my time.
Because you have no one to talk to, DSP.
That's number 1. Number 2, I fucking hate Facebook. Facebook is like, to me, the equivalent of Walmart in the retail space. What Facebook did is they swooped in and they took over social media. When they did, they convinced everyone to use it, even though it's detrimental overall to society because of the amount of ads, the amount of scams, the amount of bad things that happen on Facebook. So many idiots ran to Facebook.
Hey, said idiots. I can fucking take that off the card. By the way, I don't use Facebook for anything other than basically talking to family, and even then it's like through like the messenger system. I very rarely post on my own personal Facebook, I don't really do much with it these days. I don't know about anyone else, but I don't think a lot of people use Facebook much themselves these days. Do you?
No. I mean, I've literally got my Facebook for, family stuff, and also, so because I play my Warhammer 40k and I go to my local store, there's a group that we're in and we post stuff in there, we chat things and that, and that's how, we started, there's like a game there, so we can book a table to go and play there. Obviously, it's all free because we that's what we do. Yeah. But it's like there's like a messenger group where we can just maybe ask the manager, oh, can we can I book a table for such and such at this time? Is that free? And they go, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. And then that's it. So
I'm not a big Facebook person myself. I don't really use that much. And yes, I've done some very shady things. I'm not trying to disagree with Phil here or whatever you mean, but I think he's confused about the current world and how many people actually fucking use it regularly, daily.
I mean, I only use Twitter just to literally, keep an track of certain NFL teams I'm interested in, or certain football teams, the Formula 1 stuff, other streamers, and people who post decent, like fan art and stuff like that. And that's what I do. I'd have it just in the background and I check and say, oh, what's been happening?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then that's it, and I move away. I leave it and go and watch a stream on YouTube or.
Yeah. And pretty much, if I'm social media, technically YouTube's a social media kind of platform as well. That's probably the one I use most of all. YouTube's probably the one I consume more than Twitter, certainly more than Facebook. I don't even use Instagram at all, which is technically the same thing. But yeah, YouTube is pretty much primarily the one I'm definitely using more than anything else. That's the sole one I think most people. It's the most popular website in the world. Put it that way. I don't think there's a website which actually beats YouTube in terms of the visitors it gets.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me. Phil seems to still think that Facebook has ruled the world and has everyone within their fingertips.
The millions upon millions and put all their private information up publicly, completely exposing themselves to online harassment and all kinds of problems in their lives, but they were too damn ignorant to see the writing on the wall of what they were doing. And so, well, I remember when I first started on YouTube, I didn't have a Facebook, and people yelled at me to have a Facebook. So eventually I made a Facebook page, but then the Facebook had limitations of how many friends you could have, so I had a Facebook fan page. And then I tried to mirror on my Facebook what I would post up on my Twitter and all that. It was a major nightmare. What ended up happening was...
Oh my, Barrett Wells is saying that breaking news, Keemstar has asked that being said to DM him. That's pretty interesting stuff, indeed. That'd be a pretty robust guess. That being said, I think have obviously tried to get Keemstar on before a couple of times. He's a hard person to fucking get time for. He's a busy boy for sure. But hey, it looks like Phil's back in Keemstar's radar. So,
or it could be that documentary that Keem was going to make.
It might be related to. Who knows what it could be about? But it's certainly a good sign. I mean, it should be an interesting sign of things to come. So hopefully something productive will come out of that being said, and Keemstar having a little discussion.
Really, it was just a mirror page where I mirrored things from other social media. Anyway, I never really used it for any distinct purposes. And what ended up happening was the thing got hacked. Like, so many people would try to log into my Facebook page that Facebook would freeze the page constantly. So every time I needed to do something on Facebook, it was frozen. And guess what the restoration process is on Facebook? You'll love this one. Can you name these people who are on your friends list? Can I name the people on my friends list to restore my account? No. The people on my friends list are my viewers and fans online. I have thousands of them who signed up and are my friends on here. I don't know who they are. I don't know all their names. So how would I ever restore my account? So the only way to restore the account would be to make a fucking phone call to an employee, go through this verification process, and get it unfrozen, just to have it be frozen within 2 more days from more people trying to hack into it. So after a while, I said, you know what? Fuck this place. This place is a waste of everyone's time. It's detrimental to society. It's detrimental to me, wasting time on it. I'm never using it again. So eventually I closed down all my Facebook pages and they're gone. They've been frozen for ages. I have no presence on Facebook, and then they changed to Meta. I didn't give 2 fucks about that either.
Who actually fucking calls it Meta?
I mean that's what it's called, but like no one calls it what he says it.
I call it Facebook. I still call it Facebook. I don't really use that much, but I still call it fucking Facebook.
It's literally called Facebook when I'm on it right now. Like I literally have, in case any of the people I play 40k with or want to talk about some 40k stuff. It's literally, I'm in the group I'm in for the store, Sanctum Imperialis, and it's literally search Facebook.
David Anderson's reminding everyone that Facebook has a 2-step verification process to enable. You would think that he was smart enough to turn it on. This is DSP I talk about.
Yeah, this is DSP.
And old DSP especially. This is all before when Phil had Facebook at first. That DSP was not very internet savvy. Far from it. This is the same guy that had Mr. Stupid 1 as his password for multiple different accounts across multiple different things, including his business Comcast line and Pornhub.
Completely ignored it. So now you say, oh, Meta is now going to make Threads a competitor to Twitter. I don't fucking care. You want to know who ran to it? The idiots who still use Facebook. People who still think Facebook is a safe, positive place to be. They don't understand their data's being used for malicious purposes. Their shit's getting hacked. They're getting harassed because of the shit on there. They're dunces. Those are the people who, oh, wait, there's a competitor to Twitter. It's on something I already have. Let's get over there. Okay, whatever you say. So basically the way I see it is, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to bother with it. If Twitter implodes and goes...
I think I confused some people in the chat. Some people are not aware that Phil actually had like a password breach. Phil had a lot of his accounts compromised several years ago because he used an old password which then got leaked. And the password Phil had for multiple accounts was called Mr. Stupid 1. And literally just all lowercase MRSTUPID 1. That was his password for multiple different accounts, including his business internet line. So people could fucking access, people could log on to his Comcast internet on his business line and cycle it essentially, fucking just change something, cycle it. So Phil's laptop, when he's trying to track his chat, and he can't track his chat because people just keep fucking knocking him off internet, so he fucking derailed his streams completely. This happened in 2017. And it revealed as well a few other things through these fucking, these leaks that happened before 2017 also revealed that other websites that Phil's accounts were kind of breached on, which had a hit on. And yeah, it seemed to reveal that Phil had an account on a pornographic website. And I wish I could. this is why I miss Kiwi Farms, because I wanted to go back further and do some more digging of all the websites that are fucking compromised for Phil. But Kiwi Farms doesn't know properly. I can't get Kiwi Farms to load. And all this stuff will be archived on there in the fucking DSP thread. But it happened in 2017, there's been a couple of videos about it. Mr. Who Stuff has a video on it, covering some of the antics that Phil had during the time it happened to him. And yeah, there's like multiple accounts that fucking was compromised for Phil, and it's just crazy that fucking one of them was on business internet line, which he relies on a daily basis. And the practice is you could just fucking go in there and just fuck with and cycle the fucking thing and just refresh the fucking internet and that shit and just reset it.
Goes away and I need to have a third-party social media site, then I will look into other options. As of now, the best way to follow me is to subscribe to DSP Gaming, to subscribe to DSP React, to look at the community post daily. That's where the information is of what's going on with me. Yes, I mirror that on Twitter. Regardless, it's there so you can find it, but that's just because it's kind of a legacy thing. You know, on Twitter I still have like 26,000 followers or something like that, which is crazy. The fact I don't use it. Once a day I post up a schedule, and twice a day I post up a link to a stream, and that's it. You know, there's nothing else there. I still have the amount of followers I do. It's pretty crazy.
Well, there's bots.
Yeah, I'm not using threads. Fuck that. But we'll see what happens. This is an interesting story to see two multi-billionaires go at it over a complete waste of everyone's time. Very nice. All right. That's the news for today. What I'd like to do is get to shout-outs now. We'll do shout-outs, and we'll see what time it is and go from there. So,
we got way out to go. We're going overtime. We're going overtime and a half.
No, I'm saying, was like that literally the news?
Yeah, that was it. 2 news stories. That was it. I'm slowing down to 1.5 for the shout-outs because he reads very fast. But yeah, short news. Keep in mind, we're an hour and 22 minutes behind right now. And Phil starts the podcast. He goes on a break with 46 minutes to go, 47. And he comes back from that. He has a long ass break. Yeah, so Phil starts basically recording for gameplay 35 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. Yeah, it's like 33 minutes ago. There we go. So yeah, we're still behind by a good bit, but hopefully we can fly through it. But still, we're part of some great stuff to come as well.
YouTube side of things, thank you all for your amazing amount of support this morning. So first of all, Nathan Smith gets 20 memberships. Thank you.
There's your thumbs up. I can tick that off on the fucking board. We're doing quite well. Remember, if we get 100 likes on the stream, that's a free space. If Phil snorts 6 more times, that's a free space. If Phil burps 10 more times, that's a free space. So hopefully, you know, the free spaces are important. Hopefully we can use them and fucking, you know, if every little helps, of course, you know what I mean? If you want us to get a full house for this bingo, we got a good chance of it today. There's plenty more to go in the podcast. There's plenty more ways we can hopefully get a full house. You guys can help to that by liking the stream.
Nathan. Sassy Girl 41 became a member. Thank you, Sassy Girl. Nathan Smith gifted another 20 memberships. Thank you, Nathan. Jack Anderson re-upped his membership for 16 months and said, good morning, my neighbors. Thank you. Luthace gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Luthace. North Scout did a $10 super chat and said, what are your thoughts on the new seasonal content in Diablo? I'm personally excited for the cage chart system. If you decide what character you'll play, I'm thinking about playing a Necro. I have no idea because I don't know anything about it. I don't even understand what it is. I don't. So I need information on what is the seasonal system? How is it going to work? What's the point of it? Does it something my viewers would like to see or I would like to play? I don't know. I know nothing whatsoever about it. I need to be educated. Chef Boyardee did a super chat and said, how are you doing, my boy? Hi, chat. What's going on, Chef Boyardee? Good to see you today. Thank you for the support. Nathan Smith did another 10 memberships at one point here. That got us up to the 505 that we're at now. Jack Anderson did a super chat. Says, do you not think in terms of games, movies, and music, everything seems to be a rehash of things back from the 90s? In a lot of ways, you're right. This does happen in waves when it comes to the arts. What ends up happening is there's trends, and the trends become popular, and then they die out, but then basically people try to go back on those trends later on. Like, are you guys aware that they're making another fucking Ninja Turtles movie? It comes out this summer, and it's incredibly awful. The Ninja Turtles aren't even teenage. They're like kids. And they completely changed every single character's ethnicity. Every single character is completely redrawn from the ground up different, like on purpose to piss you off. So if you like classic Ninja Turtles, there's no chance you like this one. They completely changed it on purpose. And you watch it, and the art style's awful. They're trying to copy the Spider-Verse movies, and it looks like shit. And I'm like, everything about this looks terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. I don't know. That's the point. Like, they just keep rehashing over and over because they have no original thoughts. North Scout, I literally just read and responded to your super chat, so you weren't paying attention. I absolutely did. So thank you, Jack. And then Luthace dropped another 10 member bomb on the channel, which means we're technically, or we should be at 515. I might confirm that now. I should confirm if we're at 515 or not, because I might have lost track at some point there. Okay.
It'd be funny if it
Someone
was
just says, well,
more.
it's just a movie for kids. As long as kids like it, it's okay. Well, my point is, if they're going to make another movie, it didn't have to be Ninja Turtles. You understand? You don't have to take the lore and the world of something we've already seen since the 1980s and redo it a millionth time because you have no creativity, but now change it so much that it's not recognizable to what the original thing was to say, oh, it's a kids movie. Yeah, it's a kids movie, so don't do Ninja Turtles. Do, I don't know, flying, kung fu, alley cats. Mutant alley cats, right? And at least you can say it's a Ninja Turtles knockoff, but at least it's not Ninja Turtles and you're not ruining it by rehashing the same thing a millionth time in a poor way. Just do something original for yourselves and stop copying everyone else's ideas. Because you know what it is? We actually...
Oh, shut the fuck up about copying everyone else's fucking ideas. The fucking hypocrisy of it fucking all. Let's do it that fucking relate to the fucking Party Day and React content, except doing it far worse than fucking other content creators, which is saying something because some of them are fucking terrible and fucking reacting to shit themselves. What the fuck is he on about fucking, come up with your own fucking original content? The person that fucking can't come up with anything original by himself. The person that fucking went to Minecraft and had no idea what to fucking do with their imagination, so fucking invited somebody else to fucking build things for him in his fucking shitey little world because he couldn't have the fucking brains to fucking use his imagination. This is the same person here. Mr. Zero imagination, zero creativity, zero nothing. Zero ability, zero skill, zero thought. All I can fucking do is just wait for the game to tell him what to fucking do and then fucking do it.
You watched the documentary about it. Eastman and Laird sold the rights to Ninja Turtles in the late 2000s. And if you haven't noticed since then, there hasn't been a single good thing of Ninja Turtles. It's been over a decade. There's been nothing. It's all trash. Michael Bay made 2 shit movies, right? And the animation hasn't been good. And now they got this. It's all trash since they sold the rights. Because they basically gave up all creative control and now everything is garbage. It's pretty sad. Anyway, let's continue. Now let's swing to the tips side of things. So not surprisingly, Game Trekker has a lot to say about my gameplay in this last week of Street Fighter 6. And he starts off today with a $29.99 tip. So thank you very much, Game Trekker, for that.
Why didn't you just give him the fucking 30? Like, why are we gonna be so weird about it?
Yeah, but it's a fucking weirdo. Maybe he's fucking just trying his best not to trigger the $30 tip animation. Because he wants he wants his Street Fighter tip animation instead, so he fucking keeps it deliberately below that. Like some sort of weird prick.
But it's not like he's gonna trigger it because you can just ask DSP to give him the...
Well, he does it anyway. I think, it's strange. I mean, Phil then rounds up himself usually to 5, to 30. But he's like, I'm going to give him the Street Fighter animation because that's what he wants. It's a weird fucking thing, yeah. But by the way, Wardog, we have a long time to go still. So if you're tight for time at any point, feel free. If you need to bail at any point, just say. I don't want to.
No, I'm good, man. I'm literally still doing these catalysts.
No worries, man. No worries. Just a wee heads up, man. Because I know I've got still plenty to go. And I don't want you to feel like you're fucking forced or whatever. But just if you need to, don't worry. But yeah, we'll just crack on as best we can.
Fuck. Where's my home route? Okay. Here we go. We start off with Game Trekker. He says the following. It's time for a series of tips with tips from yours truly. I'll start today talking about drive parry. You already understand the value of perfect parry. That is correct. With a perfect parry in Street Fighter 6, the screen freezes, you get a counterattack. Not so much holding the buttons, you're right. Holding the buttons down, I don't really understand the benefit. As I said before, drive parry is essentially an EX block. It covers highs, lows, cross-ups, etc. So anytime you hold the buttons, you're guaranteed to block. There was a moment during your last Street Fighter 6 stream where you were stuck in the corner against a jury. You tapped drive parry, leading to get punish counter during the recovery, and hit with a combo, but I guarantee the jury player didn't confirm that speedy sequence. All those attacks would have been parried if you held the buttons. Could this have gotten you out of the corner? No, but you would have built a bunch of drive meter up, and it would have been your turn. FYI, when you parry an attack, your recovery afterward is exactly the same as if you had done a block. Plus, just like with blocking, you can't be thrown during that recovery. So what you're saying is, and this is interesting, and now I'm learning, standard parrying is the same as blocking, right? And you get drive meter back. If you just block, you lose drive meter. So constantly blocking is not beneficial because you lose drive, and now you have setups where you can get, drive impacted into the corner or whatever, right? So I get what you're saying. You're saying you're in a situation where they're going to be rushing you down and attacking you a lot. You should be drive parrying. Okay.
That's so boring.
See, this is very important things that I seriously, I'm
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Black Metro Super Chat. It says, couple of things. 1. Spider-Verse is amazing, so using a similar animation style is smart. 2. Changing a character's race for a new interpretation is fine. Who cares? 3. Last I checked, 13 is still teenage. Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, true. It's still 13, still teenage, of course, yes.
I mean, depending on what country you're in, but like, for us, for the UK, you're not an adult till you hit 18.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you're still a teenager even if you're 16.
Put it this way, if Derek thinks it's too old, that's an adult. Well, yeah, so that applies to fucking people that are 10.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad. Anyway, yeah. Never mind that. Humanity's Edge is saying someone should ask DSP to stop telling us how good he is. How about he show us? Well,
People have been telling him that for ages.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, man. That's
why people were waiting for him to get to Diamond because they knew that he was 10.
Yeah. Warren's confused, said about he thought it's 16 over. No. At 16, you can legally have sex, but you can't drink alcohol.
No.
18, you can drink alcohol. And in Scotland, anyway, I think it's 17 years old you can vote. They changed that, didn't they, in Scotland? So in Scotland, anyway,
I know.
you can vote at 17, but usually in the UK as a whole, you need to be 18 years old to vote as well. 18 is generally considered the adult age for most things, yeah.
Unlike Americans who have to wait to 21 to drink, we can drink when we're 18.
It's dependent on the state. Some states have different ages for that, you know, when it comes to not only drinking, but, you know, everything essentially, you know, so, yeah, it's kind of strange that way. I think it's fucking weird that there's different, you know, 50 states, and they all have different, like, unique little tweaks on their laws, but then again, it's probably the same for, well, look at the UK. Well,
Is it not 52 states?
Hmm?
I thought it was 50. Is it not 52?
52?
I thought it was 52 states.
Who's there were 2 states in? Other than...
Fuck if I know.
I thought it was just 50. I don't know, maybe it changed. Canada and Mexico are included, I guess.
I'm attacking you a lot. You should be drive parrying. Okay. See, this is very important. Things that I'm a month into the game, I don't understand. All right. Second tip. This one is a $5 tip. Of course, it's from Game Tracker. And he says, continuing about drive parry. The only time when you can be thrown during its recovery is if you release the button without parrying something. Yes, it results in a punish counter, just like if you're grabbed out of the drive parry stance itself. So if you parry something, you cannot be thrown after. If you don't parry and you're just standing there waiting and nothing hits, then you can throw through it. However, the recovery is generally too fast for this to be done on reaction. In addition, it's super important to remember you can block during its recovery, even if you didn't parry anything. So when you tapped drive parry against the jury, you still would have been able to block her low kick if you just held down back on the stick. See, I didn't know that at all. I thought maybe there's recovery from it. You're saying there is no recovery, it's instant block. Okay. By the way, here's a use for drive parry that Diaphone recommended in the video, parrying jump-ins, especially because it ignores cross-ups. If you're not sure which side your opponent's going to land on, or heck, even if you are, drive parry will parry the jumping normal and recover drive meter when you're at it. You regain something like a full bar of drive every time you parry a normal. Fair enough. So, if someone's jumping at you and you don't have the spacing for an anti-air properly, for example with Blanca, sometimes they're jumping right over me and they're crossing me up, and an up ball likely is going to miss, you're saying drive parry it. Okay, this is very interesting.
Boring.
I received another $5 tip from Game Tracker.
So Game Tracker's
Game
gave
about
like
drive
$40 right now.
Boring.
We're all learning here today.
We're all
On the podcast.
bored
Are we?
today.
We're all learning how much
Yes. There's another reason I'm emphasizing the example of using drive parry against jump-ins, by the way. Diaphone pointed out you're way overusing drive reversal as a response after blocking jump-ins, sometimes losing entire matches because your opponent blocked it or neutral jumped. You even agreed with him during your podcast episode, but then you forgot about it. Didn't forget about it. I wasn't doing it, and people were constantly on me when I was Zangief, as I was even stating as Zangief. I was like, man.
Hold on, no. Like, Game Tracker is watching your content fucking ridiculously closely. He's not fucking accurately logging it all, but he's watching you closely and you're fucking watching yourself clearly. And when he's spotting you doing something wrong, you were called out for something, you said you were going to fucking do it, and he spotted you fucking ignoring it and forgetting about it. I want to hear his fucking explanation as to Phil not forgetting something.
So then you forgot about it. Didn't forget about it. I wasn't doing it, and people were constantly on me when I was Zangief, as I was even stating as Zangief. I was like, man, it doesn't feel like Zangief has tools to get someone off you. They could seriously just keep kind of doing this jump at a certain angle, and I can't stop the jump, and therefore they're always in the position where I can't do anything, and they just keep me in lockdown stun. And because of that, I got frustrated. I was like, the only way to get them off me is to do drive reversal again, and it was working. It was pushing them away, and it was allowing me to continue with my gameplay. All right. So, by the way, anyone who's bitching in the chat is getting banned right now. I've had enough. The whole point of this podcast is to suck in knowledge about games and the like. This is the time for this kind of discussion. If you don't like it, don't watch the podcast. And
Oh my god, so it's not just me. It's not just me that fucking complains about how fucking boring this ridiculous fucking, over elaborate explanation of Street Fighter is. His own entire audience is like, oh, we're so fucking bored of this fucking thing. And his chat are fucking complaining and whining and bitching about this fucking boring ass fucking non-stop Street Fighter gibberish about fucking mechanics and, little tricks and tips and all that shit. And it's like, because they're complaining, like, he's going to ban them. Let me just hear it one more time. Let me hear Phil fucking go off in the chat one more time.
I got frustrated. I was like, the only way to get them off me is to do drive reversal again. And it was working. It was pushing them away, and it was allowing me to continue with my gameplay.
Look at him.
All right.
Bastards.
So, by the way, anyone who's bitching in the chat is getting banned right now. I've had enough. The whole point of this podcast is to suck in knowledge about games and the like. This is the time for this kind of discussion. If you don't like it, don't watch the podcast and come back when I'm playing the game, because you're complaining about contributions and me learning about the game. Fuck you. Leave. Okay. Continuing on.
No, that was toxic. That was definitely toxic.
That was more than toxic. That was fucking abusive.
Yeah, for sure. No, the whole point of the fucking podcast is to fucking wait for your fucking normal audience to turn up. This is meant to be a fucking meaningful gaming podcast where you fucking give people up-to-date news and all that shit and all this garbage. No, fuck off.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for the very confusing super chat. It says, slurp, 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 slurp. What the fuck, Black Mage?
Maybe because of all the money he's slurping up.
It's quite possibly, yeah. I just wasn't sure if it fucking, accidentally sat on the fucking, his phone and accidentally fucking super chatted. That's happened before. I think Agent Proper gave me a super chat before without meaning to because he butt dialed it essentially.
Oh yeah, poppers were just literally fucking random words.
Exactly.
It was fucking hilarious.
Is it slurp? Thank you, Black Mage, for the super chat. He's oh my god, so there we go. Thank you for Black Mage for that.
Back when I'm playing the game, because you're complaining about...
Oh, hang on. Black Mage explains I was sucking up gaming knowledge. Ah, that's what it was.
Oh, right.
Phil said he's sucking up gaming knowledge. There we go. So, yeah, you're right. Most of the people... I completely forgot Phil said that. I was too busy fucking just thinking about him being so toxic towards his own audience there. But yeah, Phil, of course, in that said he was sucking up gaming knowledge. Let's hear it one more time.
All right. So, by the way, anyone who's bitching in the chat is getting banned right now. I've had enough. The whole point of this podcast is to suck in knowledge about games and the like. This is the time for this kind of discussion. If you don't like it, don't watch the podcast and come back when I'm playing the game because you're complaining about contributions and me learning about the game. Fuck you. Leave.
See,
okay, continuing on.
That makes more sense.
So, he says, if you're not ready to anti-air jump in, drive parry is a much better option than block into a drive reversal. Besides the potential for lucking into a perfect parry, you'll build your drive meter and it's no worse of a position than if you just blocked. The only way for the opponent to beat this option is to empty jump throw. How often do you see anyone do that in Street Fighter 6 against Zangief? A lot. That is the actual truth. Against Zangief, a lot. Against everyone else, not so much. But against Zangief, a lot of people just seem to be empty jumping constantly and waiting to see what Zangief does. And I think that's a problem with Zangief. Zangief doesn't have an option or an answer for it. He doesn't. Like I'll give you an example. Once we're finished talking about the game tracker stuff, I saw people talking about Zangief on social media in the last day, and the consensus of people playing Street Fighter 6 is that this is one of the weakest iterations of Zangief ever. He is too slow, he doesn't have the tools to succeed, and he even has detriments I wasn't aware of. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, so he says...
Oh, great, it's great if I can talk about it in a second. Look forward to that, everyone.
Learning better use of drive parry would be huge for your Street Fighter 6 gameplay, especially with Zangief, which is what I want to bring up next. Okay. We got another tip, I believe. Wait a minute, now I think I screwed up. Did I just delete the wrong thing? Yeah. I accidentally deleted the wrong fucking thing. Ugh. Now how do I get to it? God damn it. Here it is. Okay. This is another $5 tip in regards
Holy
to Zangief.
fuck.
Alright.
Dude, you sent him a fucking email. Holy shit.
Like, seriously, I gotta just think about how dumb some of these people are here who are complaining. I want to think about this.
I thought I was going to fucking complain about how dumb game tracker was for fucking knowledge contributions. How okay.
No, because these loves it. He's getting all this money for literally that someone can send. You can send an email to him.
Yeah, really, because man, honestly, it's like you fucking. This is something he would read as well. He would read this all in the email as well and take it in just the same.
He's about to bitch at his chat though.
Like, seriously, I gotta just think about how dumb some of these people are here who are complaining. I want to think about this. We're on a podcast. The podcast discusses all the games I'm currently playing. Someone wants to contribute to the podcast and give me concrete advice about the game we're literally about to play. Oh, that's bad. Sit in the chat and complain. Fuck you. Go away. Stop.
But Phil, you just said it's like, you're not playing a game right now. Right now, it's up to you to entertain your audience, and your audience are telling you they're not entertained. Your audience are not entertained with what they're fucking hearing from you right fucking now. It is you that's a fucking problem here. Your audience is fucking telling you that what you're doing right now, they're not finding entertaining or worthwhile or meaningful. They're giving you fucking precious fucking feedback and you're telling them all to fuck off. That is not a fucking good look. If I was blowing my audience, I'd fucking take that advice into consideration and fucking try and do less. So, apparently, in the past, I used to do a soundboard a whole fucking lot more than I do now. I used to fucking just randomly play it, like everything, like fucking. Shut up, bitch! I should just fucking press every fucking button if I could. But some people also thought I was doing it too much overkill. So I thought, okay, fair enough, good advice. I'll try and cut back on it and not do it as much, which I try and do. I don't just tell people to fuck off if they try and give me advice on how to not fucking, make them, they're trying to tell me how to fucking improve the content potentially. I'm not going to tell people to fuck off and think I know better than them, because they're my audience. It's weird. It really is fucking weird.
Bothering all of us who are intelligent and are trying to learn and get better at games. Alright, just leave. Okay. So, lastly, Zangief. Actually, there's a lot of what I want to say about you playing him. I'll save most of it for another time. First off, goddamn the way you play him is super meter hungry. I highly recommend using regular spinning clothesline to end combos instead of the OD version. See, you're right, but I didn't know that you don't need to use the OD version to get it to combo. I guess you don't, because the people who I was watching, remember I told you I'd watched some videos online, right? The videos always showed the combo ending in OD lariat. So I was of the impression you needed to do that, but now you're saying you don't. You're saying regular lariat would have worked. I didn't know that. I'll have to use that next time so I'm not burning meter. In addition, one of the reasons why I keep doing meter burn lariat is because they changed the inputs of it in this game. In old Street Fighter, to do a lariat, you actually needed to press 3 punches or 3 kicks together. In this one, it's just 2, But if you press all three, right, then you do the meter burn version. I'm used to pressing all three. So if I want a spinning clothesline, which is what I call it, not lariat, I press all three, but then I get meter burn, you see? So this is something on me from just having muscle memory from old school Street Fighter and them actually changing the inputs in this new one. So I need to get better at that. This, I will completely agree with you. It seems like whenever I play Zangief, I'm running out of meter constantly, and that's a huge issue. Okay, so Game Trigger says, yes, using the standard lariat works with every combo route you've been using, and the extra damage you get from the OD version is only negligible. Second, if you complaining about neutral jump escapes all of his pressure, he has a move specifically designed to beat that, a 360 air grab. If you expect your opponent to jump to evade your ground at 360, do the air one. Yes, I know that's a read, a prediction, and guess Zangief is all about that in the game. It's what you're signing up for when you're trying to play with that character. I have a counter to that. I agree with you, but it doesn't really, it's not foolproof. Sadly, it's not a real solution to the issue of the neutral jump. Here's why. The neutral jumping has two negatives to trying to air 360 it. The first is the spacing.
I think I'm going to spam the shut up button now.
360 goes slightly above himself right here, and basically he can grab like a region here. Neutral jump is here.
Shut the
So if he's going up here, you see, it has to be at the exact right angle where they intersect. Shut up, you bitch. In which case, you're going to get kicked in the face. In addition, a lot of characters have really, really good air normals in this game. I've noticed that. Certain characters like Luke or Minot have really good air normals. If they hit at the right angle, even moves you would think would beat them in the air get stuffed anyway. So air 360 works if they're neutral jumping and not planning on pressing a button. Like we talked, if they're going to neutral jump and throw when they land, it'll work. If they're neutral jumping and waiting to see what Zangief does, and then, oh, let me kick and do a combo, you're fucked. Basically, if he tries to do air 360, they can easily just stuff it, right? Casanova, what are you talking about?
Oh, good, he's fucking finished. Well, not finished, the podcast, but
he's about
finished.
to bitch at Casanova, I think.
Could be, yeah, could be.
Casanova's about to get banned, I think.
Yeah, I was having fun pressing buttons.
I need to change an N to an M. In what?
Oh, gain tracker. It's not game tracker, it's gain tracker. Dumbass.
Oh, there's an I see. I spelled his name wrong. Thank you. I didn't notice I hit the wrong button. Thank you for telling me. Okay. So here's the thing. Air 360 is nice, but much like a lot of Zangief's moves, it's a trick. You have to pull them into the landing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a guaranteed, oh, if they neutral jump, I'll just do air 360, grabs them every time. It won't. Because spacing and things, unless I'm wrong, they made it a vacuum move that sucks everything in a radius around it in. Because that's not how the spinning clothesline, or excuse me, the spinning cloud driver is on the ground. You know? Well, I guess we could try, right? Again, all we can do is try. There's other things I haven't used either, like for example,
I
Zangief
can't
has a grab,
believe it won't shut up.
where it counters all kicks, supposedly. And if I do that against like a Ken who's doing the kick bullshit, maybe it'll work. I don't know. I'd have to try it, but I forgot he even had it. I totally forgot Zangief had a kick grab. Maybe it would work against all those crazy kicks that Ken does. I don't know. Alright, so to end here, Game Tracker says, I agree, he's one of the weaker fighters in the game right now. I doubt that his read-oriented playstyle will change even when he's better balanced. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example here. Like I said, I was reading some threads on social media about Zangief and people's reactions to Zangief. And sadly, here's what they've discovered. Zangief has built-in weaknesses. For example, did you know that when Zangief gets drive burned, his drive meter burns out, it takes him 20% longer to recover drive meter than everyone else. And if you remember when I was playing and I was burning out, I was saying, why is it taking me so long to get drive meter back? Doesn't it seem like this is taking abnormally long? I was right. They actually made it so it takes longer to get drive meter. And people are surmising that basically the problem with him is when they were building the game and they made the drive rush, they thought having drive rush into 360 or drive rush into tick throw into 360 would be too powerful. So they figured, let's make it so that if he makes mistakes and loses drive meter, he's so weak that to get it back that he loses the round because he's so strong when he has it. In reality, what we're finding is the drive rush with Zangief.
Hey, it said reality. Hurry. Also, Zangief has 20% more HP than other people. So it kind of balances out, you'd think. But not according to Phil.
Actually isn't that good. It's all right, but it's not that good. So it sounds like the game developers overestimated how good Zangief would be having maneuverability around his throws, and sadly now he's one of the weakest characters in the game because they didn't give him the tools and they gave him too much recovery. So if anything, they should rebalance him, I feel, and they should make it so that some of his moves have better properties. Like I feel like Lariat should be a better anti-air.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Lois, for a super chat. It says he could be in training mode right now, trying these moves. He really could be. In fact, that's probably a fucking great idea for future. Imagine if he fucking separates Game Tricker's fucking Street Fighter tips for the actual gameplay. And Phil usually fucking begins sometimes in training mode anyway. So imagine if he fucking saves those tips for the very start of gameplay for Street Fighter. And he goes into training mode and reads his contributions. And then immediately tries them in training mode while he's reading them.
The problem is though, is the Game Trigger's telling him all about Zangief when he's not even going to play Zangief at all today.
Well, he's responding to the last time Phil played, which was as Zangief, wasn't it?
No idea what it was.
So I think it was, yeah. I think Phil was playing with Zangief
Wouldn't
before.
this be a better option to hold all this stuff about Zangief for when he's going to play Zangief again?
I know.
Because he's playing Blanca.
Today is Blanca, yeah. Blanca Baranza today.
And either going to be Lily or Marisa for tonight.
Yeah.
So he's not touching Zangief. So
But because he still played him in recently, so he's responding to.
Yeah, I
Phil.
know. But what I'm saying is that like the smart thing would be to do is to hold that until he plays Zangief. So when he's going to play Zangief, he would have all this information relative to.
Yeah, you
but
think so,
he
but
won't
Phil,
remember.
Yeah, of course not. You need the tip again. Same tip, same message. Just copy and paste it all, and just send that again when he's planning to play them. Yeah.
There should rebalance him, I feel. And they should make it so some of his moves have better properties. Like, I feel like Lariat should be a better anti-air. Lariat is only good as an anti-air from someone jumping straight ahead. If they're over you, it doesn't hit. If they're above you, it doesn't hit. They should make Lariat a true anti-air with invincibility frames. Now, you can't fucking jump on Zangief, in which case, it's a whole new game now. Right? Right now, the problem is if Zangief's in the corner, you can jump on him all day. He can't do anything besides drive parry. That's it. So that's what I'm thinking. And then in addition, yeah, he shouldn't have 20% longer to recover his drive meter. That's just stupidity. But he's already a slow character, now you make him even slower. Zach says Zangief's kick grab will counter Juri, Blanca, Cammy, Guile, DJ, Chun-Li, Kimberly, and Minot's drive impacts. Because they're kicks. Now that's interesting.
He won't remember this, so.
Very good. No, I don't have a negative win-loss ratio. Monkey Spank, go fuck yourself and enjoy your permanent ban. He says, I shouldn't talk about Street Fighter 6 at all in any competitive capacity because I have a negative win-loss ratio, which I don't. He's a complete idiot. Okay. Continuing on.
Wow.
I received a $1.50 tip from an anonymous tipper. Says, what about an RPG like Persona 5 where the side content is the meat of the game? You know, that's an interesting question. I think Persona is really unique because the side content of Persona, right? Or you can even argue the side content of a game like Lost Judgment. Remember Lost Judgment? The side content about the school stories did not tie into the main storyline, but was like its own game, right? In Persona series, if you don't do the side missions, you're essentially missing all of the character building of the game, right? Like you need to be doing all the side missions for the main characters, for the different social links and things. So the way I see it is, what's considered meaningful and what's not? Well, if you're doing side content in an RPG and you feel like you're getting tons of additional story, you're getting more meaning around the characters and things about the world, and it all makes sense. Oh, and by the way, most of the content that you do, like in Persona, is meaningful to the game because when you're doing those social links, you're leveling up your oh my god, why can't I remember the names of them? The summon monsters. What are they called in that game? I can't even remember the name of them. But you're leveling them up. And you constantly confuse better ones because you're leveling up those social links. It's not like you're doing it, and by the way, oh, so you did some world building, good for you. Here's a guild bug to sell for 100 gil. It's completely worthless. Right? Right? It's a Persona. It's called Personas.
Oh my
Duh, no wonder I couldn't think of a complex name because it's not complex. So you're leveling up your Personas, you're leveling up your ability to fuse the Personas, so it's meaningful. Not only are you getting additional story that does add to the game, but you're also leveling up things that you need for combat to make the game better. Do you see the difference between that and Final Fantasy 16? It's completely different. Okay.
Is it though?
I received a $1 tip. Hold on, it's a troll. Ignore that.
Lol.
What about this one?
Oh, waste of
Snow
money.
Carl, I watched some of your Final Fantasy 16 playthrough. I noticed that you complain about the game quite a bit. Would it be more in line with your integrity and belief to drop the game? Well, number one, I spent $70 on it. Number two,
Oh, fuck off.
I
This
don't
shit
feel
again.
that just getting to Act 2, which essentially is the meat of the game, right? Supposedly.
Number one, you have fucking earned, I'll say earned, you've been given $440 odd in tips alone. You've already
It's not
fucking
bad the
contributed your
collection
money.
edition. I was about the collection edition twice,
Oh god.
probably.
So, we're behind the film quite a lot, right? But he has at some point hit $100 because he's got a hat pull going. Which hat is 1,000 wins best?
God. Yeah, but he's got like 90% of this from fucking Gamecock.
I don't know what he's at, right? And I'll say he's playing right now. I don't know if he's hit 100 in his eyes.
Well, I mean, right now, he's got 46, well, 45 from Gamecocker, 30, then the three $5 tips. So he's got like nearly half of the fucking amount from one person. But his streams aren't all thingied by one person, guys.
Jesus, man.
So,
Yeah, we're still behind Phil by quite a bit, you know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I mean, if I can see, I can jump ahead if someone's
Yeah,
got.
yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Ghost Politics for Super Chat. It says, Phil's face looks like a boxer that gets beat a lot. I can see that, yeah, for sure. He's got a fucking squishy nose, you know, the ears a bit fucking weird. Yeah. But yeah, if you punch Phil's face though, have you seen how strangely alien Phil's face is when he's fucking poking and prodding at himself? Like you punch him, it's like fucking, it's like an alien wearing a fucking human skin suit very badly. It really is.
He's like that scene from Men in Black,
Yeah.
where the guy's like pulls his skin tight again.
Yeah, skin's hanging off you. He's like, oh, is this better? Just fucking dries up, yeah.
Two, I don't feel that just getting to Act 2, which essentially is the meat of the game, right? Supposedly, is enough to judge it yet. Perhaps maybe the rest of the game.
You wanna
I don't know. We won't know until we get there. But like I said,
He's an update on what's happening in live, Phil.
So you know how he's at 40, so you get 45 from Gamecocker, right?
Yes.
Lisa Lewis showed up with 41.
Okay, and that got him to 100.
And he's at exactly 100, and his total wins is now 1,001. So he's already got it.
So he's got 1,000 wins already. At least in his eyes, he's got 1,000 wins, even though he's clearly not.
Yeah.
Not in ranked anyway.
So that's why, yeah. So he got $100, but he's on a 4-win streak apparently, and he's got a chance to rank up. So he's already, yeah.
I love what his members in chat right now. Blank white, 1,000 wins, and all I got was 41 meter dollars.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's from Lisa Lou, of course.
Said this is basically this week. So we're gonna have a stream on Saturday. Sadly, the stream will be interrupted. We're gonna have another major stream of it on Tuesday. So if in another 4 to 5 hours, this game isn't interesting me as much, we're gonna make a decision together. Do I keep it or not? All right, we'll figure it out. Snow Curled, another tip: did you manage to play an active and semi-professional level at your age? He says, I'm nearing the end of my 20s. I feel fatigued playing a few hours of Dota or FIFA. Do you do hand stretching exercises? I could if I needed to, and I do have things such as hand exercises. See? And these help a lot, actually. Something like this, a little egg. Just squeezing. It allows everything in your hand to be... Oh, it feels good, too. When you squeeze hard on something like this. Dude,
Oh, come on. True Italians would fucking use their balls to fucking squeeze. Come on. That's how you can tell Phil's not a true authentic Italian, because he's not fucking using his own balls as a fucking natural stress ball reliever.
Well, they keep saying he's Polish or some shit, so who knows?
Yeah, well, he's just as Italian as he is Polish, and yet he only fucking cares about the Italian side. He says Spierdalai to the Polish side. Spierdalai is Polish, or fuck off.
actually, all the muscles in your arms start getting worked, and it feels really good. It does, you know? For someone who, for me, like, I'm playing games all day, something like this could be a godsend. When I get older and I start getting, you know, carpal tunnel issues and things, yeah, just something as simple as this, all right? And, of course, you know, stretching. Fingers out.
What the fuck?
But, no, usually with fighting it's just not an issue. Last month I did have an issue. One day I had pulled a nerve in my neck and I had problems. But outside of that day, it hasn't been an issue. I mean, it might be an issue moving forward. We'll see. But for now, I'm good.
At the risk of sounding like Phil, I have had that issue today with my fucking neck. Like, my fucking, like, I don't know why. I must have fucking been lying awkwardly or something. But I feel like I've got a fucking pinched nerve in my fucking neck. It's annoying the crap out of me.
I literally woke up, I think, 2 days ago with my right calf muscle cramped. And it still hurts a little bit to this, to you know, for today, but it's alright. I can still walk on it. It's just like
Tender.
pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking pain in the ass when they're cramp, when your muscle cramps, because it's just too warm in my bed.
It's just awful, man, yeah.
All you gotta do is just stand up, put some pressure on it, let the blood flow back in, and that's it. You're
Yeah,
sorted.
I mean, I just can't wish I had a fucking accent. You see those fucking videos sometimes of these fucking, like, ridiculous YouTube chiropractors that fucking, like, hammer you and not shit and just crack the hell out of you. I feel like I need one of those. One of those fucking extreme fucking additions are just fucking getting, like, readjusted to fucking feeling better. It's fucking bizarre, but yeah. Everyone's getting fucking old. Not as old as DSP, but we're getting on in age.
All right, then I received a $5 tip from Jack Anderson. When will the next Ask the King be? That I don't know yet, because we literally put it on indefinite hiatus because we've been so busy with game releases for the past couple of months. We just haven't had time to do it. Originally, we were going to do it in late May. We delayed it then because I was in the middle of Tears of the Kingdom and other games, and we knew that Street Fighter was around the horizon, and we wanted to finish up the games I was playing, which we did. If you remember, we finished Final Fantasy V. We finished...
Why is he adding up things very weirdly? That was a $5 tip. And he was right. You know, it went from 47 to 52, and then he changed it to 53. That's a $5 tip. So why is he going from 47, right? 47 plus 5. Not too hard. 52. And he was right, and then he changed it to 53. Why? Was it definitely a $5 tip?
Received a $5 tip.
Yes, it was. It was a $5 fucking tip. And he's at $47, and he fucking changes it to... So he adds on an extra dollar for some reason. Maybe he forgot to add on Snowcar or some fish. Who knows?
From Jack Anderson. When will the next Ask the King be? That I don't know yet, because we literally put it on indefinite hiatus because we've been so busy with game releases for the past couple of months. We just haven't had time to do it. Originally...
And of course, him not doing Ask the King is going against his Patreon terms of service, because you fucking meant to get a free question. Not a free question, but one of the perks of being a fucking Patreon member is getting a fucking question to ask for Ask the King. So him failing to fucking fulfill that Patreon pledge is potentially against the Patreon terms of service. Yet, Patreon don't care. We've tried this in the fucking past. Back in 2015, Phil claimed he's going to do a special project with Project 7. As tied to the Patreon goals, Phil got the money given for him to do the fucking Patreon Project 7 crap. And in the end of the day, he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
He did.
Yeah.
He just lost his 5-win streak to a Honda.
He just what? He lost a win streak.
Yeah, it was 5-win streak and a Honda just beat the shit out of him.
Nice.
So
were going to do it in late May. We delayed it then because I was in the middle of Tears of the Kingdom and other games, and we knew that Street Fighter was around the horizon, and we wanted to finish up the games I was playing, which we did. If you remember, we finished Final Fantasy V, we finished Jedi Survivor, we wrapped all those up before Street Fighter 6 came out. Now, this last month, we've been so busy with RPGs and Street Fighter 6, again, we don't really have time for this optional stuff. So, we're holding off. Ask the King will return eventually, but I just don't know when yet. Will it be July? Will it be August? Maybe August. Maybe we'll bring back Ask the King as a thing for my anniversary. Remember, I'm doing my 15th anniversary celebration in August, so maybe we'll bring it back as like, you know, here's a legacy show, we're finally bringing it back for the anniversary or something, right? Now he says, for your Street Fighter 6 playthrough, are you connected with a cable or using wireless? Always cable, as you can see. I'm thinking in terms of lag. Funny enough, having that cable may create more lag than wireless. I'm not even shitting you. Because the way these joysticks and controllers work with the consoles is so weird. Sometimes they test, and they actually find that a wired joystick has more input delay than the wireless controller. I'm serious about that. I know that sounds really stupid and doesn't make sense, but it's true. So I don't even know. This particular stick, which is the Fighting Stick Alpha, you know, I didn't research it. It was gifted to me. So I didn't research it. I didn't find out if it was the optimal joystick for Xbox. I'm just using what I have and going with the flow and rolling with it, all right? And I know it might not be the best setup, but I like the joystick. I tend to not blame it on the stick. I don't think there's a problem with my stick. I think the issues are me. I think that Street Fighter 6 has so many changes to the way that the game is controlled compared to previous Street Fighter games, you know, with these input shortcuts and more lax inputs and stored inputs, that I just constantly make
Alright, I'm going back to 1.75 speed. He's boring me again. The Street Fighter talk.
because
Well,
I'm
he
not
just
playing.
lost
I feel
again.
like, you know,
He just
So-
lost again. Nice.
Yeah, it's the same Honda. And he's now looks like he's bitching. Saying the game jumped. He was at 2-star. He just got demoted from losing to that Honda.
I have a feeling that Profit's triggered again because he's just screaming nope. I guess this is about the fucking controller talk
Controller,
and the
yeah.
input delay. Profit,
Has to
calm
be.
yourself down. Just focus on feeling better, pal.
eventually
Watch
we'll
the
get to the point
blood
where
pressure,
I'm
old
not
man.
accidentally doing the wrong things all the time. I would hope.
I'm just fucking bracing myself for a fucking angry, bald Canadian pervert just to fucking storm the call again.
Because, man, that's going to suck if long-term I never get better and I keep making these same mistakes. But the only way you can stop making them is to keep playing and get better with muscle memory and execution, right? So, there you go. Who found wired is worse than wireless named the source? It was the era of Street Fighter V, and there were joysticks for PS4 that actually were more laggy than using the controller. There were some joysticks that were worse. But I don't have a source to cite. It's been like fucking 7 years, you know? I don't know if today, if they fixed that problem or not. Like I said, I literally just admitted to my audience, I've done no research. I didn't research this joystick to see what the input delay is or anything. I'm just playing with it because it's the joystick I have for Xbox, so why wouldn't I use what I've got, right? Okay. See, here's what's absolutely hilarious. I just got a tip. Someone saying, it's okay if you say Final Fantasy 16 or Tears of the Kingdom were bloated, but it doesn't make the people who disagree with you objectively wrong. I didn't say they were. You said I said they were. When did I ever sit here and say, hey guys, if you love all the optional content of Final Fantasy 16 and Zelda, you're a moron? When did I say that? I said, for me, for the kind of person I am, for the kind of gamer I am, for the kind of content creator I am, these games with this incredible amount of wasted time and padding is bloat for me, and it's not good. And as gamers who have limited time, we should deserve better and we should demand better. That's what I said. Now,
Who's fucking we? Not everyone's a fucking
Exactly.
content creator like you. You speaking French all of a sudden? Fuck off with a we.
someone who literally sat down with Tears of the Kingdom, and when you got the game, you had no intention of doing anything else but only playing that game in your free time. And you played it at your own pace, and you enjoyed it, whether it was you beat it within a week or you beat it within a month and a half. But you played it out, and you paid 100 hours, and you felt meaning in all that 100 hours. Good for you. Congratulations. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. The point I'm making is, they're not just making games for people with unlimited time, they're making games that are supposed to appeal to the masses, right? Am I right? Are Nintendo first-party games not supposed to appeal to gamers from all walks of life? So, if that's the case, make it so that you can play it streamlined and it's fun, you can play it long-term and it's fun, which I think they did a good job of, honestly. If you take a look at the game, I do feel you could just do the dungeons and not have too much difficulty. Like, that's what I did. I didn't upgrade my armor. I didn't go crazy out of my way to do too many heart upgrades, but I was able to beat the dungeons, right? So I think they actually did a good job. But when I'm playing the game and other people are shitting on me saying, you played it wrong because you skipped all this content, and I'm like, but I beat the dungeons, so how did I play it wrong? It's the opposite of what you're saying in your dollar tip. I say, you know what, play these games however you want, and if you enjoy them, great, but I'm explaining to you why I think that they're weak for someone like me. Why are you putting words into my mouth that I'm saying that these games overall are bad? I'm not saying that at all. Did I not say that Tears of the Kingdom is a great game? I can tell you right now, Tears of the Kingdom will likely be my top 10 games of the year. I can't imagine it not being, unless there's so many outstanding games coming out in the second half of the year that they blow me away, but I think it would be. So why are you saying that I said something I didn't say? And this is the problem with people on the internet, with me particularly. They'll take my rant earlier, where I'm very, I feel, fairly criticizing these games, and they'll say, you see, here's a game, irate gamer says that these games suck. Never said that. You said that, because you have an agenda, because you want me to make me look bad, and you want to say, you see, there's people who don't like our games that are good. No, 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 no. Stop being like that. Stop being biased. Stop
Well, that was a turbo no, by the way.
Hmm?
That was a turbo no.
Oh, did I get too fast?
Yeah.
Someone knows.
Yeah,
Let me hear it again.
if you went it like a little bit and slow it down, normal speed, he does go, no.
Hold on. Just, how far back was that? Did it just happen
Literally, if you go back like 10 seconds and then push play, at normal speed, you'll get
blow
it.
me away, but I think it would be.
Oh,
So why are you
God.
saying that I
Normal
said
speed is
something I
so
didn't
bad.
say? And this is the problem with people on the internet, with me particularly. They'll take my rant earlier,
Normal speed
where
is so bad.
very, I feel, fairly criticizing these games, and they'll say, you see, here's a game, irate gamer says that these games suck. Never said that. You said that, because you have an agenda. 'Cause
Money, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for Super Chat, who says, Phil, You said the game disrespected you. There you go. Phil said all sorts of fucking things. He said the fucking Tears of the Kingdom was 50% good and 50% a waste of time. Imagine, that was his fucking taking it. He's fucking... The problem with Phil's takes are that he fucking tries to fucking pass his takes off as factual and accurate to everyone. He tries to force his fucking takes as being absolutely indisputable facts. Whereas, at the end of the fucking day, it's just entirely his own opinion. He can't differentiate. He can't really tell the difference between the two. Now, hold on. Does Phil say no?
Gamer says that these games suck. Never said that. You said that because you have an agenda. Because you want me to make me look bad, and you want to say, you see, there's people who don't like our games that are good. No.
That is indeed a turbo no. That is absolutely good. It's a good spot. So cheers, Wardog, and of course it wasn't just you, there were other people as well in chat. I've seen a couple of people. I think Warren as well said it's Barrett Wells. I think said a couple of people spotted it as well. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I do appreciate people catching these turbo nos, especially when I'm going at a faster speed. It's kind of hard to catch them sometimes. I have not said all that. I'm going back to 175 because we are still quite far behind. Phil, actually, we're near the end of the podcast. We have now like fucking 5 minutes to go until the end of the podcast. We're nearly there. We're getting there. This has been a long goddamn bingo, and hopefully it'll be worth it. Fingers crossed it will be worth it.
Stop being like that. Stop being biased. Stop trying to, stop trying to make this strongman argument that doesn't exist. I never said that. Stop with the bullshit, essentially, is what I'm saying. Because it is. What you're doing is you're creating more bullshit around this whole situation that we don't need. Because when that bullshit happens, how do you think games don't improve? Let's be honest here, right? What happened during The Last of Us 2? The strawman argument that everyone who criticized The Last of Us 2 was a bigot, a sexist. Why? Because God forbid that you criticize a game that had a strong female who's kind of has, more masculine characteristics. Oh, that's, oh God, can't criticize it. Or that the lead character was gay. Oh, well, the reason you don't like the game must be because of that. No, it's because the pacing's bad, the writing's bad, it's a horrible story that's almost torture porn, and you took something that was amazing in the first game and you literally bastardized it and ruined it for an agenda, and the game sucks because of it. But all that valid criticism is thrown away because your strawman argument is, oh, you see, because you don't like these other kind of progressive elements in it.
But Phil, I'm not trying to fucking say the game's good or bad, but that's your opinion. You cannot pass your opinion off as fucking facts. That's your fucking problem. Your opinion is your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion, but other people are fucking entitled to say you're fucking full of shit. And give their own opinion. They can disagree with you, and you've got to fucking accept that that's their opinion.
Game. That's bullshit. So when I criticize Tears of the Kingdom, and I tell you, I love the game, but man, I feel like there's too much blow, don't tell me there's a strawman argument that I'm saying that I hated the game. Fuck you. I never said that. Stop with the bullshit. Stop trying to make a villain so that you can now say, you see, only idiots don't like the game. Bullshit. I like the game. I don't like things about the game. I have a right to criticize it. Take your strawman and shove it up your ass. Thanks for the dollar tip. Okay.
And you wonder why he doesn't grow.
All right. Guess what? We're finally through all the contributions. So now, we can actually end the show and we can move on and we can actually play Street Fighter, which I wanted to do. I said I was going to try to end the show early, but we literally just finished reading out contributions. So, there you go.
You
Very good.
ranted.
Big old man, it's good to have you here. I don't have questions for you. We got to move on. All right. Thank you guys for watching the show. Hope it made sense. I'm glad we learned. I'm actually glad I learned a little bit from Game Tracker about this drive parry, which I'm going to try to implement more now. I guess it makes sense, right? Yeah, I guess I missed out. I guess there was this announcement about Mortal Kombat 1 that there's going to be new characters added back to Mortal Kombat 1 that we haven't seen in a while, but I missed the announcement. I have to watch it. I think it was a trailer about the Lin Kuei ninjas, so I think characters like Smoke and even the Cyber ninjas I think are back, like Sector and Cyrax. That's neat because they haven't been around since Mortal Kombat 9, so that's nice. And Jade actually brought it up in the chat. He's happy to see Smoke back for the first time since NK9. Yeah, that's neat, and I apologize. I haven't really looked up on it yet. I haven't really studied, so I can't really answer yet. Okay. Okay, what is my win-loss ratio? My win-loss ratio is 981 wins, 752 losses. So I have about 230 or so more wins than losses. For a grand total of a 57% win rate. I need 19 wins today with Blanca, and then we hit the 1,000th win so we can count down. We're at 982 right now. All right? Or excuse me, 981 right now. So the first win, we're at 982 and climbing. So let's count together today. Let's get hype and excited for the countdown to 1,000. All right? I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. All right?
He actually put it on the board, by the way.
What was that?
He's actually got his total wins on the board now.
Oh, fuck off. It's all wrong. It's wrong, though. It's incorrect. He's fucking... Holy fucking shit. The fucking vanity of this fucking ridiculous fucking thin-skinned individual. Not one... you see me earlier on at the start of the fucking stream, I searched fucking YouTube for any Street Fighter 6 videos of people fucking celebrating 1,000 wins. Not one person seems to fucking care about the fucking thing. Only Phil seems to care. What do you get for 1,000 wins, Phil? What do you get? What do you earn for 1,000 wins, Phil? Exactly. Fuck all.
If they got a title, that'd be funnier, because then it would show he's never got 1,000 wins.
Here's what we'll do. Let's try to shorten this a bit then.
So...
maybe we could just do last SC from now on, right? That's actually much shorter.
Oh, it adds it here. Pathetic.
Yep.
I'll just do 90. We only need to have out of 1,000. There you go. Okay, how's that? That's good. This is how we can count up to 1,000 today. I'm excited.
And he still has it on.
Yes, casual
now,
matches are included in the overall
he's
loss record,
1,003.
but it's not.
He's got so he never turned it off. Even after 1,000 he kept it fucking on.
Yeah, he's still got it.
And I guess it won't matter that he's fucking... Why is it not... You'd think somebody as fucking, you know, try hard as Phil would fucking only count ranked matches as fucking meaningful to count. Who fucking gives a shit about casual matches? It's a weird fucking vanity thing, it really is.
Not counted in my percents for each character when it comes to their overall rankings and stuff like that. Okay. Looks good? All right, guys, thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Thank you for being patient and thank you for watching. It is now time for us to re-enter the world of Street Fighter 6, and let's level up my Blanca and let's get that 1,000th win, shall we? Shall we? Thank you. Yes, I'm nice, buff, and excited for today's stream. I hope that you guys are too. Thank you.
What the
A
fuck
nice
was that?
buff. What?
Not even that. What was that weird ass fucking noise that Phil just made there?
It's like he jelled him. He's moved.
Oh no, let me just go normal speed for that and hear it again.
Get that 1,000th win, shall we? Shall we?
Yeah, him saying
Oh,
wee is a weird... I'm counting that as a weird noise. Fuck it, we're desperate.
Yeah, that was definitely weird, because, like, why did he say we that way?
I was like, shall we? Fuck off. He's feeling all fucking chirpy. He's got a wee bit of a money high, and he's fucking feeling, I'm gonna get 1,000 wins, and my den heads will probably fucking flood me with fucking money.
Yeah, he's
Thank
playing
you.
a
Yes,
broken
I'm
character
nice,
that needs
buff, and
fixed.
excited for today's stream. I hope that you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully tomorrow on this very show we'll be able to talk about how triumphant I was. In reality, I'll probably be crying about how much I lost. But all right, guys, thank you. See you tomorrow. All right.
He's playing a broken character. How's he going to be
Very good.
trying
However,
to
guys, before we start, I gotta use the bathroom, and it's gonna take a couple minutes. I'd much rather do that now than when I get started. You know what I'm saying? So what we will do, we will actually take a very brief commercial break. It just makes sense to do it now, get it out of the way. So when I come back, I can focus solely on the gameplay for the rest of the stream. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I've gone Blanca green for this stream. It's all Blanca. I'm Blanca green for the Blanca Bonanza. Okay. Okay. So let's take a brief break. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the Blanca Bonanza and hopefully the 1,000th win. See you then.
And he's okay, I guess we now just fast forward. We didn't see Phil stand up, so I can't count it. Oh,
I mean, if you see him when he comes back, does it count? No, because it's no. Like,
no, hold on. No. No. Here we go.
Okay, guys, let's get started. Boy, I feel a lot better now. I'm glad that I did that before we started. That would have been pretty bad if I didn't, but now I'm feeling refreshed. I'm ready for the Blanca Bonanza. And indeed, we will count our wins today. Please remind me to count the wins, because you know I'm going to forget, because I don't usually count wins or anything on these streams.
why are you
So
doing
I'm
it now
totally
then?
forget about it. And I want to know when we get our 1,000th win. All right? Thank you to everyone who supported the stream so far today. 71 members today. Outstanding. Thank you for that. We got up to over 500 members again, which is really cool. I actually cleaned the joystick today as well. I scrubbed it down with cleaner before we started here today, so I feel refreshed and ready to go. Blanca being my best character in Street Fighter 6. I studied some tech. We'll see what I can pull off today.
It's not another
I'm also
storm.
thinking we should go with the new outfit, but one of his colors. Like, I think I actually bought the color pack for Blanca and never used it. We just went right to the classic outfits instead. So I think I might want to use like more modern Blanca today. Let's get rid of the bar at the bottom there. There we go. Let's go, Rugal. Yes, let's go. Casanova says this is my favorite. I cannot wait. Blanca time.
He is snorting a lot since he came back.
Excuse me.
And Burton.
No, I'm not wearing the Ken wig. My hair is already fluffy enough. I'm not wearing the Ken wig. Sorry. Celebrating 2 million copies sold. I got an ID card and a Street Fighter 6 logo. For what? What are those for?
Because the game sold
Great.
2 million.
I'm glad it sold over 2 million copies. I hope it sells even more. It's a great game. So, let's go back to this costume, and we have all. We do out. No, we only have 3 colors. We bought 3. Can I buy them all? I kind of like all of Blanca's colors. Okay, hold on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How much does it cost? 315. I think I'm gonna get it.
For fuck's sake, Phil.
Oh wait, I can't. They won't let me buy the bundle anymore because I bought a color individually. They won't let me buy the bundle. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to spend 300 coins in order to get all his colors. Well, what color? I'd like to use this one. This is his classic Blanca. I kind of want to use that one today. So let's buy classic Blanca. That's what I'll use today.
Oh, matching
Yeah.
his t-shirt, yeah. Well, at least I used to.
Okay. How do we do here?
Oh, it's so boring.
Night Sky. Rashid arrives. Night Sky. These are all the things we already unlocked last time playing. Okay.
Why won't the bad man
Now.
stop?
See, this is the modern Blanca now. And we'll go with, yeah, see, this is the modern, this is the color scheme they go with now, but this is classic color scheme. So I'm gonna go with the classic Blanca color scheme today. With the modern Blanca outfit. Cool. Nathan just gifted another 20 members. Thank you so much, Nathan. This is helping a lot. You have no idea. After losing so many memberships over the last month, this is really gonna help a lot. So thank you so much, Nathan. We're now at the 535, and congrats to everyone. I mean, so many people are getting one right now. I'm not gonna shout out each
Did
individual one.
Nathan give like 70 members today?
For those.
Nah, he's gifted nearly 70 himself.
He's definitely done 70, yeah. Apologies to stream, then I was muted for most of that. Wardog wasn't muted, but I was, because I forgot to unmute on the stream side. But yeah, it's probably about 70 members. He had 20, it's two 20s at the start and a 10, and now another 20 right there from Nathan Smith. So there you go. 70 members in one go, which is how much money? $4 per member?
I have no idea.
I think it's like $200 at least. I think for gifting all those memberships, Barrett Wells, it's $280.
Jesus.
Mind you,
DSP just lost a 5 streak to another Honda.
Oh, good, good.
Those memberships. And by the way, today's a great day for that because we're gonna have a lot more people on stream than usual today.
Not really. Phil's got 446 people watching him right now as things stand.
I know what he normally has.
Okay. The road to 1,000. Here we go, everyone. Road to 1,000 wins.
Good God, would you stop hyping this up? It's not a fucking event.
Here we go, everyone. It's Blanca.
And he is now recording for fucking YouTube, so that's going to be the end of Bingo, sadly. It was not going to be a full house to end things. Amazingly, Phil did not say necessarily dude, he didn't say engagement, didn't do siege mode. A lot of things that Phil should have done, tried to do, didn't do. But that's the fucking beauty of Bingo, I guess. How about the fast forward?
There's plenty of salt.
Oh yeah, there's a fucking shit ton of salt.
Fast forward to just before he gets his 100th win to see why he's kept the board on.
So we're looking for 999.
Yeah.
We're here then.
So I'm gonna know why he.
We're still at 1.75 speed.
He just get perfect KO'd, by the way, by the Honda.
Was he fast forward past the match itself, or?
No. I mean, I would just wait till he wins.
He is winning comfortably here, you know what I mean? It looks like he's just destroying. Spam grab. Low kicks, then tries to grab again.
Oh my god, blocking the wrong way.
He is very predictable in a way, isn't he, Phil? He's very predictable. Spam grab.
$1,000 wins for Blanca the Beast. Beastie boy, baby. Very nice. Now, can we just close the set easily? Our 1,001st win.
So he's got 1,000 now.
Yeah, but he's not there because he's trying to finish the set. Just like fast forward past this. See what he says after he finishes. Because that's not.
Oh, dude, I couldn't get level 1 super. Oh my god. Completely baited in the corner. Couldn't get out. All right. That is 1,001 wins, ladies and gentlemen. I've done it. We did it. We hit 1,000th win. Milestone. I'm not shocked we did it with Blanca, and I'm also not shocked that I'm on a tear with Blanca today, as you can see, winning far more than losing. So, I received a generous tip of $41 from Lisa Lou, who says congrats on 1,000 wins. Thank you so much, Lisa Lou. So, that would be $30 tip level, which means this is the first time we're actually going to see this animation, guys. I haven't even played it yet. It's the Final Fantasy 16 tip animation. Look. Thank you to Lisa Lou for a $41 tip. And that gets us up to $100. Okay, I don't know why there's $2 signs. Alright, so we already awarded both the Ryu and Bison hats a lot last week. Let's do different hats for today. Let's do a poll. Alright.
So you got to 1,000 wins.
Well. Incidentally, the end of this part is where I hit my 1,000th win. Okay, so which hat is 1,000? So hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. No, it's not fucking.
No idea. No idea. I mean, he started the countdown now. I was wondering why he's still there. And I don't know, but right now, so
Phil's
live,
cap, fake
he
air
is,
pack. I
I think he just lost
again.
again.
Too.
Yeah, he lost to that Honda again.
Yeah.
He's at 105. The counter's still there.
Jesus, man. So if I go to live DSP right now, he's still got a fucking dumbass count
Get
on.
away with these weird things.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Fucking hell. Okay, whatever. Fucking the sad arse is still fucking counting wins even though he's fucking over. Well, he thinks he's over 1,000. Fact of the matter is though, he's not even fucking close to it yet. He's still about. Well, Prophet counted 8-3-4 in ranked matches. So based on how much he's won today and what he's counting today, he's probably got another 150 odd, roughly, to go. There we go. I don't know. It's bizarre. Yeah, it's fucking weird. But it's... Well, Phil correct himself. Will he fucking only do ranked? Who knows? Maybe it actually won't be such a big, massive, successful, money day for him today. He'll fucking go back and say, oh, it wasn't 1,000 ranked, so we'll do it again and celebrate for 1,000 ranked. Then again, who fucking knows? But yeah, I'm gonna probably try and wrap things up. Fuck it. I'll end things with fucking authors. We've enjoyed so much of Phil today. You know what I mean? Well, in a way, it was slightly more bearable for the most part because there was not as much Street Fighter. There was sadly quite a bit near the end of Street Fighter blethering and boringness, but there's also quite a bit more variety towards this fucking toxic salt and all that shit. Quite interesting. And obviously it's fun to have Wardog as well on. You know what I mean? Good to have people. And also Prophet and Dasher came on as well. They were on to have a wee rant just to vent. So it's always good to have folk on. And yeah, it's a longer bingo than usual, but yeah, we made it in the end. I think I'm going to do bingo tomorrow, but I'll take Sunday off. So, rare for me, I know, but because Phil's changing my schedule, I think I'm going to do the same. And I'll say, fuck it, I'm not actually that busy tomorrow. I'll have my day off on Sunday instead. Sunday will be my day of rest, as a good book tells you. But yeah, anyway. I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo antics, so I do hope everyone enjoyed themselves anyway regardless, and I'll say thank you once again to Wardog for joining me for this big bingo fun and games. You got anything you want to say?
Nah, not really. I think it was all said and thing, and it's just, today's stream chat, if you're watching it on DDM or Raw DSP, just go and watch something else because it's going to be boring. Maybe wait for tonight. For checking a restream because he's playing Blanca, which is the most broken. Everyone says he's broken. So
I mean, if people want to have something fun to watch, Decepticon and Steve Dead were doing a stream earlier on before bingo and shit. They were doing they were watching Resident Evil. They were watching.
I think Raven's Dolphin was also streaming.
Oh yeah, okay. He's always good as well. He's always good to watch as well. So yeah, but if people want to watch, there's options anyway for people anyway. So Raven's Dolphin's definitely a good option. But the Decepticon and the Steve Dead as well were on earlier on doing a Resident Evil breakdown of Phil's gameplay and just basically picking it apart as to why Phil was just being so dumb. So that was from what I caught that was pretty good as well. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, rarely, for some more bingo antics. But until then, guys, thanks for joining me once again. Do hope you all had a good fun time. Sorry it wasn't a full house, but it's always tomorrow. For a change of pace, it's always tomorrow. Make a wee special Saturday bingo will be great. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday, how you wish to spend it, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheers again, Wardog. Peace out, everyone.
No problem.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. love money.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant.